Let's get it in. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk tonight. Oh, we finna talk tonight. That's right. Coach Sheldon Harrison here is live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live, and we're gonna go ahead and bring Raw and Uncut right now. It's not Sunday, but you know what? We need to go ahead and get Raw and Uncut. We need to talk. We gotta have some discussion going on here right now. Yeah, man. Grace Terrell, the perfection up in here. We getting it in today. Oh, we getting it in. Yes, Cyborg. Debbie, what it do, baby? How you doing? The coach loves you. Marcus Bell, General Africa. We listen, y'all. I'm going in. I brought in a full panel. Links. I already sent the links. Everybody, okay? If you want a link, let me know. And if you're a hater, I ain't getting you no link. But TJ, let me know if you want a link. Okay? Let me know. Let me know. Okay? General Africa. We're gonna start it out, man. I gotta start it out with the main crew first. We're gonna get this in because people have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay, to hear what it is. And I know people wondering, Coach, how you got the Google Hangout screen on there? Well, you know. A little trick that I use. Hopefully YouTube don't, confiscate it. Okay. It is a little different though, guys. It's a little different. TJ, gotcha. We're gonna talk on the subject. I am going in. And guys, that's just the way that is. I'm going in. Okay? And I'm just gonna do what I do and say what I say. Okay? It's time, guys. It's time. We need to get it. It's time. Cris Cyborg was released by the UFC. Okay? She was released. After winning her last fight, she was released, but I also told y'all. What the stipulations had to be, okay? I said Cris Cyborg had to finish Felicia Spencer. I said it. Okay? I said it. She didn't finish Felicia Spencer. She was dominant. But I knew the handwriting was on the wall. And guys, you guys remember that I told y'all. Okay, I told y'all every last stipulation that was needed for Cris Cyborg to secure this Nunes fight. And she came up short. Okay? She had to finish Felicia Spencer. And she had to do it. She had to legit do it. And I'm talking about do it like just impressively. But Cris still dominated Spencer. But I knew Cris was fighting. She was fighting Felicia Spencer. She was fighting Dana White. She was fighting Ho Rogan. And Ho Rogan with his whole ass. Okay, she was fighting all of these entities. It's what it is, y'all. Fighting the referees, fighting the judges. She's fighting everybody, man. 1-to-1 odds are good. Let me cut the music, man. We got a lot of people in here, y'all. A lot of people in here. Listen, man, I got everybody amped up and ready. Okay? Just come on in when you're ready. TJ, got you. Okay? I already sent, TJ. I already sent. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell y'all right now, okay? What has happened to Cris Cyborg, okay? Number one, it's got to be a lesson. It's got to be a lesson to everybody, okay? It has to be a lesson, okay? The lesson that we're going to learn from all of this, guys, is that don't trust the devil, okay? That's the lesson I want y'all to learn from this. Don't trust the devil, okay? I see my man General Africa in the God doggone building. General Africa, what it do?
We in here. We gotta go in. We gotta dispel the myths. It.
We going in hard, man. We going in hard. Shout out to Reggie the Tree in that super chat, man. I'm doing a book bag drive for kids this school year. School's gonna start here in a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna do a book bag drive. I'm gonna take every single penny, and I'm going to buy kids in my old neighborhood, which is an inner city neighborhood. They're gonna get book bags, so that's what it is. Well, let's see. Boxing and MMA. Cris actually didn't put the video up. Okay. Cris Cyborg didn't put that video up. So I want you to know she didn't put it up. Cris Cyborg don't even know how to do the editing. Okay. It was somebody else on her team that put that video up. It wasn't Cris Cyborg. And also Cris, let me tell you what a class act she is. Mr. Boxing or whoever you are. She's a class act because she actually she retracted that video and she put the correct video up. Okay, see that ought to tell you right now. Okay, who's lying? The video went viral. Chris Cyborg could have kept the video up. I'm sure the video was making a lot of money. That video had damn near a
Mm.
million views on it. Okay, the video had over a million views. Okay, she could have kept it up and kept the money. She was getting ads on it. She deleted that video. So now let's go ahead. Let's get you out of the way. That's debunked. Okay, it's debunked. So we can't try to put stuff on Chris Cyborg character. We can't do it. She's already showed you. Okay, and then she put the correct captions up there. They realized that there was an error with the captions. Okay, it was nothing malicious. Chris didn't do that. Chris don't even know how to do that kind of editing work. Somebody on the team did. Chris don't even maintain her YouTube channel. Somebody else does it. Okay, but I like the fact that she was woman enough to have them retract that and put exactly what was said up there. Now she got a new video up with the truth. So now what? How y'all gonna
Yeah,
explain
guys,
this?
you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. You got a video where Dana White, I mean, in the new video, he's saying the same thing. I'm not saying negative things about you. Immediately following that, this is beautiful, guys. I mean, and check this out. Immediately following that exposure, immediately following him saying, "Oh, I'm not saying negative things about you," he goes and does a press conference, literally saying negative things about her. Then he puts up a video saying that she doesn't want to fight, changed the title, right? That video was one of the first videos immediately following the fight that had over 1,000 dislikes. She literally told him, "You know, I've been texting you." So immediately following that interaction, he goes and lies and says that she's afraid of Nunes, right? Then she puts up a video. Then he puts up a video saying she doesn't want to fight. So then Cyborg puts out her video, right? And then so there was some confusion and stuff. She doesn't do the internet stuff. Then Cyborg hearing that, oh, okay, let me put up this. And somehow, some way, the narrative is, well, let's look at Cyborg. Let's not look at Dana White. Let's look at Cyborg. That's beautiful. That must be awesome to be in that position, to be able to lie, get caught for it. Cyborg, like you said, coach, is woman enough to, okay, let me put out this right here, and just let's clarify stuff. Even though that video went viral, she can, just the character, the integrity of this woman, and then you still have people trying to point the finger at her. It's beautiful, man. That must be. I don't know if it's great to be Dana White, because I think when you lie like that and when you put yourself in that position, I don't know if that's. He's definitely comfortable. He has the money, but I don't know if it's great to be Dana White. But man, that must be a feeling, man, where people will still come to your defense despite all this. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, shout out to George Page in the super chat. Shout out to George Page because $5 is about 500 to him, and so definitely appreciate that, George. You didn't have to, man. I appreciate it, man, and definitely the back to school drive with the book bags. It is gonna be in full effect, and I'm gonna have some videos, man, of me going out getting the book bags, and so you guys will see all this. So shout out to George Page in that super chat. I want to start. I want to get the ladies' input on some of this. Ladies, I see Tay Tay Brown in the building, and I
What's
also
up?
see Genesis Green in the building. Let's get you guys'
Hi.
thoughts. Let's get you guys' thoughts.
Man.
Tay Tay, you go first or what? Cause you know what? I want to address another channel too. Cause
Hmm.
I'm not with the bitch shit. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. For real. For real. I'm not with that punk ass hating stuff and throwing shots and I'm not with
Hmm.
the fake shit.
Uh,
Right,
you,
right,
you,
So
right.
so I
you,
so I need full time to take a rope, tie it around his neck, and jump off of a fucking cliff.
Oh shoot.
nah, don't tell him that. Don't
Wow.
tell him that. Hey, we don't even worry about that. But definitely, hey, y'all just do this though. Tell me what y'all think
Hmm.
about the situation though.
Well, that interview he had, I mean, the one that I text you, Lord have mercy. I mean, if this man could just lie even more on that interview, I mean, it's just so disgusting. I mean, I just about had it. I mean, he just get exposed every time something comes out of his mouth. I can't put up with it anymore. And you know what? As much as I wanted to see that Nunes fight, I'm glad that she is out of the UFC, where she can go to Bellator and get the legit fights, the legit featherweights, because he's always gonna fight it. Because even if that fight would have happened, he still would have found a way to take a dump on Chris Cyborg. It doesn't matter what she do, he's always gonna shit on her, no matter what. And he got exposed. I mean, he got exposed. That's why he's doing this, because everything is out. The truth is out. I don't know how people cannot see that this man is a damn liar. He is such a liar. I can't. And didn't he say that? Oh, I think he whispered something in Chris' ear saying that I don't tell the truth.
Well, no, he said, okay. So what he said was, when I'm saying stuff, don't think I'm saying negative stuff about you. And that's what he said to the extent. And matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
let me get the exact words because she put the news,
That's,
she released the
that's what he
video.
said. That's what
Hold
he
on.
said. He said, "I'm not saying negative things about you."
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and 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 salute to my brother TJ. Look, me and TJ disagree about a lot. That's still my brother.
Hold on.
That's my
Let me
that's
see.
my guy.
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
coach.
no, here's what he says. He says, "Listen, when you hear me saying stuff, wait a minute. I'm looking at the video now. I'm gonna read it to y'all word by word. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dana White, listen, whenever you hear me saying stuff, I'm not saying negative things about you. Chris says, but you say I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid in the mind. Dana goes, never did I say you were afraid. Okay, so that was the conversation that transpired between the two. So he said,
Mm-hmm.
never did I ever think you were afraid.
But he just said on that other interview that, oh, that's telling me, she's going around here saying that how Jermaine Duranamy is afraid, but therefore, I forgot what he said, but he's pretty much saying that she's scared of Nunez.
Okay, so now here's what transpired there. So Dana in the interview, what he said, well, Chris Cyborg is, running around here saying now that somebody's bullying her and, calling her afraid. But she was the one calling Jermaine Durandame afraid. Well,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at that situation, Jermaine Durandame did say, I don't want to fight Chris Cyborg because she's had a previous, she got popped previously for using steroids. Jermaine said it. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, Chris had been calling out Amanda. She was doing a Creonte thing. She still calling out Amanda Nunes. So Amanda Nunes never came out and said, "Oh, I'm afraid of Chris." Jermaine Durandame said, "Hell no, I'm not fighting her." So that's why people were saying Jermaine was afraid. Hell, people were saying Megan Anderson was afraid because Megan Anderson didn't want to take the fight either. Neither one of them
Mm-hmm.
wanted to fight. So it's a totally different thing. And guys,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let y'all talk, but then there's some couple things that I'm exposed that really show you that this guy he can't be trusted. And I hadn't heard from Genesis Green. Genesis Green, what it do?
Hey.
She said, "Hey, okay." So
What's
let's get
good, bro?
So what we'll do, Genesis, we'll get your thoughts on the whole situation.
I think everything happened the way it was supposed to happen and needed to happen. As much as we all like watching the UFC, they're really trash, really. On how they treat their fighters. Look at other organizations. They don't allow their fighters to be disrespected, and people disrespect, who you are as a person and your nationality and where you're from. We see this a lot with the UFC. It's a lot of racist shit that's being said, not just, with her. We see it with other fighters too, and they just don't say nothing. They think it's good publicity, but I mean, all shit talking and good shit talking. And the lines always being crossed. So I just feel like she should leave. I mean, yeah, the Amanda Nunes fight too would be nice, but who cares? I mean, it wasn't supposed to happen. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't supposed to happen. But see, guys, here go the whole thing, okay? So he's wanted me to bring in people. She was wanting to fight people like Pam Bam Sorensen, and she was also wanting to fight people like Cindy Dandois. Well, okay, well that's a lie. Well, number one, okay, Cindy they tried out for the Tough Show, okay? Cindy wasn't even in the company. Cindy had already been cut anyway. Okay, Cindy tried out for the Tough Show, and what they did was they got Chris's interview, and Chris said that Cindy and Pam they're legit featherweights. That's all she said. Okay, and so Dana took it from there and said, "Oh, well, Chris wanted to fight these easy fights. She wanted to fight Pam Bam Sorensen and Cindy Dandois. Well, Pam never had a contract at all. So you can't say that. And Cindy Dandois was already cut. So I don't know what he's talking about. Easy fights. Who the hell is there in who's there in the featherweight division for to fight? There was nobody because he didn't want to bring anybody into the division. And that was the whole problem with the whole thing. A lot of contradictions in that interview. First of all, you had Laura Stanko. She was sitting there, and damn well she didn't believe it. You can tell by her body language and demeanor, her facial expressions. Laura Stanko didn't believe it, but she's paid by Daddy Dana, so she had to ask the questions, the ones that he could answer comfortably, so he can sit there, with all these lies. And he told that big old lie. Okay, he keeps saying she afraid. She had on a Nunez versus Cyborg shirt, okay, for 2020. Why the hell would she get on national TV, throw that shirt on? And, Cris been running around here for months saying, I want this Nunez rematch. So why would she tell you behind the scenes, okay, that she don't want to fight Nunez? He's still going on with that narrative, okay? He being Cris Cyborg face, and Cris pulled up on him. He ain't had nothing to say. Oh, I don't talk negative about you. And then as soon as he leave Cris Cyborg presence, he go right back again to doing the exact same thing, okay? We know that this guy, don't have a high IQ. We know that this guy definitely don't like Cris. This is personal, okay? Because I'm trying to fathom, okay, and then people will use the narrative, well, Cris, her leverage is gone. Her leverage is gone. Yeah, she got beat by Nunez. She didn't knock out Spencer. And I told y'all, I was telling y'all this, that if Cris don't come in here and start Spencer, I've been saying this for about a month now, okay? That Dana was going to use that as leverage to say, well, Cris don't deserve another contract, or one that's decent. She don't deserve good money. But if we want to use that whole thing where Cris ain't got no leverage, well, I mean, how does Conor McGregor come back and make $50 million against Khabib? How are we going to explain that? Okay, I mean, if Cris not being the champion, means that she gets lower paid, well, how do we explain Ronda Rousey making 2.5 million and Amanda Nunes getting 200,000 base pay? Now, we're not talking about pay-per-view points. How are we going to explain this? Okay, if it's really about that, y'all. If it's about that, how can we explain it? And look, and we want to say, hey, well, Ronda and Conor, they put asses in seats. Well, Cris put asses in seats. So I mean, how are we going to explain that?
Hold on, coach. Come on, coach.
Uh
Come
oh,
on, man.
Let's
uh
go.
Oh Lord, have
Let's go. You
mercy.
got
Wait, who is that?
Don't
Who
cut him
is
out.
that?
Don't cut him out. Don't cut
I'm
him
gonna
out.
tell
Let's
you
go.
something. I'm gonna tell
Let's
you
go.
something. You don't want. What
Let's
it
go.
is Cris should have realized her value a long time ago and negotiated and went elsewhere. She tolerated this bullshit, wasted time out of the prime of her career fucking with the UFC, and I was always upset about that. But I'm saying now the door finally closes on her. But now look where she's at. She's at the end of her career. Like General said the other day. What she got, General? 4 or 5 fights left.
I think so.
If that.
Now here's the thing though. Now even with her leaving the UFC, people are going to be on Amanda Nunes's helmet. Like we don't give a shit who you fight if it ain't Cris. Find Cris wherever the fuck she is and fight her. That's the only fight people want to see her fight.
Oh
Seriously,
Lord.
I mean, whether she stays in the UFC or not, who you want to see Amanda fight? It's nobody left. Nobody cares who she fights other than. But I'm just saying, Cris wasted a lot of time fucking with the UFC, and she could have been went somewhere else and got a better deal. But she determined for some reason the UFC is where it's at, and I'm gonna just stay here and tolerate all this bullshit. And I blame her for that. Now Dana was fucked up, but I'm saying you knew he was fucked up before you came in there. He said, "Well, Joe Rogan was right there and said, what? You need to cut her penis off." How long ago was that? And you still fuck with him for years after that? You could have been went to Bellator or wherever the hell else. She wasted time out of the best years of her career fucking with these people. And that's on her. That ain't on Dana. That's on her.
So what you're trying to say is that you think she's still not in her prime?
Oh, she definitely ain't. I mean, she's fake. Ain't no doubt about that. Cris Cyborg that fought Gina Carano would have finished Spencer in the first round. I don't have no doubt about that shit. None.
I mean,
Now
but
she can still
how
finish
can you
99% of
say
people out
that?
here because she's 34. I mean, she's aging.
But think about. But
Wait,
think about
what does
this.
34 got to do with that? She's still in her prime.
Yeah,
She
that's
is
right.
not in her prime.
Yes, she is.
She is not in her prime. Ain't no way on
Excuse
earth.
me.
She is.
Yes, she
Ain't
is.
no way. Okay, so you telling me?
I can see if she
One,
was
one second,
38
guy.
or 39, but
yeah,
she's still in her prime.
I want to let's let TJ cook for a second. I want to.
Go ahead, cook.
General, you done seen her ball up legends, and you telling me that she needed to go 3 rounds with Felicia Spencer in Cris Cyborg's prime, Gina Carano era? Felicia would have been balled up in about 30 seconds. Ain't no doubt about it. The way she balled up Marloes Coonan. I mean, Marloes is a legend. Felicia Spencer ain't on that level. I'm just telling you, man, she is not the same fighter she was back then. And you could blame it on whatever. Maybe she hasn't had the same caliber opponent, whatever the hell else. But the point is, she don't have that much time left in her career. And I mean, it's not too many people left for her to fight other than Nunes. I mean, who else you gonna fight that you give a damn about? If she fought Kayla Harrison, you gonna pay to see that?
Not
Really?
really. I stream it.
No,
Nah, but
I'll
I
say
mean,
this.
I
Go
pay to
ahead,
watch.
bro.
I pay to watch her fight Julia Budd. That's the only other
Still,
person I would actually
I
pay.
get that.
I pay
What
for
about
Julia Budd.
GDR? If she fought GDR, you'll pay to see that. I would.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
pay to
yeah,
see that one.
yeah. I pay to see that one, but see, we can't get GDR on it. Well, GDR might. She might do it now. See, GDR might
Yeah.
do it now
Yep.
because she think Chris look
Yep.
vulnerable.
Yep.
I
That's
say
right.
a person don't leave a prime till they 35. I think Chris Cyborg still has what she has. And honestly, when I look at that fight, man, parts of that fight, like in round 3, I think the fight should have been stopped. When she had Felicia on the ground and pound her, I think the fight probably should have been stopped. But it's the referee's discretion because I thought she looked good. I just thought she probably just didn't want to go in and just press the action as hard as she could because I think she could have got Spencer up out of there. And there were times in
Yeah.
the fight where Spencer was about done. Like Spencer was about done. She was about out of there. But she just held on to the end of the round. So I don't know. When Chris turned 35, I'll believe it. I say, yeah, she had shot her prime because she still moved well. Her hands are still fast. She still got her read and recognition is there. But
Oh yeah, coach. I'm not saying she's a bum. I mean, she still beat 99% of the people out there. She ain't beating Nunes, but everybody else pretty much, yeah, she still got that. So yeah,
you
she
know,
can still fight a couple
But
years. She just can't beat
but
Nunes
my
anymore.
thing
She
is
could
we
have
don't
that
know.
3 years ago.
just because she took a loss, don't discredit her. She's still dangerous. Okay,
So
I'm just
Oh, nobody said
saying.
she wasn't.
how many
Nobody
people
said
have
she
been
wasn't
knocked
dangerous.
out and come back to win? Think about it. How?
Thank you.
How you gonna explain
Let's
this? see who Coach this Shelton is. Harrison. There never be no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen. Okay. Hey,
Salute coach and chat.
that's my man
What
Dark
the
Truth
heck?
in the building. Yeah,
Oh,
that's when they go through PayPal, it'll give them a salute. Shout out to Dark Truth in that PayPal chat. Definitely, that's
salute,
going
Doc.
into the back to school book bag drive that I am doing, going into my old neighborhood, and gonna give out these book bags. So yeah, there it is. There it
All right.
is. But okay, so
I'll say this to respond to TJ. I think she's still in her prime, but I think 4 or 5 fights. She's taken. She's lost a little bit of a step. I don't think it's
Mhm.
much. I think the
Right.
problem is that there's not a lot of people out there to fight now. In regards to Amanda Nunes, I'm not going to be on. Look, she's the champion. We're the champion. I came out and said, look, 2 years. When Amanda said the whole 2 years thing, obviously I didn't like it, but I was like, well, she's the champion. I just want if somebody steps up, at 135, Ketlin Vieira, so on and so forth. I want those fights to take place, but I'm gonna be fair to Nunes. I'm not gonna be demanding that she fight. Look, she beat Cyborg the first time. Cyborg, in my opinion, it's obvious that she wanted to reach, but we're not gonna get that. And we all just have to be able to move on from that. I'm not going to be like Amanda Nunes has to fight. Look, it's not going to take place. I know in my heart that I believe in my heart that Cyborg wanted the rematch. I think it's obvious. And but I'm not going to make any insane demands on Amanda that she has to do this. She beat her. Okay. But in regards to the prime thing, this is the thing. Looking at that fight, I understand what Coach was saying. She needed a knockout. I think that she needed a knockout too, even though I predicted devastation. I feel like I got devastation. But towards the end, after going into the second and third round, Felicia Spencer's tough, man. And she was fighting. Her goal at that point, and I don't blame her, her goal was to survive that fight. And she was successful in that feat. But, would Cyborg have finished her back in the day? I think so, but I think that Cyborg showed good things. This my one thing about Cyborg in that fight that made me kind of like, and it's the dog in her. When she got hit, she saw that blood, she felt that blood, and she came out swinging. But she did calm down, and once she calmed down, it was that was all she wrote. It was straight devastation. It was knees to the torso. It was Felicia Spencer didn't have nothing for her on the ground. And I gotta call out these people like Chael Sonnen. I finally watched the interview. You got guys like Chael Sonnen who was saying Felicia Spencer's gonna do this. She's gonna expose the holes in the game. Then after Cyborg devastated Felicia Spencer, now he's looking for ways to discredit Cyborg. I get it. He's part of the UFC, this, and that. But come on, man. Look, you said what you said. Now don't run away from that, bro. Come on, Chael.
But now, general speaking of people saying what they said, I got a text message from Misha Tate. She's still waiting for that apology for that video you made. So
Nah,
what about that?
nah. Because look, this, like I said, because I said, I came on here and I said, what if she didn't say that? At the end of the day, what was Dana White saying? He still came out and lied. I didn't say that it was true.
I will be a man to take.
I said that's what I said. I said she didn't say true.
I'll be a man.
What else?
And I will take my video down. I will retract my video. I will do it because, you know, she was right to an extent, okay? But what I do disagree, disagree with Misha Tate on is that she's saying that, well, Cris was trying to, misrepresent Dana. Well, what the fuck? I mean, look at all the misrepresentation Dana doing. So, how come Misha, we not calling out Dana's misrepresentation? And I think that's more what my video was going towards, Okay, so Cris doing it. Okay, so how come you gonna call that out? Why you gonna call that out?
Coach, didn't Dana pay for her nose job or something like that after she got her ass beat that one time?
What the hell?
Her nose.
Remember he did.
Talking about Misha Tate?
Yeah.
Well, Misha Tate, they going out to dinner and this and that.
Right.
I went hard on Misha, but this was the point. I thought I was pretty clear about it, but let me clarify it even more. I said, what if she didn't? What if she didn't say? What if it wasn't truth or this? And we can argue, okay, well, Cyborg is not the person that does it. What if she didn't say true? At the end of the day, he lied. Now he proved it. He proved it in that video where he changed the title, bro, and then he proved it again immediately following that interaction. Right? Immediately following that interaction, now he's still saying she's afraid. And it's like, Misha, you talk about girl power and salute. I always come on and say, I want the women to be treated just like the men. But okay, you talk about Amanda Nunes fighting men and girl power, this and that. And here you have a fellow woman that's being disrespected, being bullied, being harassed, being lied on. But you just, I gotta see, let me read his lips. Okay, I don't think he said, come on. And she's
Misha Tate just need to shut the hell up.
God, dog.
Ain't no doubt about that.
She's a hater. She's always
needs to shut
been hating on Cris Sire.
Exactly.
Shut the F up.
Running her mouth to stay relevant.
That's right.
It's like she's nosy in everything. And I'm not just talking about
that's just
Cyborg.
right.
It's like
And you know what?
fighter. She just gets.
That's right.
Got to stick her nose in everything.
TJ, please.
Trying to keep them check.
What check? That 50-cent check?
God damn.
No, whatever the hell she getting from she's still managing Cindy. She's over there with one championship doing some shit. You don't think Dana White has something to do with that?
Listen, she needs to stop with the hate. Stop with the hate.
She need to worry about one championship.
Yeah.
Where she
That's what she needs to worry about, okay?
But my point is, how did she get in there?
Anymore.
Oh, she does.
Now, TJ, I'll say this because I really don't have nothing against her. Now, this is just my opinion. When you look at the predictions, like, okay, we all have predictions, but it's always just like you just always pick against Cyborg. Like, I ain't gonna get sensitive. It's just like
she ain't gonna bite the hand that feeds her. I'm saying how do y'all think she got into one championship? She said she ain't no great fighter to where one championship got to get her and put her up. Wait, please, Dana White had something to do with it.
I'll tell you what. Didn't you say that Misha Tate was the greatest?
No.
Excuse me, TJ. Didn't you say that Misha Tate was the greatest? Okay. Didn't you say that Claudia Cordelia was the greatest?
Okay, you know what?
No.
I'm gonna explain to you. The coach says all the time. I just be kidding. You watch her get her ass beat multiple times.
So now you're kidding. So now you're kidding. Okay, so now you're kidding.
Seriously, you really think? Hold on, you really think I was serious? Watching her get the stuffing beaten out of her as many times as you did, you really thought I was serious that she was this great fighter?
Well, you just called me a damn hater. Was you lying about that?
He most certainly was kidding. I can tell you he was kidding. He was kidding.
Take, come on now. Come on now, take.
TJ said
I know what TJ be saying about me.
TJ said I'm hating Nation on Monday. Look,
about me.
TJ better know. Like I said before, I'm apathetic. I'm ambivalent.
General Africa, you better tell that man.
I am ambivalent. I'm ambivalent to Gadella, and I'm ambivalent to Nunez.
Then he said that Claudia was the greatest, didn't you?
Guys, come on. You know he be messing with y'all, man.
Thank you, Cody. He
be messing with y'all.
He better be. He better be.
Come on, Coach.
Sorry,
you know what it is.
Sarcasm
Don't
on
be
TJ,
the
what?
one.
don't be dragging the coach into this. All right, you
God
know
dog.
damn well what you said. Okay.
God dog.
Say that. The coach, how many times coach be like, "Yo, he just messing with y'all," and because he sees it, he knows what it is. I don't give a damn about no
Mm-hmm.
damn Misha Tate. I mean, Claudia washed up. We know
Oh,
that. I'm just
also
messing
now
with
he
y'all.
doesn't care about Misha. Y'all hear this, y'all? Now he doesn't care about Misha Tate.
TJ,
Oh.
my
Listen,
trigger level is about 3 out of 10. I get a little triggered. Okay, 3 out of 10 is my trigger level.
listen. Half the time,
My
I just be
God.
saying stuff just to upset y'all. That's all.
You know what?
That's
I,
it.
I'm
Please.
sick of
Cyborg is watching.
So
I can't.
You
what
know
we do
what?
now?
Why are we even taking what Misha Tate say as like
Exactly. Tell him,
some sort of
exactly.
sis.
point? Anyway,
Exactly.
she got her ass whooped by Raquel. Like, come on now, get up out of here.
Exactly.
Come on.
All them ass
Listen,
whoopings she been taking.
And I just want to be
Ew.
done.
As a
you
matter
guys.
of fact,
I
coach,
tell you, yeah.
you remember the time? I forget who the girl she was fighting. I think you interviewed her, but she took Misha out with that head kick early in her career. Remember
Who's
the?
that?
I can't think what the hell her name is.
Katie Young?
Yes, yep, Caitlin Young. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that head kick.
The striking Viking.
Now,
Hell yeah.
now, coach. After watching that, I said, "Oh, whoever that girl is, she done." And then I was surprised to find she was in the UFC. I said, "Oh shit,
Oh
I think
Lord, TJ.
girl." I mean,
You
she
know
got
what,
not.
TJ? Shut up.
She looked like a amateur in that thing, but
Y'all,
she kept
this is
going.
the
I got to
panel.
give her.
This is
I
the panel,
can't.
Huh?
guys. This is the panel. So, okay. So, guys, I'm going to give y'all some timeline history because I kind of been saying this, though, for a minute. I said that the UFC, and I'm finna give y'all some future what's gonna happen. Well, I said at the UFC they had no intention of building that division around Cris Cyborg. Okay, I was right because when the Tough Show, when that thing went going, and when they took all them featherweights and made them all bantamweights, see the handwriting was on the wall right then, you know. And I'm with TJ. I think probably well, see Cris was still under contract, but I still would have been preparing, to move on. I would have been having some people from my team if it was legal hey, look, Scott Coker, look, man, I'm looking to kind of get out of here, man, because they doing some old F stuff. See, that would have been me. If I'm a manager, I definitely would have been looking. The Tough Show told me everything I need to know. Okay, it told me everything. So I said, listen, they're going to find a way to get Cris up out of that belt. And if Nunes beats Cris, the handwriting is on the wall. It's the end of the road. Okay? Now, I said in this fight, the Spencer fight, I said if Cris don't starch Spencer, I'm talking about put her out of there quick. Okay? Dana White's going to use that for leverage. Okay, or if the pay-per-view numbers are low, which I still don't know what the pay-per-view numbers are for 240. Don't know yet. If the pay-per-view numbers are ever low, he's going to use that as leverage to say, "Whoop, yeah, you got rid of Felicia Spencer, but you couldn't put no asses in the seats." So now here we are at this level now. Okay, now people saying, "Well, why is Cris bringing this up?" Like what Dana White said from years ago. Well, because she wouldn't have brought it up, okay, if the guy wouldn't have been saying that she was afraid. That's where this all stems from. So Cris is doing a history of, listen, this guy been saying all this stuff for years and years and years. Then he had the nerve to say that, oh, Ronda Rousey really wanted to fight Cris Cyborg. Well, see, now this is where I wish I was the interviewer. Because when they were in Strike Force, listen, a lot of fighters ducked Cris Cyborg. Misha Tate did. Okay, see, we don't want to talk about Misha Tate. Ronda Rousey most certainly did. Ronda Rousey went to a whole nother division to get away from
Yep.
Cyborg. She didn't want to fight her. Okay, Ronda Rousey dropped down to 135. So that was a lie. Dana was saying Ronda wanted this fight all the time. Ronda Rousey ain't want this damn fight, man. Ronda Rousey
Mm-hmm.
never wanted to fight. So see, this is where Dana White, he's definitely getting he's getting debunked. Everything he's saying is coming to pass. Now Cris is gone. Now watch in the next 2 weeks. They're gonna start putting people in this featherweight division. Okay, they're gonna start putting people because Dana said, "Well, Cris won't want us to put these easy featherweights in the division so she can fight them." Well, okay then. He was talking about people that were tried out for the Tough Show that didn't make it. Well, Zara dos Santos didn't make the Tough Show, but now she's signed to the UFC. So how is Dana White gonna explain that one? Okay, I mean, Cris want to fight these easy fights. Easy. Well, Zara dos Santos, she's supposed to be easy. Now she's in the UFC fighting Megan Anderson. He's going to put more featherweights. Watch, these next 2 weeks coming up, we're going to start hearing announcements. This featherweight from Invicta finna get signed. You watch. I think
Hey,
Striking
coach.
Viking. I think Striking Viking finna get signed.
It's yeah.
I think a lot of these Invicta fed, some of them, they're getting pulled up. Now, and one more argument, and I'm going to tell you this. Okay, so Another argument that I heard, and I disagree with full time on this particular argument that the Bellator featherweights they're not as experienced or as talented as the UFC featherweights. Well, I got one issue with that. They're not many UFC featherweights. Okay, I mean, tell me in the featherweight division, legit featherweights. I mean, who could take out Julia Budd? We're not talking about Amanda. She's not a legit featherweight at this time. She's really a
Right.
bantamweight. They're gonna strip Amanda of that belt. And Amanda's
Yep.
not going to really give a damn about it because she don't really want to be there anyway. To be honest, she only want to fight Cyborg. They're going to get the belt off Amanda. But who in the UFC? Do y'all think Leah Letson can beat Julia Budd? I mean, do y'all think Megan Anderson can beat Julia Budd? I mean,
Hell no.
do we think? Okay, let's look at the featherweights because Bellator they got the featherweights. Okay, you got Arlene Blenko. I mean, you think Megan Anderson can beat Arlene Blenko? No, she get knocked out. Okay, I can go down to Bellator. I can go down the Bellator flyweight list and compare them to the UFC flyweight list, and I'm just saying, I think the competition outside of Cyborg and outside of Felicia Spencer, okay, I think the competition is comparable, and I even think Julia Budd and Felicia Spencer will probably be that'll go the distance as well. So I don't know this whole notion that the Bellator they got flyweights that are not that great. Well, that's not even true. So I mean, Chris going to Bellator to take easy fights. I mean, what the hell? What is she supposed to do?
Well,
I got a question.
Coach, I just want to say something. Julia Budd already said that there's no easy fights over here. She put that on Instagram and she said there's no easy fights over here. That's what she said. And it's also on Twitter saying that Dana White is going to continue with the featherweight division. So you are absolutely right.
Of course he is. And he finna be
Yep.
aggressive too. He finna be aggressive. He finna get the most attractive. He finna get the ones that fit that 19 to 35-year-old narrative. And I've been telling y'all about this. He's going to
Who
do
is
it
that?
in the 19 to 35-year-old white male. That's his demographic. That's who he's got to cater to make the most money. That's just
Who's
what it
that?
is.
Who is that fighter? Who is that fighter? I'm saying.
You mean
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
who's he gonna bring in?
Yeah, because
Oh
remember,
man,
he wanted it to be Megan. Obviously, it can't be her. She's about to get cut. But I'm saying, if he's going to keep the division, he wants to have a face. He wants a fighter that he likes.
well
And
that's
I'm
gonna
saying,
be
who is
Spencer.
that person?
He made a deal with Spencer. He made and see that's why Chris Cyborg didn't shake her hand. And see people don't really know this either, man. See, he made that deal with Spencer. He told Spencer basically, look, you take out Cyborg, we'll build this division around you, or you make this fight competitive, we definitely gonna build this division around you. And that's some insider information that I got. And he gonna stay true to his word on that. He is gonna build that division because really, who else in that division can beat Spencer? Let's think about it. I mean, could Leah Letson might Leah Letson might can do it. I don't know, but I can't see Leah Letson beating Spencer. Okay, can't see it. I can't see
Can
Megan.
you
Well,
see
she already beat
GDR
me.
coming back?
I can see GDR. I can actually see Jermaine Durandame. If Jermaine moved up, I can see Jermaine Durandame
Mm-hmm.
beating Spencer. I could. I can
She'll
see
move.
Macy
She'll
Faison.
move back up now. Yeah, Macy. Yep.
Macy
Macy
Chiasson would give her a
Faison.
battle, but Macy green to me, man. She's too green. She real green. And people say, well, Macy could have challenged
Yeah.
Cyborg. Macy would have got her ass slept. Okay.
And I
You,
want to put this out there too. If GDR, because I read an article, I didn't do a video on this, but I read an article recently earlier this week saying that if GDR is going to fight Nunes, it's going to be at 135. So if she goes up to fight Spencer, I have to speculate that all right, then she wasn't planning on fighting Cyborg if Cyborg stayed. Because if you wanted to fight Amanda Nunes at 135, not 145, I mean you're a bigger woman anyway. So what was stopping you from fighting Amanda Nunes at 145? I know I can't prove it, but I mean, so that fight, Cyborg could have fought GDR. Well, probably not. If that's the case, we don't know yet.
Well,
maybe the delay. Maybe the delay, because remember, anytime Amanda's going up to 145, she wants all this extra time. So maybe it's better for you to fight her at 135 so you can fight her this year.
GDR already
That's a
said
good
she ain't
point.
fighting Cyborg. That's it. So she ain't look. GDR ain't trying to hide it, and I can appreciate that a little bit. She said she ain't fighting Cyborg, so we ain't got to speculate. She ain't gonna do
I
it.
bet you she go to 145. She'll go to 145. I bet you. I bet you she go back to 145.
Yeah, she go back to 145, man. I mean, it'll be her versus Spence will be a good fight. I really I wouldn't mind seeing. Really, I wanted to see GDR versus Cyborg because I thought that was going to be a competitive fight. That fight was going to be real competitive, and I actually thought GDR had a legit chance to win. And then, GDR versus Nunes too. I want to see if this version of GDR can stick with this version of Amanda Nunes. See, it's some good fights, man. I'm not saying I'd be disappointed to see GDR in there with Nunes. See, I'd be happy about that. But see, the fight I want to see again, though, I do want to see the Nunes and Cyborg too, but it's not gonna happen. And Dana, he ain't gonna do a cross promotion. He too ball headed for that. He's not gonna do that. Okay, he's gonna sit back and he gonna continue to make up these lies. And see, now the trash talk gonna get even worse now that Cris won't be there anymore. It's gonna get even worse, and they gonna come up with new stuff to say. But you know, I'm gonna tell you though, the thing with Dana White and how stupid he is, he really didn't know that he's positively affected Chris's brand. You know, like her YouTube channel, man, she growing. Like homegirl, I think in the last 3 days she done picked up 8,000 subs on her channel. Okay, her Instagram, man, people are just following her on Instagram like crazy now. Like they still doing it. So all this free publicity that Dana's giving her, this is gonna give her leverage when she signs with Bellator. Because I think Scott Coker, I predict by Sunday, he's gonna offer Cris an offer she can't refuse. Okay, and she's gonna have to take it, which it is what it is. But damn, man.
Isn't Amanda's contract up next year?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, cause I honest to God, I believe Amanda will go to wherever Cris is because I think people will be on her helmet. Seriously, I believe she will.
Why would she leave the USC?
Well, I'm just saying because Amanda, we're already talking about the fact
she's not going nowhere.
You don't want that many more fights.
Why not?
What?
Why not go anywhere? She has nothing else to prove.
Exactly. There's nobody left her to fight.
I mean, I don't like her, but I mean, what else does she have to prove?
How can you say she wouldn't go anywhere if Scott Coker and them came up with something where they're like, look, you want to make $7.5 million? She'll go wherever the hell that is, PFL, any damn place else.
I don't know, man. She's so far up Dana's ass, she ain't going nowhere.
I don't know. I think she do it for money.
Money talks. Yep, and she already beat Cris.
True.
That's
true.
She'll do it.
I don't know. I see her still staying at the UFC for some reason. I don't know.
I mean, absolute no disrespect by this, but I don't think it's in. I think Amanda will stay. When immediately following, she was excited and stuff and whatever, but when she knocked out Cyborg, when she got out that octagon and ran straight to Dana, I'm like, yeah, it's just she doesn't have the negative relationship with Dana White that Cyborg does.
That's what I'm saying. She ain't gonna go nowhere.
And I loved it when Cyborg, when Rogan was trying to, he's like, we're here with Cyborg, and she ran to the thing. I was like, yeah, that was a little thing. When she ran to the thing and climbed on top of the cage and celebrated, I'm like, yeah, make that little punk wait.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And this girl will know you're with me.
Well, if Amanda gets stretched out, she'll see the other side of Dana then.
Yeah, if Amanda lose, but I think I think what's gonna happen though, I think he's gonna strip her though. I think he's gonna strip her that featherweight title, and then he's gonna try to hold some kind of tournament or some kind of like a title fight or whatever. And then I know he gonna try to wrap it around Spencer, man. That's really
gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, Amanda be like, okay, it is whatever, because she's still gonna have a bantamweight title, and he trying to wrestle that bantamweight title away from her too, man. But she just too damn good. She's just too damn good. He can't
getting that title back, Coach. GDR getting it back.
The one thing I admire about Amanda,
I don't think she can deal with Amanda.
One thing I admire about Amanda Nunes, and I like this about Miesha Tate too. She got out and she was able to move on with her life. And one thing I admire about Amanda Nunes, she'll be tripping about the small stuff, man. She don't trip. She a cool customer, man. I like that about her. She loves fighting. She's a fighter. She's a warrior, but she's not tripping off the small stuff. And so now that being said, and her future with the UFC, it's a wild card for me. I don't know where she's going to go because I feel like she's kind of buddied up with Dana right now. And then you take into account, but she wants her money. And then the fact that, she's kind of just chilling. I don't know what Amanda Nunes is going to do. I think this is something. When you say the contract's up, TJ?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out if they said if her contract's up next year or if it's a year after. I'm not sure when it is.
Okay.
But regardless, I mean, what you just said reminds me of, I think it was Rampage Jackson, where they were talking to him about how, fan criticism and stuff. And he's like, I don't give a shit what John Johnson and Walla Walla Washington thinks about what I do. You don't know me. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. Because it's like, yeah, you out here talking all this shit. But it's like, man, at the end of the day, I don't even know you. I don't know who you are. You're some random person out here. I don't give a fuck what you think about anything. And that's what I think Amanda's position is. I'm worried about Nina, my family. Y'all can call me Creonte, whatever the fuck else. I don't care. Where's my money? And I'm like, that's exactly right. I don't know you, so I don't care what you think about nothing. Now, when people talk about all this stuff about her getting hated by Brazilians, remember, I think I said in one of your videos, Jennifer, I'm like, did you see the video with her in Brazil and the way the people was acting around? I'm like, did they look like they hated Amanda Nunes? I'm like, people need to stop repeating shit that other people say and find out what's really the deal.
Oh,
I gotta look. I gotta look at a poll. I have to look at a poll. I think she. I think she.
Genesis, I'm not doing that.
You about to get slammed, baby.
Genesis, now look, I'm not. Look, Coach say stuff sometimes, and I might disagree with it, but I know that Coach is saying stuff that he knows what he's talking about. I'm not going to sit here and have people repeating shit the Coach says. They don't know what they're talking about, and they act like they're going to tell me something because I know what it is.
I think she got love in her hometown. I think she got love in her hometown.
Yes, she does.
You know, I can't. I think if I had to guess, I'd say Brazil. I say Brazil is Cyborg country, but in her hometown, she got love going back home. She gonna have love going back home.
Right, but exactly, General. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, you're talking about Brazil is Cyborg country. It's like, have you been to Brazil? You know, have you talked to people? Most of them don't even know who
TJ, stop it.
Nah, they know something.
Stop it.
You're gonna be big. You're gonna be big where you from.
TJ.
You're gonna be big where you from. Is that not true?
No, TJ, you're right. I can't speak for all of Brazil.
For Africa, I know
it's my guess. My guess is that Brazil is Cyborg country.
TJ, stop it.
And Nunes has love where she's at. But I think Brazil is Cyborg country. I mean, I just don't think the Amanda has it on lock like Cyborg. I just don't.
Oh, but I don't. She definitely don't. I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is this whole thing where we acting like Brazilians all have this one mind. It's just like black folks. Some people like Jesse Jackson. Some people don't. Everybody ain't gonna like Cris Cyborg. Everybody's not gonna like Amanda Nunes. Some of them riding with Kelly Vieira, whoever the hell else. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying Amanda's not hated by Brazil like people was out here talking. That's all I'm saying.
Well, them 85,000 pay-per-view buys told the story, boy. God dog.
Thank you, Coach.
If they love Amanda,
exactly.
Coach, does that mean they don't love you?
Man,
really?
Look, man.
What the hell?
I have never bought a pay-per-view ever. I still love my fighter, but I ain't giving UFC no money.
Them damn Brazilians, man, they buy that pay-per-view, man, especially if one of their own. And look, man, okay, even if they didn't buy the pay-per-view, man, they fill up the arena, man. That damn arena was empty as hell when Nunes was fighting, man. Look, man, I don't know what to say. Look, man, I don't know. Nah, man, that arena was empty as hell.
Oh, come on, Coach. Who was she fighting?
Ain't no come on.
She was fighting Rocky Kennedy.
It was empty.
Hey, man.
Coach, come on, Coach.
Look, man.
Come on, I wouldn't see it in my own hometown for $20. I went to see that.
Look, when Cris
Come on,
Cyborg, when
TJ, stop it.
Hey, when Cris Cyborg fought Yana Kunitskaya, when she fought Yana, hey, man, them damn Brazilians bought that pay-per-view, man. I'm just saying, man. Maybe Amanda may not be as popular. See, maybe she might not be as popular. Okay, and maybe she turned off a few of the Brazilian people, man. Because I'm gonna tell you though, it wasn't even Cris Cyborg, man, that really got the people to turn on. You know, it was Rickson Gracie. Because, you know, he's very respected in Brazil, man. Very respected. And when he put that damn video out, hey, man, that video, he was talking about Amanda, man. He said, man, you teach them everything and they go and they sell all your secrets. And, man, that right there. Huh?
Was he talking about Amanda or Claudia or both?
Nah,
Claudia's
got the same criticism.
It's not.
You got the same criticism.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Look, what's the thing? When it comes to the women in Brazil, there's only one Cris Justino.
There you go.
And it's Amanda Nunes, though. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though.
Double check,
Nunes, hey man, I got the. She is, man. Look, man, Nunes can pretty much do what she wants. Nunes in charge, and unfortunately, man, why I hate it, Cris. She dominated Spencer, but see, I knew that they were going to use the Spencer fight against her. See, she had to get Spencer up out of there by round one. I mean, Spencer had to go, and it's like she lost a little bit of leverage. You know, that's my opinion, okay? See, me, I thought the fight was dominant. You know, I mean, Amanda didn't starch everybody. I mean, hell, Amanda didn't starch Valentina. She went the distance with her and beat her. So, you know, people saying, well, you're supposed to knock out a certain person, you're supposed to. And people can have an argument, well, Amanda was bigger and stronger than Valentina. How come she didn't knock out? You know, well, it's the same thing. Cris is supposed to be, you know, so much better than Felicia Spencer. Well, how come you didn't knock out? Well, hell, ain't nobody knocked Felicia out. So, I mean, I don't get it. You know, she went in there, she fought. She won convincingly. Okay, there it is.
Mhm.
You know, a win is a win. A knockout, a chokeout, a decision, they're all wins. Split decision is a win. But in Chris's case, she needed to be absolutely perfect. And of course,
Yeah.
looking at the naked eye and looking at Dana White, she wasn't perfect. And I even think even if she was perfect, we were still going to be at this point. Okay?
No, coach.
I agree because even if
Really?
she would have knocked out Spencer, he still would have took a dump all over her. It doesn't matter.
He would have cut her though.
He's
You think? You think he would have cut her still?
Of
listen,
course, duh.
listen. It doesn't matter what she do. She's damned if she do. She damned if she don't. Okay. He's gonna find a way to take a dump all over this woman. It's been like this in Strike Force.
Yeah, but I felt like after she lost the belt, that he kind of had her on like some random Marcos type shit. Like, okay, every fight from now on, you need to knock the person out in the first round or you're out.
Well,
Like, I kind of
we
felt like
all know that he didn't want her there in the first place.
Yeah, boy.
he did, but I'm just saying, I just think that just turned up the pressure on her. Like, you don't have the belt anymore. You know, you got to beat everybody first round, within 45 seconds or you're out. And, you got her up out of there. I mean, the UFC will be all right, though. I mean, they can still make money. They got enough simp ass.
Whatever. Whatever. I can't. I mean, it's just too much, man. She needs to, be where she's, treated fairly. And the
Respected?
UFC is not where
Yeah.
is that exactly.
Yep.
It's just too much, man.
Yeah, it's time. It was
It's
time
too
for her to go.
much.
I do agree with TJ. I think that
Yeah.
maybe she should have been, in a situation to really get out of
Yeah.
there a long time ago. I thought she could have.
Mhm.
Now, okay, random stories and chats. Okay, her public apology. Now, let me tell you about that. Chris did not. Chris don't manage her social media accounts, and I'm sure you know that because Chris really, honestly, don't have the physical time to do it, and she's not technically savvy. I mean, she's just not. That's just what it is. Okay. With that being said, okay. With that being said, with Chris not being technically savvy, her team did it. And of course, fighters they have to apologize all the time for what their team do. I mean, look, did we ever get an apology from Holly Holm, from Mark Aragon? Did we ever get that apology from Team Home? Hell, did we ever get that apology, from Team Kobe Covington for calling Brazilians filthy animals? Did we ever get these apologies? Because see, if we're gonna come out about this now, I got to throw that back on you, okay?
Did we get the
But
apology from Askren saying the prejudice stuff about Masvidal? Yeah, it was prejudice. I caught on to it. Go ahead,
so
Coach.
now, but here's the thing: Chris Cyborg was woman enough to come out and say, "Listen, you know what? Yeah, my team made it. My team misquoted Dana White. She took the video down, which had went viral. Okay, she was making money on the video. Okay, I mean the video went viral in a couple of days. She could have kept it up and kept making, her what $900 a month on the video because that's what a viral video, and probably more than that because people was watching that video from start to finish. So Chris probably had a video that could probably pay her $4,000. Okay, right there. She deleted that. Okay, she deleted that. She deleted the video and then put the video back up there for what he really said. So I mean, that takes a honest person to do that. It takes a person to do it, and she did it. That's just what it is. Okay. So I mean, are we gonna address some of the other stuff? I mean, are we gonna address the fact how he's still covering for John Jones? I mean, are we gonna address the fact that he told that lie about John Jones and saying John Jones ain't dirty, but we all know he dirty? Are we gonna address the fact that Dana White covered for Brock Lesnar? Oh, y'all remember Brock Lesnar, who got paid $2.5 million and he was still dirty. I mean, are we going to talk about any of this stuff that Dana White's covered up? I mean, are we going to do it? Because damn, if we're going to sit here and talk about a video, well, hell, let's start talking about Dana, or the fact that he allowed Ronda Rousey to violate company policy on Media Week. I mean, you got to talk to the media. Ronda told him, hell no, I'm not talking to no media, and of course he let that slide. But we're not going to talk about that. I mean, come on, man. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that. And who been lying all this time? Who's been telling the lies? Who's been look? This right here shows honest. I mean, what has Dana White been honest about anything? This dude been exposed left and right. Hell, even Laura Stanko, his lackey didn't even believe him. The video that Dana put up with him and Stanko, that video got more dislikes than likes. That means people don't buy a damn thing you saying. The damage control just did more damage to his bald-headed ass. And that's just what it is. That's
Yeah,
just what it
and
is.
yep. And listen, and to address The I didn't watch my brother Full Time's video. Full Time's always good here, man. He's always good. I didn't watch the video, but
What video?
if it's true that he was asking about like why bring it up stuff now, well, listen, if you're gonna say such terrible things and then you're gonna keep on saying it, and then like listen, if you're gonna say something publicly, like they're mad. Like Dana White, he's mad that Chris Cyborg dang near questioned his manhood. Like, okay, this is the type of dudes that we're dealing with, right? Joe Rogan whispered in my ear, like I started cracking up laughing, like, hey, Chris, I'm sorry. Like, come on, man, you know. So I mean, like, where's the track record? Where's the track record? None of us are perfect. I mean, we all make mistakes. Oh man, I make mistakes all the time. But I mean, if your track record is constantly doing the same thing and the same thing, like I have to question people. They want to just go after Cyborg. Like, so Cyborg apologized. Okay, so what more do you want? Are you going to demand that of Ben Askren? Are you going to demand that of Dana White? Let's just stick to Dana White. Are you going to demand that of Dana White? You know.
And what's
Rogan
that part
whispered in
when
her
he
ear.
said in the interview where he said that she looked like Wanda Silver in a dress? And what did he say to Laura that I really wasn't trying to say it that way that she looked like Wanda Silver in a dress,
Well,
but like
how
she
the
was
fuck else
built
was she
like
supposed to take it? Shit.
Exactly.
yeah. But you heard what he said, right?
Yeah,
He
he was
said
trying to say
that
that.
no, I really wasn't
What
trying to
he meant it
say
as a
it.
compliment?
He said I really wasn't trying to say it that way, but you see how built Wanda Silver is. That's how she was built like that. I wasn't trying to say that she looked like I don't know what he was trying to say, but he was trying to justify that. And I was like, you just said that she looked like Wanda Silver in the dress.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all about this whole thing too. See, and Brendan Schaub, you got Brendan Schaub, or I call him Brendan Cotton Swab, and then I call Ho Rogan. Okay, you got all these narrative people, Ho Rogan, Brendan Swab, and all these other people, John Anik. See, all these people, they sat back, and Brendan Schaub was the one. He told me, yeah, I really do like Chris, but I was wanting Felicia to win. Okay, good, no problems there. Okay, I have no problem if somebody, hey, if that person looked like me, I want them to win. I don't think they're racist. But see, what hit me with Brendan Schaub is like, oh, well, but there won't be any little girls watching Chris Cyborg on TV and thinking, man, I wonder if I can do that. They're not going to aspire to be like Chris Cyborg. That's what he was saying. So, wait a minute. So you saying that Chris Cyborg is so unmanly, it's so unfeminine that you think that no little girls will look up to her. He said it. Now, Paige Van Zandt and Rachel Ostovich, yeah, I mean, a lot of girls can relate to them and they can look up and say, hey, I can do that. Like, get the fuck out of here, Brendan Schaub. You racist, slickhead. And people don't know why you calling him racist because he criticized an all black panel that the UFC put together. Ain't nobody
I
else say
can't
nothing
believe
about
I
it.
didn't know about that. I can't. I'm mad that I even gave him any credit,
Nobody,
Coach.
nobody said anything about that except for him. He criticized the all black panel. It was Daniel Cormier, it was a Karen Bryan, and it was a Tyron Woodley. And he said, "Well, I think the broadcast panel needs more diversity." That's what he said. So right then and there, I already knew what he was about. Okay, and he point blank just went in there and he pretty much said that Chris Cyborg too ugly and won't nobody even try to even want to be like Chris Cyborg. But when she got thousands of little Brazilian girls that want to be like her, that look up to her, that admire her. Hell, even Felicia Spencer said that Chris Cyborg, she admires Chris Cyborg. And she watched Chris Cyborg when she was coming up. I mean, so I don't understand. So this is the thing, man. This is the thing. The whole narrative is out there. Dana White got pawns. You even got CLP Sonic running around here with his old goofy self. Um, Him and Dana White still cool, and he worked for ESPN, and so he had to commentate on the UFC. So of course he's gonna kiss Dana's ass as well. They still buddy buddy, and they all got that mindset. They all think alike. Misha Tate, all of them, man, they think alike. And their whole goal is to deframe and deframe this girl character, make her seem like she nothing. Okay, you got Brendan Schaub talking about, she too ugly and people don't want to. And that's what he was saying, y'all. That's what he was saying. He said it in a nutshell. Okay. Then you
You're
got
right.
Dana White over here saying she a coward. So now, okay, she's an ugly coward that is afraid to go in there and fight Nunes. Okay. Hold on now. We got to make sure we're using these wrenches correctly. Hold on, guys. Cause if I give, okay, listen,
I can't see the comments, coach, so it ain't
George.
me.
I don't think George said anything disrespectful. He just said nobody cares about Covington or Lawler. Yo, we got to use these wrenches very, very respectfully because I don't think there was a problem with that comment. Unless he said something else before that. But yeah, we got to stop. Please don't time him out. Okay, please don't do that. Unless it's
I can't see
necessary.
nothing.
If it's some kind of sexual comment or he calling somebody, yeah, don't, you time his ass out.
If he
But
says something sexual, get him out of here. But
yeah, but that
Well,
comment, we can't keep doing that to him because that's not right.
I
Nobody,
can't see anything.
because the only thing he said was nobody cares about Covington or Lawler. That's it. That's
Mm.
all he said. So I don't think that was fair.
Oh
I
wait,
mean,
what?
he's used to it by now, but still that don't make it right. That's not right. So
I can't see no comments. I don't see nothing.
I
yeah,
don't even know what's
yeah,
going on.
no, we can't time people out for their opinions. We can't do that.
No,
You know,
he has thick skin, but
yeah, but
no,
it
yeah,
I
just
can't
that
see.
that
I
but
yeah,
can't
it,
see nothing.
it don't
yeah.
make it right though.
We'll
I don't
leave
I,
it to
I, I don't.
sexual.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen. As
if
long
he
as he's
says
not
something
talking about no booty,
derogatory or
we good.
sexual, then
Yeah.
all right.
As
Says
long
something
as he ain't
sexual or
talking about no
derogatory.
booty, as long as he ain't talking about no booty, we good.
So
We
the
good.
You
George,
know, I forgot
George
TJ was in
returning 3 minutes, George. Maybe we maybe we can get you no for real, maybe we can get you on the panel. It'll be our mea culpa.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean yeah,
Go
as,
ahead.
I'm gonna
as
put him
long
on the
as he
panel.
ain't talking about nobody's booty, we good.
No, he wouldn't. I mean,
Okay.
he actually had a good fair critic. He just don't like Robbie Lawler. I mean, that's
Oh,
not a reason to time
no.
him out.
I actually am interested in that fight. I really want Lawler to whoop that Kobe Covington
Yep.
back. I'm
Yep.
actually going to watch that fight. I'm
Yep.
going to watch that fight because I really want. Kobe Covington is really and listen, we all have our different political stuff, but he's really pushing. They're doing the promo for him. He got the military thing in, and he got the MAGA hat. He's talking his trash. Lawler's not saying much, so I think Lawler's gonna be ready. I'm interested to see that fight. I'll tell you, man. I really want Kobe to get beat, man.
Yes, sir. Yep. Agreed.
I can't stand him. Oh,
And I hate when people use the military. Dude, I had 2 uncles in the military. Stop. Don't use them as a prop. It's just that whole fake. I'm right wing, pro military. Dude, there's people that are pro military from all over the political spectrum, man. So and what does it even mean to be pro military? But it is what it is. He has to do what he has to do to play that, push that narrative.
Yeah.
But but being pro military or supporting troops is not a left right thing. It's not. It's just having appreciation for whatever. And I appreciate anybody that signs up and does their job to their bill. I don't care if you work at McDonald's or what. I was raised that way. I was raised up blessed. Dad, mom, I was raised up blessed, but I was never bougie ever. I was taught to, man, if somebody does their job to the best of their ability, whatever. But I've spoken to military people, they get turned off and like, oh man, thank you so much. They be like, well, dude, I mean, this is what I signed up for. This is what I do, but I thank you. But yeah, the hell with Kobe Covington, man.
Damn. Yeah, if he lose, I mean, I won't be upset. I mean, I'll probably make a video laughing at him. That's what I'm gonna do. And if he get KO'd, I'm definitely gonna be laughing. I think I'm gonna do worse than what I did to Bojangles, man. I think I'm gonna be putting out a video every other minute, man. Like,
I wouldn't.
dog, Covington, boy, he got knocked. Like when Jessica I got knocked out, that was a beautiful thing. That was a beautiful thing, boy. Them videos, I had fun every single second making Jessica I fans upset and triggering them dudes. Them dudes was mad. You can't talk about Jessica like this, man. You're so disrespectful, man. What? No, man, that was fun. I love triggering them guys. Love seeing somebody get upset, leave 5 comments that they can't even see up there anyway. Well, my comments don't come through. You need to hear what I'm saying about Jessica. F you, CSH. F you.
Hey, coach, I be going to Creator Studio and I be seeing comments held for review. I be laughing. I'm like, I didn't even know you left me a comment.
That's right. That's right. You fools. You fools.
And not to say not to say I'm big time. I'm just talking about people talking crap, man. It's like I didn't even know you even said anything. Well, hide user.
Well, General, I'll just be kidding with you, man. With my
No, not you, bro. Not you. I'm talking about these. Yeah, like I said, I ain't big time. I'm talking about people like calling me out my name and stuff like that, like saying racist stuff.
Oh yeah.
Nah, you ain't finna call me that. Still have your teeth in your mouth, man.
That's right. I'm with you, Coach.
You gonna disappear. Ain't nobody gonna see you again. We gonna make sure you disappear. Poof, be
Who
gone.
Uh-oh.
did that?
Be gone. Yeah, you say that in my face, you gonna disappear. Oh, racist. Yeah, okay. Come on, let's go. Um, Let me see. Okay, my girl Batty B says, how come Cris didn't demand a request her last fight on her contract to be against Nunes? Oh, well, she did. She did request that fight. Matter of fact, she requested that fight immediately. Like the day after, she was like, she texted Dana White. That's what she was talking about. Like she texted Dana White, and she said she wanted an immediate rematch. But Dana, he came on TV and said, well, no, that fight don't make sense. 'Cause remember, he was saying that the fight don't make sense. Why? Why would I want to make that fight? And then Amanda also came out with a tweet, and she said, I don't even think I want to go back up to 145, but here, you can fight Kayla Harrison. So all that stuff came out. And then, maybe months later, Dana said, yeah, you know what? That fight probably is a fight that I want to make. But Cris was she was actively trying to get that fight for her last fight, but Dana wasn't having it. He wasn't having that at all, and he threw Felicia Spence in there. So, and it was convenient because she just got signed, and she went in there and whooped up on Megan's ass. And then, they asked her who she want to fight. Felicia ain't even say Cyborg. Felicia said, well, I'll fight who they put in front of me. That's what she said. She didn't say Cyborg. And guys, I gotta be honest with y'all. Felicia wasn't afraid, but Felicia didn't want to fight Cyborg. She didn't. You can kind of tell they were trying to get her to say Cyborg. I'm gonna whoop your ass. They were trying to, but Felicia didn't take the bait. She didn't take the bait. She just said, I'll fight anybody. But you can look at her body language and tell she really didn't want to take that fight. Like, she didn't want to.
Well, Coach, wasn't that her 10th fight?
Oh, Felicia.
Yeah.
It's eighth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's too soon to be fighting somebody like Cris Cyborg. I understand her not wanting to take the fight, but I mean kudos to her for getting in there. GDR did. So
Oh wait, but let everybody tell it. People that got 8, 9 wins, they ready for Cyborg.
yeah, that's true. That
Yeah,
Eight,
the fight was a mismatch, man. And see, honestly, if Felicia would have got seriously hurt, everybody would have been saying, because see, they was hyping up. The only thing I don't like is they were saying, well, yeah, this girl's got BJJ, she black belt. I respect her as a fighter because I like Felicia Spence. But they were saying, yeah, she got all this BJJ. She can do this. Oh, this is going to be a formidable test for Cyborg. And this person could, sit back and choke out Cyborg. Yeah, she got a chance to do it. I know she can do it. This Chael Sonnen, Ho Rogan. You had even Dana White saying that narrative. And then Felicia started saying, yep, I see the holes in Cyborg's game. And, if I take it to the ground, boy, I could submit her. Felicia was saying all this. And it's like, okay, now she get her ass whooped. Now everybody, oh, man, well, Felicia, man. Wow, man, she gets a lot of kudos for this, Wow, she gets kudos. I mean, Felicia, wow, she hung in there. Wow, moral victory for Felicia. What could he do? What could he do? Well, what could the hell do? She got her ass whooped. So, I mean, what now? Now, I mean, what? Now, you can't have it both ways. Which one is it, y'all? Which one is it? I mean, was she going to whoop Cyborg's ass, or damn it, do we just give her a moral victory? Which one is it? You know? God dang, y'all. God dang. We're going to be talking about...
Felicia Spencer... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, she just, in the last article I said, she was willing to fight her again. Do you guys believe that?
Girl, bye.
I didn't really have an opinion.
Wait, say that again?
But she said, so she was talking about how, like, she's feeling good. She felt good about the fight, and she actually had her confidence. And I'm glad her confidence wasn't destroyed. And then she was saying like she'd actually be willing to fight her again, which most people coming out of a fight, even if they got their ass whooped, they won't say that. So I was like, man, I mean,
love Felicia, but she's suffering from some brain damage. She don't want that work again, please.
Yeah,
I think it's about the money.
Yeah. But just
she never made that money before for a fight, so I mean, I can see her saying that.
I kind of got the feeling that does she really? Because she was like, I don't know who I'm going to fight next, and I was like, man, does Felicia Spencer even believe that they'll make the division around her? But I think they will. I think they want to build it around her, but
how long do you think that'll last, General? I mean, she one good shot to the gut away from being losing her title if she had it.
You can't trust
For
Dana
real.
White, but I do think Dana White likes her, but he's so bad with the women. It's like I don't know. I mean, he'd much rather build a division around her than Cyborg. That's
Yeah,
right in
but
front of
my
us.
point is, my point is, you can't build a division around her. I'm just saying she's not that fighter. They thought the same thing about Megan Anderson. They thought she was solid. Now they know she's a hype job. So it's like, now you're gonna go to Spencer with that little what did you call it, General? Her punch. That's how many fights you think she's gonna get? Like that. She's gonna start getting her ass whooped. She don't get her core together.
Oh, you talking about pancita? Yeah, she got that pancita.
I'm saying that's gonna be a problem.
She got cute little pancita. Yeah, panza. I like a girl with a little panza.
And I'm gonna tell you right now.
You know what?
I'm just keeping it real. They look normal, like a girl with a little panza.
Not as a fighter.
Oh no, not as a fighter.
I'll tell you right now.
Getting those knees to that panza.
She gonna wind up being just like Holly Holm. Remember how Dana thought Holly Holm was gonna get that 145 belt, and GDR ruined it. I'm telling you, GDR gonna move up. Watch.
You know what?
She just might.
She gonna get that belt.
Yep, I can see that happening. They give that girl the belt, GDR move up and tax the shit
Yep.
out of their ass.
Yep.
Well,
Commander don't want to be up there.
Man.
Well, she doesn't care. She has the bantamweight belt. She don't care about that 145 belt. She doesn't care.
Nope.
Man, I don't care about no featherweight belt. Please.
Especially now.
How cutthroat would it be that Dana White was like, real hugged up and all pleasant and kikiing and cacaing with Felicia Spencer, and then he just screws over. I don't want to see any fighter screwed over, but that'd be pure Dana White, man. Oh yeah,
well, you know what?
We'll build a division around you.
General, I mean, I heard what Coach said. I think he's gonna close it down. I really do.
The whole division.
Well, there's nobody there. No, he said he's gonna have the featherweight division. It's on Twitter. He said he's not closing that division down. He said the featherweight division is gonna continue.
Okay, well, if he said it, we can believe him, right? See what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. I got you. No, I got you. No, because he said that before, and then he lied about shit like that. You can't.
Exactly.
You're right.
I'm gonna wait and see.
So listen, let's do this. Let's
No,
look at.
he's right. He's right.
Let's look at possible featherweights. Okay, hold on. That he could bring into that division. Let's look. Okay, and guys, we can only go to Invicta. Okay. Now there are other featherweights probably out there lingering around, but if they're in Bellator, they're off. We can't say them because he can't get Bellator fighters. Okay.
What about LFA?
Yeah, he can get LFA. He can get Ryzen. He can get any of those fighters because Ryzen, they don't sign those people to they don't sign them to definite contracts in Ryzen. So that's why you got people like King Rena talking about she want to come over and try to get a piece of Cyborg. But I'm like, girl, you got beat up by Cindy Dandois, girl. I don't know if that's gonna work out. Hold on, I can tell you the possible flyweights, guys, and this I'm gonna tell y'all.
Hey, stop calling them flyweights.
Featherweights,
yeah.
You know what I mean. Sorry. And
Coach, question for you quick.
Yes, sir.
You think King Rena could beat Spencer?
No. Nah, she can't, man. She can't do it, man. King Rena though, her striking now she can fight, man. She can strike well, but she's suspect on the ground. And Cindy Dandois exposed her, man. Exposed her hard, man. She exposed her hard, and I was like, dang, boy, she got her ass whooped up in here. God.
Did she fight Jazzy Jarrett? King Rena.
Who she fight? Who? Jazzy Gabbert.
Jazzy Jarrett. Yeah. Alpha female.
Hell if I know. Yeah, you know what? I think her and they did fight. Yeah, she beat Jazzy Gabbert. Jazzy Gabbert, that's a professional wrestler. She
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I just thought about, Coach?
Yeah.
I heard Kat say she want to fight at 145 again. So
who that?
She go up and she fight Kat. She say she want to fight.
Oh boy.
I don't know about Cat, boy. I still think she need to go ahead somewhere. Go on and just call it a day, please.
I don't know, man.
I'm kind of on the
Kat,
fence.
No.
I'm kind of on the fence with Kat Zingano.
Nah, man.
Cause y'all think Kat Zingano from 5 years ago would have lost to Megan Anderson?
Not at all.
You can't
Coach,
say
not at all.
You can't say
you had me rolling. You had me rolling when you said you described you did it perfectly. when Kat Zingano, when she's like in the cage, when she's like walking, it's like the electric slide or something. I love it. She man, she got some flow to her, man. She be looking like Archie Moore out there, like the fighters from the 50s and stuff, man. Like that little
I'm hanging up.
electric. I'm just saying, man.
No,
Like
it's weird, but
it's
leave
cute,
Cat
man.
alone, man.
I like it though.
It's weird, but leave
She like
She can't
like
help
Archie
it.
Moore, man.
She can't help it.
No,
Electric
no,
slide.
you know what? No. What General was saying is true. Though. I mean, and it's intentional too. It's not nobody's making fun of her. She just has a movement that makes it awkward for people
Yeah.
fighting her. I what you're saying.
It looks cool to me. I've never seen a woman do that, man.
But if
Yeah,
you watch her
I don't-
interview, when she did an
Mhm.
interview with Ho Rogan, she said that even though she did beat Amanda's ass, she got a lot of brain damage out of that fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to hype her up because she did beat Amanda a few years ago, but her ass ain't been the same since. She took them
Exactly.
punches to the dome.
I think
So
Amanda just ran out of gas in that fight. Because
Mhm.
honestly, I'm like, damn, why she lose that fast? I think Amanda got caught because her cardio
Well, Coach,
it was an issue back then, man. It was a big
yes,
issue back then.
I was gonna say, isn't that the case when you look at her losses, her early losses? It looked like she ran out of steam in what, the second round?
She couldn't
yeah.
breathe. She couldn't breathe, y'all.
Hey,
But if you look at her fight against Rocky, you know, Rocky took her to the. I mean, she got Rocky out at, like towards the end of the fifth round, but with Rocky, she was breathing hard a little bit. Her braids came a loose.
Her braids came loose.
Her braids came loose, man. Amanda was tired. She still was fighting. She still was whooping her ass, but Amanda was like, man, like
Lord.
when's she gonna get out?
you know what? You ain't never lie. It ain't nothing like seeing somebody coming in with a little hairdo and shit like that, makeup on, kind of like what's the girl's name? Coach
What?
Carla Esparza.
Caroline?
Carolina Kovacevic.
Carolina Kovacevic.
What the hell was she thinking, man? Makeup, eyelashes?
Yeah, they come in there, and all this shit in their hair and stuff, and at the end, it's like they got ran over by a bus. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like Amanda looked like Amanda's braids were like Rocky's braids still looked okay, but Amanda's braids were finished. Like you would think Amanda lost the fight.
God
I
damn.
was like, God damn, like, but I mean, maybe it's just a looser texture hair. I don't know, but it's still like her braids were tight and neat, and after the fight, man, them braids were loose. Like some of her hair was hanging.
She was throwing so much power, her braids came loose. That's what I'm saying.
I can't with y'all. I can't.
Listen, y'all gonna get Cat hurt, man.
Talking about
I
KK.
can't.
Y'all gonna
The disrespect. Y'all have been disrespecting Amanda all night. I've
Ain't
had
nobody
disrespect.
I've
Listen,
had enough. I'm
I
so
don't give a
done.
damn about no damn Amanda.
How are we disrespecting Amanda?
I don't give a
get
damn
this.
about no damn
Listen,
Amanda.
listen. Y'all
Well, how come
disrespect
she?
Cyborg.
But y'all saying she don't care about the 145
She
belt?
don't.
I feel like
She
does.
doesn't.
She don't.
I mean,
She
she
don't.
has the bantamweight belt. She does not care about the 145
Listen,
belt.
She don't care
She
about
The only
doesn't.
time,
That's
the
not
only time she
disrespect. That's
cared
true.
about it was
It's
when she
true.
won it.
It's
She
not
cared. That's it.
disrespect.
Okay,
She
TJ, what were you saying?
I said she cared when she won it because it was Cris Cyborg. There's nobody else there.
Right.
She don't give a damn about that division. That's it.
Listen,
I mean, I
she
feel
really
like
doesn't need. She doesn't need the belt. That's what I'm trying to say.
she doesn't.
She
I mean, the
doesn't need that belt.
135 belt is her baby. The reason why that's her
Yep.
baby
Yeah.
is because that's her first belt. You know what I mean? That was her breakout. That was her breaking out, you know, into the league. So I feel like that 135 is what means the most to her. I don't care what she
Yeah.
says. I feel like 135 means the most to her. I feel like 145, she just wants that 145 belt to make history as the
Right.
first woman to be champion.
Yeah.
So
So we're
I do
not
agree
disrespecting, but she just don't. That's not really the belt that she is not, concentrating on. The bantamweight one, yeah, but the featherweight, nah.
But I thought it was because of the comp. Like I said, once you win the 145 belt, you beat Cris Cyborg. There's nobody else there. So how do you still care about the belt? Now, when she was at 135, she beat Misha Tate. She beats Ronda. I mean, she beat all comers. So I mean, yeah, that should mean more to you because you had to go through more people to get to that belt, like real names. At 145, it's just
Right.
Cris. There's nobody else. Now, if GDR decided she want to fight at 145, Amanda might feel different, but I doubt it.
No, she ain't gonna go to no 145.
No, GDR
Hell
ain't
to
going.
the no.
GDR would get cracked.
Mm-mm.
Well,
And
I think that's a good fight though between her and Amanda. I think I kind of want to see what GDR don't come as far as takedown defense versus Amanda, and then I want to see if Amanda can strike with GDR because that was years ago. So
But
I don't know.
would you rather see it at 135 or 145? Because I would rather see that at 145, really. 'Cause I think that's an advantage to GDR.
Yeah, I'd rather see it at 145 because somebody will probably get knocked the hell out. So yeah, that'd be
Agreed.
good. Okay.
Yep.
So guys,
yeah, you said it, the featherweights coach.
Yeah, okay, so possible featherweights, man. Okay, so
Right.
Zara Fernando Santos already got a contract. Okay, Alexis Dufresne possibly, which, nobody really knows who she is. Koznick, yeah, people know who she is, but she what 5-2. Then you got Duda Santana, she pretty decent, but she's still young in the game, don't have a lot of fights. Um, you have okay, nah, she retired. A couple of people, damn, they got out the game early, man. Um, you got Jen Drover, you got Allison Smith. Okay, you got, let me see, Liz Phillips. Nah, they won't take her back. Trying to think who else they can pull up in this division. Um,
Coach, what about that girl you interviewed, Josette? Whatever happened to her? Where's she at these days?
Josette, she's still training, man. But see, the thing with her, the PFL, they're
Mm,
not stable, man. The only person that they got, to me, I feel like it's just Kayla Harrison that they got signed long term. But notice that everybody Kayla Harrison fought, you ain't seen them again. Like, have you seen
true.
any of those people? Like, what the hell? Did they put Josette Cotton in a damn black hole and just told her to go some damn where? Like, what the hell? Where's she at? I mean, those
Yeah.
people are gone. The only person they have is Kayla Harrison. So I can't see Cris even going there anyway. If they were stable, I think Cris would go. But she can't get a legacy fight against Kayla Harrison because nobody
Right.
nobody knows who she is. I mean, her first, she only did 135,000, like views. Okay, not pay-per-views. I'm talking about these are like television views. So she's not a household name yet. She will be. I mean, one day she will be. But Cris can't get no legacy fight out of that. It's just it's just what it is. You know. So yeah, she better off going to Bellator. But it's not many people who the UFC can pull up into the. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of people because Scott Coker done scooped a lot of those people up. Then you got people who are in the tough show that he can, take them out of the bantamweight division and pull them back up to 145 pounds. People like Bay Malecki, who she's not very good. Leah Letson is very good. I mean, you
Yeah,
got
but where? What,
Macy Chazon. They need to pull her back up. See, they got some people they can make a division out of, and then they're gonna go into Invicta, and then they'll start pulling from the Invicta. I think the Striking Viking. I think they're gonna pull her back up. If she can get in here and win this Invicta belt, I think they're gonna give her a contract. So you'll have now that'll be what eight featherweights that'll be in the division, including
but
Megan Anderson
cool.
and Felicia.
Megan's on her way out. We know that her next loss is gonna be it. But my question is, as far as people out there to fight Cris, who are the people who would be a legacy fight for her? Because like General said, I believe she don't have a lot of time left, and I don't want to see Cris fighting people with these records of 4-4. You know, so yeah, I'm wondering who, like, other than Amanda and GDR. I mean, who is there?
The last
Julia
person on the
Budd.
list is Julia Budd. That's it.
Yeah,
Yep,
That's
Julia
Julia
it.
Budd.
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 There's nobody else. Amanda, GDR, and Julia Budd. Those are the only three names we need to even be thinking about seeing Cris in there with. That's it.
It would be worth fighting to fight Kayla Harrison because she just wiped the floor with her.
She just not. It's not a legacy fight, man. And then
Mm-hmm.
two, see people they'll say, well, Kayla Harrison can go in there just like they did Spencer. Oh yeah, well they can go in there and give Cyborg a run for their money. Then Cyborg will whoop their ass. Oh well, well they did good to go the distance, or they was too green. I don't want to hit
Right,
anymore
right.
because
It
I
always
told you.
killed me when
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said. It always killed me when they do that stuff like wow, she did a great win. No, she got whooped. I like this. Like in quote movies, but it's like that scene from in Rocky Four when Rocky cuts out in Drago. But
What?
this time Drago beats Rocky.
What?
Did he?
Yeah.
What?
Well, Chris is Drago, and she beat Rocky, and that's supposed to be Spence. Supposed to be Rocky.
Yeah, but I thought
What?
Rocky beat Drago in the movie.
Yeah, he beat in the movie, but Chris is Drago, and she beat Spencer, who's supposed to be Rocky. That's how. Remember, you see they were chanting
No,
her name, Felicia, Felicia, like she was Rocky. But this time, Rocky got beat.
What
I
the
don't know what the hell
heck?
What?
George talking about. George
I'm
be making
talking
up
about
stuff.
that.
Well,
Oh
I
my
don't
they're
know.
they're
god.
trying their
Oh
best.
Lord, have
They're
Now,
trying
mercy.
their
It's not making
best.
an
Felicia
ounce of
Spencer
freaking sense.
supposed to be like
Nah,
Rocky.
They're trying their best to make.
Everybody was trying to push her and be like next, like Rocky Balboa in the movie. Everybody like Rocky. Remember, Rocky lost to Apollo Creed in the first fight, and then he came back and beat in the second fight. But Felicia supposed to be like Rocky, and then supposed to say Cyber supposed to be like Ivan Drago.
Well,
Because
see,
they
no,
don't think
I see what
I
George
get
is
it. I
saying
get it. I
because
get
look,
it.
we all have sense, right? So we know that
No, no.
the Cyborg ain't no damn Drago, but the mainstream media they want to push her ass like they're bringing up tests from 7 years, almost a decade ago, and they want to
Yeah.
the and that punk Shab, which I didn't know I didn't even know about all the stuff he said. Oh yeah, these little girls they can't really look up to Cyborg, so they're trying to push that. They're trying to make
Yeah.
Cyborg into Drago.
Hey, General,
Yeah.
little girls can't look up to Cyborg, but there's videos out there of people with her doing these mall appearances and stuff. All these little girls getting autographs and shit. I mean, see that you got to stop because
Exactly.
the truth,
And
it's not true.
and she,
That's my whole thing. When
and
people
she
and that's
posted that video with
people repeat stuff because they want to believe it's true, but the evidence
Exactly.
is out there that that's not true. I mean, yeah, it's a whole bunch of people look up to Chris, but
and
my
Cyborg.
I'm
whole thing,
one
Yeah.
of them. I look up the Cyborg. I love
And,
Cyborg. Of course I do.
and, and Cyborg did that B with the Catch Me Outside girl, that video. Now, the girl,
what
I'm not a fan of the girl, but she's popular, and she's that video with that girl.
what does that have to do with anything? Though I'm trying to.
It's
Nothing.
about popularity.
God dog.
I just want
You
to give
understand that?
Shab the time of the day because the only reason why people know Shab is because he was fucking Ronda Rousey for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody knows he was a terrible freaking fighter and he got knocked out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I don't even know why people give him the time of the day. Like, he
Yep.
trolls. You know
Well,
what I
you know
mean?
what
He a
Shab said.
troll.
And I don't like
I don't know
Travis
this
Brown,
term.
but I'm glad Travis Brown beat the hell out of him too.
He did. Yeah. Like, come
Uh,
on.
I wasn't aware of this term. I don't want to get too deep into it, but Shab exposed some stuff about Dana White. He's like, don't talk, don't keep talking. We, Eskimo brothers or something. So maybe that's why Dana White is, this part of the reason why. It's multiple reasons why he defends Rousey so much. One of them is because when Cyborg was with Tito Ortiz, but yeah, it's Dana White and Rousey, they're very comfortable. But the hell with Brendan Schaub, man, or whatever his name is.
I wonder if him and Dillian White go to the same barber.
God
Good
damn.
Lord.
Oh
Hold on,
man,
General. You said something before. You were talking about people digging up stuff from the past about Chris Cyborg and how you don't like that. But I'm saying it's the same
yeah,
thing. But what's funny is people will say that they like, well, that stuff with Chris and steroids that was years ago. But then they'll turn around and talk about how Amanda ain't avenged that loss to Kat Zingano yet. I'm like, it's the same shit. You pulling up stuff from a long
right.
time ago that's not relevant today. And I'm
She
like,
Amanda
ain't
Nunes says,
nobody who beat her can beat her today. I don't give a damn what nobody says. None of them can
Exactly.
beat
I
her
agree
today.
with
That's
that.
the thing. That's
Alexis Davis, please.
that's the thing. That's
I
what they
agree with
want to see
that.
because they don't like Amanda. They only ruled on Amanda's coattail because she was fighting Cyborg, and then when
Yeah, but
she stopped fighting
George, you
Cyborg,
the
they
same.
were.
Hold on, George. You the same one that said she need to fight Kat Zingano.
God
You
damn.
said she need to finish that up.
That's a possibility. That's what they
Oh
want to see.
wow.
Cats and all.
You blew him up.
I'm just saying, how the hell you
Wow.
gonna
Yeah, they
say?
really don't like Amanda. They really don't like her, man. I'm telling you, it's
Hold
gonna
on,
come out.
Mhm.
It's gonna come out.
but how
Dana
you
White.
gonna
Dana
tell the
White gonna
person
turn
to
on
say?
her, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. The moment Amanda loses, he will turn on her. We already know
Yep.
that. Like, there's no
Dana White
reason
gonna
to
turn on her, and
state
she
the
doing,
obvious.
yeah.
and she doing a
We
whole
know
bunch of
that.
buffoon.
Exactly. I mean, Amanda is next.
Yeah, he
I'm
gonna
Uh-huh.
turn.
telling y'all. The
And
moment she
see,
loses that belt, he gonna turn on
Mm-hmm.
her.
and she doing a bunch of buffoon ass. Sorry, PG-13. She doing that stuff. Just everything he says, she right there with him. And that's what pissed me off. Really, it ain't the fact that ain't the fact that she's doing what she gotta do to make her money. It's the fact that
Mhm.
he say something, she go along with it. Like I'm telling y'all, she be the one. Hey, Amanda, got a proposition for you. Hey, listen, you jump off this damn bridge. I promise you, you'll have life in the afterlife, and you'll be immortal. Damn it, Amanda, just jump off the bridge. Well, Dana said if I jump bridge, Nina, I'll be immortal. I live forever. You know, Dana White don't
Hey,
steer me wrong, and she'll
Coach,
jump off the
that's
bridge.
I don't you
Coach,
would
She'll go,
no, that is
more
not
every
I
true.
don't give a damn
more
about no Amanda. I'm no Amanda fan, damn it.
I'm sorry,
Look,
but
neither.
She
she
Okay,
does
and
kind of
then
do that.
will do it.
That's the
no,
one thing
She
that
will do
irritates
it.
me
She
about her.
do.
Yes,
Look,
She
she
do.
will
it's
do
not
it.
her
Everything
job.
Dana White
Amanda
She will
is
say,
do
so
it.
every
calm and
every
chill. She's just gonna
everything.
be
She
caring
stayed.
about
She
stuff.
I
stayed.
don't care
Like
about
she's
no
not
Now,
she's
we're
Amanda.
not
not
getting
talking about
Every
emotional.
time,
skill. We're
ain't talking
not
about her
talking about
skill. She
skill.
can
She
fight.
will do it.
She do whatever Dana White tell her to do. That's a puppet.
Yeah, Yeah.
No, what
Yep,
I'm saying is
it
y'all acting
is.
like no. What I'm saying is like Amanda be so chill. She just don't be caring about the stuff that like a lot of
That's
these
right.
players care
She
about.
she
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 don't
That's right.
thinks that
care.
she
So
thinks
I
Don't
that,
feel
care.
like
No,
that Dana White.
She a
I
puppet.
understand
can
what
I
you're
say this,
saying,
please? No, what I'm
but
saying. She's so nonchalant. Let me just say this one thing, and I'll just get a floor to anybody. Amanda's so nonchalant and so chill. I think a lot of people think that her going like they take that as she's going with the flow. She's going with what Dana's saying. Amanda just don't
She
give a
is.
fuck. Amanda trying to get
You
her
know,
money and she's trying to knock bitches out. That's all she's trying to
but
do.
you know what?
we're
I
not
just
talking about skill.
that's
I
no,
don't.
Maybe
no.
I
good
know she's
fighters.
talking about her
Talking
skills.
about a
She's just
skill.
No,
nonchalant.
You're
She's
no.
right.
very
She
nonchalant.
listen,
I said
listen.
that
We're not
earlier.
talking about skill. She's a good fighter, but when it comes to common sense, I'm sorry to say she does not have it.
She
I
lacks
No,
don't
it.
think she
no,
even
no.
cares what I'm
Hey,
saying.
That's
She just
right.
don't
oh,
care.
I
and
said, listen. I said it earlier. She don't care what you think about shit. She's a
She just
fighter.
don't
She don't
care.
care
Okay,
what
okay,
Exactly.
fans
She
that's
listen,
just cares
that's
for the
and
fact that
listen,
fine.
you know
and
what
listen,
Dana
is.
White.
and hold on. And to you, Wrath of a Raider, look. I'm not mad. I was never a Nunez fan. Hell, I got receipts.
Man, listen,
I was
man.
I would look. I've been a non-Nunez fan for years. I used to defend her ass though. I used to until I realized how dumb she really is. Okay, I used to
Thank
defend
you.
Nunez every chance I got. I even made a Nunez intro video. Now I want to vomit whenever I look at that intro video I made. And I put a lot of work. I put a
You
lot of
just
work.
want to vomit
I
because she
put a.
knocked
I put
Cyborg
a.
the fuck
I
out
don't
in
give a
Hold up,
51
damn.
hold up.
You
seconds.
Let me
That's
crazy.
why
say
you
this.
want
You
to
crazy.
vomit.
You
Two
crazy,
things.
girl.
Nobody's
Hey,
hating on
check my
her.
check my
Vomit. She
receipts.
knocked her
Check my
money
Nobody's
out.
receipts.
hating
I've
on
been
No,
her.
disliking
hold
Amanda
on.
Nunes for
Knocked her
damn near 3
motherfucking ass
years.
out into
Any damn
retirement. And you
body who's been on
mad.
this channel
Excuse
and
me.
you've been knowing it for long enough, let me tell you, I've been not liking Amanda. So it was
Coach,
never
You
Cyborg.
are mad, Coach. You
Hey,
are
hold up,
I've
mad.
hold up.
always hated
Yeah,
Amanda
No,
Nunes.
not
I
that
can't
let me
stand
serious.
her.
say
I
this.
can't stand her
Nobody's
now.
hating on
I couldn't
Amanda.
stand her
Okay, she
last
knocked
year.
out
I couldn't
Cyborg.
Oh
stand her
my
the year
god.
before.
Who's
I couldn't stand her
hating?
3 years
Nobody's
ago.
It's
hating,
so
I
sweetheart.
sad.
couldn't
Nobody's
She knocked
hating.
stand
out
Amanda
Cyborg.
Nunes, and
She
I
got a
can't stand her
got a
now,
Nobody's
lucky shot.
and I
hating.
never will.
Coach, I got a question.
Now,
Got a question for you, Coach.
Nobody's
I
hating
can't
on
Coach,
her.
stand no
question,
damn
question,
Amanda
Lucky shot.
Nunes. Amanda
question
Nunes
for you,
can
Coach.
kick rocks. I don't give a sorry PG-13. I don't care about no damn Amanda.
Ain't
Hell, who
nobody
cares?
hating on the girl. Okay, she knocked out my favorite fighter. Ain't nobody hating on Amanda.
Hey,
Yeah.
Who's
ask
hating on this
anybody,
girl?
ask
All y'all
anybody,
said,
ask
look,
anybody in
Can
the
I ask a
comment
question?
stream.
Who the
y'all keep
fuck?
I've
Who the
mentioning
always
fuck is
said
her
hating
this.
on her?
skill.
I've always
Can I
said
ask
this
a question?
about Amanda. Ask anybody.
Get
I've
the
always said
fuck
this.
out of here.
Y'all keep mentioning her skill. Nobody like we're taking skill out
Like
of the equation. What I was simply
Nobody's
Oh, well,
saying,
hating
okay,
on
okay,
Coach hates
her.
her
okay.
what
ever
I
since
was
he put the
simply
If
clothes
we
on the
saying
take
is
skill out
dog.
the
that
equation,
she's
then
very
He put the
nonchalant.
clothes on the damn dogs.
She's very
Can I ask
Yes,
a
nonchalant,
he
question?
y'all.
does.
She just
Two
Dog.
things.
like
Two things.
Amanda
I'm gonna
be
let T.
chilling. Like Amanda
I'm
be
gonna
chilling.
let TJ go.
Okay, she chilling.
she
Let,
chill.
I just want to ask a question.
I
Okay,
know I
TJ.
know a
Okay.
lot of dumb people who chill.
I
And
mean,
then
just
she
for
wants to talk
Well, you know
about
what? I know a lot of dumb
Jackson.
people that knock people
Don't
out in
bring that up.
51 seconds, and she's one of them. Next.
Okay,
Okay,
but
TJ,
what
what
I'm
were you
saying.
saying?
Wow.
I
I mean,
thought we
for
let
taking
people
TJ
that
Okay.
let
I
TJ
Yeah.
thought we
roll.
take I thought we taking the skill out of it. Can we
No,
take
we're
the
gonna put
skill
it
Yeah,
out?
back in. We're
No,
gonna
can
put
exactly.
it
we
back in.
if
She
we take
knocking
the skill
bitches
out
out
of
in
it,
less than
she
a
dumb
minute.
as a brick. And I said this 3 years ago, and I'm saying it
I don't want
again
to hear
three
it.
years
She
later.
knocked your favorite
She
fighter
dumb as
out.
a
That's all I
brick.
care about.
Please.
Okay,
You
she
ain't
knocked
been
out
around, but you
Cyborg.
ain't been
TJ.
around.
Okay,
But you
she
ain't been
okay.
around. But see, I can say with
Okay,
Cassie
TJ.
Ngannou and
Cyborg.
Alexa
Okay,
Davis,
so okay.
underlings who Cyborg would never lose to.
Mhm.
Amanda lost to them. See, I could go and say that, but see, I'm not saying it.
You
I've
can
I've
say that,
I've disliked Amanda Nunes
had
for years.
but Cat
Ask
has
anybody.
brain damage, and now
I'm
she's
not trying to hear all
noodling
that.
and
I don't
electrocuted
care.
after the
Amanda still
fight.
lost. Amanda still
So
lost the fight. I don't care
Oh
about
Amanda,
that.
Amanda,
Lord.
I
but
don't
your
care
favorite
about that,
fighter
okay?
lost. So who
Listen,
She might be
cares?
Amanda,
America's
listen,
wife.
She's
Amanda,
gone.
Amanda,
listen.
Listen,
Lost to
remember,
I
Jackson
TJ,
Donald
have
she's
and
had
gone
Alexa
this
now.
Davis.
opinion of Nunes for a while. This is not new with me. I mean, look, even before I was doing worse than this. Before she beat Cyborg, you can ask
Man,
TJ. You can ask TJ.
mm-hmm.
I was doing worse than this.
She did.
I'm being
Yeah,
and
she
the,
nice.
and
did.
the one, and
Yep.
she may have beat Valentina, but she didn't finish her. She never knocked her out.
Hell, I was more upset that she beat
George, oh
Valentina.
hush.
Yeah,
With
What does
your
that matter, man? A
oh
win is a
George,
win.
bye. Just hush.
it's a
And
win, but she
Coach,
didn't finish
I
her.
had a
Yeah,
question
but
for you. I had a question.
nobody's
Yes, sir.
hating
Yes,
on
sir.
Guys,
her.
let
Okay,
Hold on,
she
me
did
hold on.
what she
I was trying
did.
to ask this question
let
for
me
the
yeah.
Okay,
the
Please.
people
TJ.
that the people that are big
Wow.
Cyborg fans, I was trying to ask them this: if Amanda and Cyborg had a rematch and Chris won, so what? Now they 1-1. What you want to see them fight
Yeah.
a third time?
Yeah, trilogy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Best
I would like
fight.
to see it again.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
it
I'm saying, like,
happens.
Look,
but I'm just
look,
saying, if you won, people would be like,
look
oh,
at,
okay, I'm like, well, they would just be 1-1. I'm saying, so we would have to see them fight 3 times, and that ain't gonna happen. We
See, like
both know,
this,
we all know that.
but TJ, the fans like a trilogy fight. People like those trilogy wars. You know,
Yeah, if they're
Ali
competitive,
and Frazier, Gotti and Ward. You
if
know,
they're competitive.
Winner and Durant. They love those things. It doesn't matter if you may
No,
not
no,
like it
hold
or
on,
you know, like, but it's
You're
about
wrong.
what the
You're
fans
wrong.
want.
You're wrong. The fights you talking about were competitive.
Yeah, trilogy fight. They don't lose that.
51 seconds to beat anybody.
Now, TJ,
Okay,
let me
TJ,
cut in.
oh,
Let me
TJ, I agree with you.
Daddy.
Don't care
I
about
agree with
no
you,
numbers.
TJ.
Let me cut in.
Say this. No, let me say this. I agree with TJ. Like, it needs to be competitive. The only reason I'm a Amanda fan, but let me say this. Like, I think the reason why that first fight between Cyborg and Amanda wasn't competitive because Cris lost focus and she got out of her comfort zone. That's the only reason why I wasn't competitive. If Cris was as calm as she normally is, I do think that fight would have been competitive. And that's not me taking up for her. That's just me kind of like stating facts. She went crazy after the leg kick, and that was it. But if she was calm, trust me, it would have been competitive.
If she said the same strategy did with the Holly,
but don't discredit her because of a
now I have to ask this question now.
It's still a great fight.
I have to ask this question now.
Yeah, because Bojangles got knocked out, but she's still a good fighter. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
I've been on this channel for 3 years. Now, Coach, you can add to this list. I've been on this channel for 3 years. I know 2 people. Now, I ain't saying people ain't fans of her and this. I know 2 people that no matter what, they've been rolling with Nunes. That's Nessus and TJ.
Yeah.
Now, okay, now this is the question. People saying or whatever, the coach says this or that about Nunes. Where are the videos about the sinusitis? Where are the videos calling up ESPN? Where are the videos about the sinusitis? And where are the videos calling ESPN?
I know.
But does TJ even make videos?
So TJ, you got blown up.
No.
Yeah, you do.
You don't have to be on
make videos.
I'm just saying post track record. That's all I'm saying. The track record.
And you know another thing. Let me tell you something about the videos. How the hell I'm gonna make a video? I ain't making no Amanda Nunes video like I know her personally.
No, not you, bro. I said you.
I don't know her personally.
That's your girl.
TJ,
I don't know her. I'm not.
Nobody knows by being a fan,
brother. Like I said, you've been rolling hard. I said you've been in the paint.
But I'm not going to co-sign everything you do in life. I'm talking about her as a fighter, not her decition making and shit behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know her.
TJ, you misinterpreted what I said.
Like I said, I ride with Mike Tyson. Even when that time he said about Lennox Lewis about eating his kids and everything else. I ride with that. And that's the side of a true fan. You like a fan with a fan.
Let me clarify. Nessus and TJ have been consistent. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you haven't been here, you haven't been here. But I'm talking about Coach's track record. He caught up ESPN and he was defending the sinusitis. Now, like I said, what I was saying about TJ and Nessus is no matter what, they've always been Amanda Nation. That's what I was saying, bro. Like I said, Coach's track record, he caught up ESPN. And he did the sinusitis. Point blank.
About Cris. At the start, we was always talking about Cris. Coach knows that. Because so when people try to act like, "Oh, you're a Cris Cyborg hater," I'm like, man, please, you come back and see me and Coach talking about Cris.
Oh, you ain't no Cyborg hater.
No, I'm not a Cyborg hater, but I'm just saying she can't be the Amanda Nunes. And I'm gonna tell you something else.
And he called me a hater for that.
I was joking with you, but my point is what George just said though. What I'm saying is, just because you sit up here before a fight, somebody gonna win, and you think that makes you a hardcore fan than me, man, please. I know what I'm looking at. That's why I'm able to tell you when your favorite fighter's gonna lose before the fight.
Exactly.
You just sit up here going on hopes and dreams. I'm telling you that Cris wasn't.
Okay, Cris Lewis in the story.
No, that's not my point. My point is don't sit up here and call me a fair weather fan when you just talk.
It's about
who you like.
Why would you fight a win, lose, or draw?
You don't have nothing to say.
Like if they lose, they lose.
I
had nothing to say with my fighter lost. I had a lot to say, God dog it.
Yeah.
Listen, I ate my crow and I congratulated Amanda Nunes. I ate my crow.
And I made my video too.
Okay. Lord have mercy.
You know what? I just want to be done.
I just want to be done. Oh, I just want to be done.
I mean, that's what Amanda's good at doing. She's so good at knocking people out and making them quit.
That's true.
So lovely.
But
no,
Cyborg
is no quitter.
Can I say something for full transparency? You know, I'll be rooting if they ever could fight. I'd be rooting for Cyborg, but I think it'd be a tough fight. That'd be a tough fight. You know, I think Amanda Nunes would probably edge it out. You know, but I'm Cyborg Nation, but I think Amanda Nunes would I'd say the odds were in Amanda Nunes' favor.
Yeah, I think she would win again, but
I
I
think
mean, it
Chris will
just
make
sucks.
adjustments and beat her.
It just
Me
sucks that
too.
we're not gonna see this damn fight.
And
Like, I really want to see
still
this.
has a bad stamina. She, if Holly had took her past the third, fourth round, I don't think she would have survived.
But she didn't know. So what's the point? And let's talk
That's not the point. That's why you didn't know.
no, but at the same time, you'll turn it into some big ass victory if Chris won a split decision. Even though Amanda knocked her out in 51 seconds.
I would say she
I
she
wouldn't
would
care.
win.
A win is a win.
You
I
would
would not
fight-
care.
you-
A knockout is a win. A split decision is a win. I'll
a
still
win.
come on here and I'll still
Yes.
talk some junk. I will still talk
Cyborg
junk.
Nation.
I will
That's
still
right.
be in here repping
Cyborg
Cyborg
Nation,
Nation.
stand
When
up.
Chris Cyborg lost, I repped
Damn
Cyborg
right I would
Nation.
say it.
When she was winning,
can't
I was
everybody
repping Cyborg Nation.
Coach, that's why I love you, Coach.
Well, you know what they say: shoulda, coulda, fucking woulda. All right, she didn't get down. Okay.
And you know what they
Okay,
say?
coulda,
yeah,
You know
y'all
what they
can
say?
grow all y'all want to.
You can still
Shoulda,
be a
coulda,
lamb.
woulda. Oh,
You
I
can still
woulda
be a
did
lamb, and
this.
I just won't give
I
a
coulda
damn.
did this.
Because if
I
the,
woulda
That's
well,
okay.
if the
That's
shoe
okay.
was on the other foot,
the
y'all would
best
be
51
angry too.
seconds of your
And
life.
listen,
And the
listen,
dumbest
if
and
the
the
shoe
dumbest
was
3 years of her
if the
life.
shoe and the
The
shoe
best
was on
51
the other
seconds of your
foot.
life, and you love it, Coach. You fucking love it. Eat it
Man.
Yeah,
up.
well,
Amanda's
if the
dumbest
shoe
than
was
the
on the
coach.
other foot,
Man,
y'all
fuck,
be
gonna watch that
acting
fight
like that
again.
too.
I'm in the mood to
Saying that
laugh.
their line
Amanda
Good.
dumb as a
ass
carrot.
shoes laid out on the mat.
Double champ.
Amanda
Double
Nunes is
fucking
dumb as a
champion. You love it.
Double
Man,
dumb.
Cause y'all know
Amanda
damn well
Nunes.
if that was it was the shoe was on the other foot, y'all be acting like that too. So don't even try it.
Amanda
please.
Nunes
I
dumber
wouldn't.
than Adrian
Well,
Broner.
shoulda,
She
coulda,
dumb.
woulda.
Amanda's the
She's
new
gonna get screwed over.
Keith
She's
Thurman.
gonna get
Shoulda,
screwed
coulda,
over.
woulda.
They ain't gonna lose
That's
that.
the
Oh,
end.
Yeah. What
Like,
about
and
you?
y'all know that. That's what I'm
And you
saying.
know
Y'all
what?
be thinking, like, y'all know Amanda's so nonchalant. She don't be caring about this stuff. So it's hard to sit up here and say, "Oh, she's Dana puppet." She just
She
don't
is.
care.
She's
She
a
just
damn
like,
puppet.
yo, where my money
She's
That's
a
at?
a
Where
damn
my
that's
money?
puppet.
he has a
She's a
he
that's
has
a
puppet.
damn shame
She's
to
a
be a
That's how I
damn
still
puppet.
be.
puppet.
Where my
This
money
woman
at?
don't think
Like,
for
I don't
herself.
care. I would
She
not care about
is a
Dana.
puppet. That's what she is.
Coco
And that's what
Diva.
she's
That's a
gonna be.
damn
She is a
shame.
boot
Is that
licking
Brittany
puppet.
Mom?
That's a
Okay?
damn
Boot
shame.
licking
Is that
puppet.
How is
That's
she
what
a
she
puppet if she don't even care?
She do care.
Is that Brittany
She care what
Mom?
Dana
She
think.
don't care.
She care what Daddy Dana
She
think.
don't
She
care.
care what old Daddy think.
cares.
Because when Whisker Biscuit ball
She
here to
don't
say something,
care.
Amanda be right there. Yes, sir,
That's why
boss.
she.
Yes, sir, boss.
That's why
I'm
she
Amanda
keeps
Nunes.
leaning onto
Dana,
that
I
jet.
love you. I kiss your
Is
ass,
that Brittany?
Dana. She'll jump off the bridge for that
Oh, so
damn
is that
man.
what she
Lean on that
did?
jet.
She
So
will
is
jump
that
off
what
the
she
bridge
did?
for that
So
man.
that means that if she
Dana
think Dana ain't
White
so
can
much,
tell Amanda
Dana don't
Nunes
like
that she can
Cyborg.
fly. She can fly, and
Dana
Amanda
don't like
Nunes will jump out of a
Cyborg.
damn
So are
plane
you
thinking
telling
she can
me?
fly, listening to Dana White bald-headed punk ass. That's what'll happen,
Okay,
okay?
You know what?
Amanda
Dana
Nunes
don't like
is
Hold
Cyborg.
on.
So does that mean that Dana told her to knock Cyborg ass out and she did just that?
Man,
Because
that don't
listen.
even make
everything
sense.
Amanda
That don't
Nunes
even
is
make
going
sense.
every
That
time.
don't
It
even
does
make
make
sense.
sense.
He didn't tell
He
Amanda
knocked her ass.
nothing.
He knocked
He
her
told
out. He knocked
Amanda
her
that
out.
Chris was scared, and Amanda running around here saying the same thing. He told
That's the truth.
Amanda
That
that
is
he
true.
now he
That is
promised
true.
That
Amanda all
is
this
true.
stuff. And let's talk about
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what
Ain't
look,
no
hold on,
no.
hold on,
See,
hold on.
interview.
I'm trying to hear that
Listen, I'm
mess.
about to bust you up with some more info. Okay, let's talk about how Dana White made Amanda all these promises, and he ain't came through on hardly any of them. Okay, how we
No.
gonna explain all of that? Matter of fact, how can Dana White explain
Okay,
she the
name
damn
some of the
champion?
promises.
Hold
Okay,
on,
what
hold on,
promises
hold
did
on,
he-
hold on, hold on. First of all, that purse that she got versus Ronda Rousey. Okay, that purse right there. Oh, he promised her a lot of money for that purse. Now, why is her base pay $1.8 million less than Ronda Rousey, but she the damn champion? How we gonna explain all of this? Oh, whoa,
You
hold
know
on.
why.
Hold
You
up.
know why.
Hold
Everybody
up.
knows why.
Hold up.
Yeah, that's true.
But Dana
I know
White
why.
loved her so much. He loved, and then why did Dana White? Okay, if he loved Amanda so much, he said, Amanda, I'm gonna get you this fight with Cyborg. You can make some more money. Well, damn it, he must don't like Amanda that much because he released Cyborg out of the contract. How the hell is Dana gonna explain this? Dana
and
White
Coach
told
Ken-
Amanda.
Dana
he
wasn't
told,
even
matter of
messing
fact,
with Amanda like that.
he did. Well, he did
How
it. He
much-
did it. Proof is in the
Amanda
pudding.
didn't
He
start
did it.
liking her like
And then
that.
next, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Dana
Coach-
You
made
making
Amanda.
invalid arguments.
Dana made Amanda promises. Okay, he promised her 4 big fights. Because, you know, her contract going to be up soon. He promised her 4 big fights. Damn. Looks like he's reneging, isn't he? He's reneging.
Promises,
And
He
who
wasn't
else?
even
Who
messing. He
else?
wasn't messing with Amanda.
Man,
Like
come
would
on.
Amanda be
Sure.
Keisha?
Come on.
Oh, but you said
Amanda
that
Amanda
she.
like that.
Come
Oh,
on.
but you said she
Come
wasn't a
on.
puppet. Promises,
Come on.
promises. Oh,
Come on.
okay.
Amanda's a
No, because
puppy.
you just said you
And
just
look,
talking
and when
about
he turned on
Dana
Amanda,
made promise and he liked her. He wasn't even messing with her, and he
he,
definitely
he
was pissed off after she
when
beat
he turned
Ronda.
on Amanda Nunes, I'm gonna be right here making a video laughing. Okay,
Oh,
because
I already
he
said
did.
that I already said See, this is the thing. I don't like when people state the freaking obvious. Like you got don't.
Well,
There ain't no reason to
exactly.
state the obvious. We
Exactly.
already
The obvious.
said
He
that
gonna
what,
turn
if
on
we
her.
lose to GDR
She
or
a
if we
puppet.
lose to anybody
Yeah.
else, guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna turn on that. We already
She's a
know
puppet.
that.
She a
Yeah.
puppet.
We already know
Okay.
that. So move on.
We
You gotta
already
move
know she a
on. We already
puppet.
know
Look,
that.
Hey, but
I
hold
don't
on.
care.
Who's
See,
know
Even if he
what?
does
Oh,
turn
she
you
can
know
be a
what?
puppy, but
You know
she a
what?
puppy that
She
knocks
gonna be a
Cyborg ass
puppet.
out in 51
I
seconds.
don't give
Wow,
a
what a
damn.
powerful fucking
She's a damn
puppet. She's
puppet,
such a
and she gonna
powerful
stay a
puppet.
puppet. Okay. See, the
You want
She's a
to
reason.
say
See,
powerful
that
I
puppet.
can
Jasmine
decipher.
Rock?
I can decipher. I can even break down
No,
my
you
favorite
can't. No, you
fighters.
can't. No,
I
you
can break
can't.
them
No, you
down.
can't.
See, without going all in. I can break my
No, you
favorite
can't.
fighters down, and I can also be
No, you
balanced
can't.
with my favorite fight. Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Please.
No, you can't.
Hey, how many videos
No,
do
you
I
can't.
have up being
I
balanced
doubt
on
it.
fighters that I like? I got plenty of videos
No.
when I'm breaking down the fight, and I'm not even being biased. I'm being very balanced. Okay.
Coach, you've
See, that's the
admitted
difference.
that you're biased.
Yeah, I
and
am
that's
biased, but
okay.
I'm balanced. So
But
what does
you
that
just
mean?
admitted
If I'm
no,
biased
you're
and
not
I'm balanced,
balanced.
what
You're
does that
biased.
mean?
But
See,
that's
I don't
okay
get
though.
emotionally involved in these fighters. I definitely don't
Coach,
get
Yes, you do.
emotionally
yes you
involved in Cyborg.
do.
I will
Yes,
defend
you
a
do.
fighter. I will defend a fighter. But
You
see,
are
you're
emotionally
look.
invested in
We
Cyborg, and
sitting
you
here
need to
Yes, you
complimenting
stop.
are.
Amanda Nunes,
Yep.
and you getting triggered. We've been giving Amanda compliments. So now, because you come in here and you
No.
start talking
Come on,
about we
coach.
hating on Cyborg, well, I'm finna hate
Come
on her
on,
Oh
ass.
coach.
my
I
God,
can't
I
stand her
can't.
goofy ass. I'm gonna hate on
You
Amanda
get
now
triggered.
because
You get
you
triggered
keep
when people
saying
talk
that.
about
You
Cyborg
keep saying it.
shit.
Every
Stop
time,
it.
even if we
Coach.
mention Amanda, you think we hating. Hey, Amanda can fight. Oh, y'all hating on Amanda. Nobody hating on Amanda. We said she can fight. Listen,
So you
now I'm finna hate on her
get
now.
triggered
I
when
can't
people talk
stand her
about
ass.
Cyborg?
I
Yes
can't
or
stand
no?
her
Do you
ass,
get
and I hope
triggered when
somebody
people
kick
talk
her
about
face in,
Cyborg?
and I
Yes
hope they
or
step
no?
on her head.
Yes
That's
or
what I hope.
no?
Amanda
Yes or
Nunes is a
no?
puppet. She's a creonte,
Yes or
and Amanda
no?
Nunes is gonna get played by Dana White, and we all
Yes
know
or
this.
no?
And
Do
that's
you
it.
get triggered
That's
when
what it's
people talk
gonna hit.
about Cyborg?
And
Yes or
actually, it's not
I
no?
too
defend
The answer
Cyborg.
is
I
yes.
defend
And we
Cyborg.
Because
and
after
But
the
what
Cyborg
argument did
fight,
I
after
get? Listen,
Cyborg
listen,
beat
listen. What
Felicia,
argument did I give y'all? I said Cyborg lost that fight because she got emotional. I actually put that in the video. I put it in a video. I said it straight up.
Nah,
I'm a
you
Coach, you
Cyborg
didn't.
have
You
fan.
no
didn't.
coach.
I'm a
Anytime
Cyborg
anybody
fan.
else loses or wins, you make multiple videos.
No, I don't.
But you made no videos about her getting her ass knocked
Yes,
out.
I did.
Fast.
I sure
No, you
did.
did
Yes, he
not.
I
did.
sure
Yes,
did.
he
No,
did.
Matter
you
of
did
fact,
Yes, he
not.
hey,
did.
what did you
Yes,
learn
he
last
did.
time when you say I don't have a video? Girl, I made a video showing you receipts. I showed you receipts. I showed you all
No.
the Nunes defense videos that I had.
But
And matter
don't
of
sit up
fact,
here.
I'm probably
All I'm
one of the
saying
only
is
people in this
everybody
stream
has
right
their
now.
favorite fighter.
Look, I've
You
made
can't
more
sit up here and
defense
say that
videos
you
of
don't get
Amanda Nunes
triggered.
than
You do
anybody
get
here,
triggered
okay?
when people talk about
Look,
Cyborg.
I've spent
Yes,
more
you do.
time
I don't want to hear it
defending
no
Amanda
more.
Nunes more than you have, more than anybody have. I got the receipts. I got the receipts right here, okay?
Coach,
I
we haven't
defended
known each other. I
Amanda
haven't been on the
Nunes.
channel that long.
No,
So
no,
that's
no, 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 no. I
invalid.
ain't
I
trying to
haven't
hear
been on
all
the
that.
channel that
See,
long.
okay, I ain't trying to hear that. But I gave you receipts. I put the videos up there,
I
and
haven't
I
been on the
showed you.
channel that long.
I have been
So that's
defending Amanda
invalid.
Nunes for a long time, and I used to religiously. So if anybody
Yeah.
know me well, and they know I was defending her.
I
I
haven't
was
been on
talking
the
You
channel
about
that
was. You
long.
how the
was.
So you
UFC
I've been on
can't
here
would
for
not
3
promote
years.
Amanda
I know
Nunes.
you was.
I put
I
them
know you
videos out
was.
there. Them
But
videos
you
I
are
know
can't,
you
you
there.
was,
can't
coach.
say
I know
that
you
you've been
was.
defending her longer than me when I haven't
Yes,
been
I
on the
have.
channel that long.
I've been defending
You
Amanda
can't.
Nunes for a long. Look, when I
That's
first
okay,
started
but I'm
doing
saying I haven't been on
WMMA
the channel that
videos,
long, so you can't say that.
Coach,
okay.
You don't know.
Coach defended her right up until that sinusitis. That's when
That's
switched
what
up.
happened.
See,
Well,
And you know
there
why?
it is.
And you know, and
Who
coach,
There it
the
is.
coach,
decided?
and the reason Coach
I
switched
swear.
up was because he's emotionally invested in the Shevchenko sisters.
Oh,
That's what it is.
but when
That's
she
Oh
what
lost
it
to
my
is.
Amanda,
God.
when she
It's
lost to
okay.
Amanda the
It's
first
okay.
time,
He needs
You.
to admit
hey,
that.
Oh my
when she
God.
lost
Hey,
to
You
Amanda
know
the
what?
I'm a
first time,
fanboy.
hold
I'm
on.
a fanboy. I'm a
When she
Random
lost to
Marcos
Amanda
fanboy.
when she lost to
I'm a
Amanda the first
Cyborg
time,
fanboy.
I
I'm a
called that fight
Shevchenko
fair, y'all. I called that fight
General
fair.
Africa.
I said
Like,
There,
I
Valentina
don't
there
like
is
legit.
that.
no
General
I
fan
said
in
Africa.
the world
I said
that is
Valentina
not
General
legit
Africa.
lost
TJ.
that first fight. I
that
said
is a
that.
fighter.
I promise you I did.
General,
Okay.
General,
That's not.
The
General,
TJ,
second
I'm a
fight,
fanboy.
the
no,
second
General,
fight,
my
I
question
thought
was.
Valentina won that fight,
General,
y'all. The first fight,
my
I said
question was,
Valentina
General,
lost decisively in that fight. So I don't
General,
even
my
want to hear
question
this.
was, my
Yeah,
question was,
I'm super biased, TJ. I'm super biased.
I said, hold on, coach. Coach said Roxanne Modafferi don't have no cartilage in her knees. She gonna get her ass whooped. After the fact, what happened? Emotional response immediately.
What emotional
she wasn't supposed to lose.
What emotional response did I
Stop!
give?
You
She
getting
lost the fight.
emotional every time somebody talk about Amanda Nunes. Y'all getting emotional.
She lost the fight. That's what I said. She lost the fight.
I think
who gets emotional over Amanda Nunes? I'm not getting
You
emotional.
getting emotional right now. Y'all getting emotional right
No, I don't
now.
think
Y'all
CJ
getting
gets. I
emotional.
don't
I'm
think
trying to
CJ
Yeah.
gets
understand.
triggered. I
Oh,
think that's
come
just.
on,
I'm
man.
trying to
I
understand
think
y'all
that's just
emotions.
can't.
me that gets
I
triggered.
can't.
I don't think
DJ
CJ
put money
gets
out
triggered
Yeah,
like I
pocket.
do.
yeah. Just
He's
like
the last
how
one
I
to get
get
emotional.
triggered about Cyborg, you get triggered
But thank you.
Guys,
But see,
about
but you
Amanda
know
have to
Nunes.
what?
Bye
find a
bye.
way. Hold on.
Hold
You
on.
got
The
to find
reason.
a way. You have to
Hold on.
find
How
a
am I
way for
getting
people
emotional
to
and my
one
fighter's
at a
winning?
time.
I'm trying to understand
The
that.
reason why I can respect Tay Tay is because Tay Tay will admit that she gets triggered when people come for Cyborg. What she does is like I get triggered when people come for Amanda. I can respect somebody who admits that they get triggered. The thing about Coach never admits that he gets triggered. It's okay if he gets triggered because you don't
Okay.
you get triggered. Why you
So
mad? Okay,
okay.
it's okay.
So
You're lying.
I
No.
admit nothing. Okay, I admit exactly what I said. I'm biased, but I'm balanced. See,
I
I don't
Yes.
know why
can't.
people
No,
like
you be
hey,
getting
I don't know
triggered.
why
You be
people
getting
like you can't
triggered.
understand that. I defend and I present my points. Hey, I
Coach,
present my
that's
points.
ridiculous.
That's what I do.
Coach,
I present my
But you know
points and
what?
I
People
go
like me ain't nobody
because
like me. You
well,
got
see,
Brittany. You got
look,
everybody else. Ain't nobody
you
like
can't.
me.
we ain't
I
worried
don't
about
mess
Why
with
that.
you
people
hate?
like me.
We ain't worried
I'm
about
trying
that.
to
Listen,
Ain't
let's
nobody
get back to
compares
the
to
facts.
me. Thank
Who was
you.
What you
defending
hate?
Amanda Nunes? Let's get
We
back
are
to the
talking
facts.
facts right now.
Hey,
Ain't
let's
nobody
take
compares
emotions
to
out of this.
me. So don't
Let's
talk to
get to the
me.
fact. Who was defending Amanda Nunes when the shit hit the fan? It was me. I
you
was
did.
defending
You
Amanda.
did.
Okay, so listen, those are facts.
Coach, would you like a cookie for defending her for a couple videos? Oh my
I don't
God.
even eat cookies.
No,
It's
but
bad for
hold
your
on.
health. Now, let's go back to it.
Big,
Let's go back to what we're talking about. Okay?
Okay, well I got good
Who
tail
was
chips. Okay, I
defending
give you a
Amanda?
tail
Just
chip every
answer the
time that you have
question
defended
and
Amanda.
assume the
Okay.
position. Who was defending Amanda Nunes? Who? Who? It was me. It was
Coach,
me.
hush. I'm
Come
so
on.
sick of you.
With your
Okay,
head
well,
tied
you can be
together.
tired, but
Oh Lord.
the fact of the matter is, who was defending
The fact of the
Nunes?
matter is, we
Okay,
all get
okay
triggered when
then.
it comes to our particular favorite
Okay then.
fighter.
fact
We
of the
get
No,
matter
no,
triggered.
is,
no.
Okay then.
I do
It
admit,
is
Okay then.
okay.
Coach was
Okay then.
It's
defending Amanda Nunes.
okay.
Coach
how
was.
do you get
Coach
how do you get
was.
triggered?
Okay.
How do you get triggered if
Coach
somebody
was
says something
defending
true?
him.
I
Well,
don't
see,
understand that as a fan.
here's my
No, but
okay.
Coach was defending
Here,
Amanda
here it
though.
is.
He
Here it is.
was.
Here it is. And
I
then
know he
when
was. I
Valentina
seen the
lost the
videos. I
first fight
know.
to Amanda Nunes, I made the video and said Amanda legit won that fight. And you know what? I hate it, but Amanda showed her skill. Amanda took it to Valentina. I made the video. I can be biased, but damn, I'm balanced. If my favorite fighter lose, I'm gonna come and make a video about it. And for every fight that I've ever covered, if my favorite fighter, I got the video, I got receipts. Okay? I was on
Can I just say
live.
this though?
I was
But
doing a
coach,
live
but
stream.
coach,
We were
Can't
all
you
here
the
can't
doing a
amount
live
of
stream when
videos that
Cyborg
you
got knocked out.
made.
Come
you
on
can't
now.
be biased and balanced. First of all, how are you biased and balanced? That doesn't even work. Number one.
Balance means I can distinguish and tell you that look, Bojangles I can't stand her ass, but God dog it, boy, she can fight her ass off. I can't stand Amanda Nunes, the old bootlicking puppet, but damn it, boy, she the best fighter. She the best fighter in pound for pound. See, I can say these things. I can say these things and understand that the fight game and how I really think about a person is totally different. I can break down a Nunes fight. I can break it down.
Okay,
I can
but as a
break it
Yeah,
fan,
that
down.
makes sense.
coach, can I
Come
ask you
on
this
now.
though? Just for you, okay? Because I run into this a couple times with the panel and whatnot. How do you get triggered by somebody saying something about your fighter that's true? That's the part that pisses me off.
What did I get triggered
Now,
on?
I'm not talking about you.
What's true?
I'm not
What's
talking about you.
true?
If I say something about Cris Cyborg and you get triggered, but it's true, that's your problem. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
So if
You
I
know,
say
so I'm
something
saying
about
some people.
Nunes
No,
and
hold
it's
on.
true,
So
then that's your problem.
Wait a
if you
minute,
say
but
exactly,
what are you
exactly.
saying
So what
about
I'm
Cris
saying, so
Cyborg?
I'm just saying whatever it is. Some people get all upset and talk about how you need to shut up and everything, but what you're saying is true. Okay, if she got her ass to in 51
You
seconds,
shut up
that's what happened.
when I say something about
Yeah, that's true.
Cyborg. You tell me to be
That's the
quiet.
truth.
I never told you to shut up. Not one
You
time.
told me
I have never ever told
I
you to
was a
shut up.
hater.
I have never
You
said
said
that in
I
a
was a
comment
hater.
ever.
Listen, now when I
And here
I
we
said
get emotional
Cyborg
somebody to
Nation,
fair weather
oh
fan.
Tay Tay's a hater. Tay Tay's a hater.
Yeah.
Whenever I say Cyborg Nation, you say Tay Tay's a hater. Yes, you did
And
say
he
that.
told
Tay
me he
Tay's
was
not a hater. Okay, I'm an Amanda Nunes fan.
We
But
are.
Tay Tay is
We,
not a
Tay
yeah,
hater.
he
we
told
already
me
covered
hater. I tell him
that.
I'm a
Okay.
hater. I'll be a
Well,
hater.
You
Hey,
just said
you
you said.
I have no problem being a hater.
George,
You
you
are.
ain't a hater. You a creep.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
no.
You know what I'll
That's
say
what
though?
you are.
My face is
You know what I'll say though?
you know, I have scars.
I think we got into a lot of hypotheticals. I think we all were pretty fair to Amanda Nunes and Cyborg. And
Welcome to the perfect stage.
I don't get triggered though.
I think
Wait, what? Yes, you do.
No,
think-
he doesn't get triggered. It's me. I
I
don't. The
think-
two of us. It's me.
I
You know,
think
how am I gonna get triggered? She the champ. I don't give a damn what you say besides that. That's the
It's-
fact. So you say what you want to say.
Hey, don't be talking to me like that.
Hey, but
I
TJ,
ain't talking.
You were the
I'm
same
saying just
guy,
in a
but you
general sense.
you do get triggered over Gadelia though.
Yes,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yes,
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 you
Because
I
do. You
agree.
get.
I
yes, he
Yes,
agree.
does.
you
That's
do.
Yes,
all.
Yes,
he
That's just
does.
joke.
you
That's
do.
just joke.
No, you're not joking. No, you're
Yes,
not
you do.
joking.
Yeah,
You
ain't
do.
no damn joke. You do. Yes, you do.
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
So what? So what?
Don't take
Move
that.
on.
Cause
See,
TJ,
look at him.
TJ,
So what? So
Yeah,
what?
yeah, there he goes right
TJ,
there.
low key, TJ, you defend her more than you defend Nunez on the low.
That's just that's
I don't want to
More,
hear it. I
that's
should have
just
listened
more
for that shit, but you know what?
more
You
of
right
a
now. That's
day
why I'm
Move
gonna
than
on.
forgive
Move
you.
Tupac.
on. We're on the wrong topic. Let's move on.
Oh,
Okay.
see,
No, no, no,
now
no,
he
no,
wants
no.
to move
Oh,
on.
now he want to
See,
move
Hold
on.
you
on.
don't want to
Okay,
admit
now he want to move
it.
on.
You
Move
don't want
on,
to
Harris.
admit it.
The
Now
G's
you want to
out.
move on.
Move on, Harris.
She barely beat
Uh
Carlos Esparza, and then
huh.
she moved with Andrade.
George, I ain't listening to nobody that's a lawn monkey. So
Yeah,
let's move
so,
on.
so, so what's the deal, TJ? Come on. You know,
God
you want to
damn.
put our fight
Oh
around
my
the point, let's put yours on the point.
god. Oh my god.
Yes, I may be a
You
creep,
know
but I'm a
what?
creep too.
I just want to be done like Genesis.
Yes, I just want to be done.
I just want to be
This panel
done.
don't went crazy tonight. I don't even remember a panel being this
She
crazy.
just got quiet right now.
That's because of George talking crazy.
God
Talking about
damn,
Rocky
George.
I am
Balboa
crazy. I
driving
know that.
No,
around.
But,
harder than
Like,
see,
TJ.
all right, bro.
I'm going
I
to tell
just
you like this.
started ranting.
There's an old saying, TJ. There's a
It's too many
psychotic and a
passionate people
psychopath.
on one panel. Too
Psychotic
many
don't
passionate
think he's
people.
crazy. A psychopath know he's crazy, and that's me.
Everybody's too passionate.
Genesis, I want to be
Everybody's too
done.
passionate.
I just want to be done.
I
So
think
we
I'm
ask
gonna tap out like
I'm
Rocky.
blaming
Yeah,
this.
let me go to the corner. I
I'm
think I'm
blaming this
done.
all on Batty. I love you. I'm blaming it on you.
But wait,
We
General.
were
Hold on,
all
wait, hold on,
fair.
wait.
We were all
Okay,
fair. Then you
General,
came in and
Wait a
said
minute.
we were all being fair, and then you said
Yeah.
you guys are mad at Nunes. I'm like, what the heck did I say bad about
We was
Nunes?
actually
I
giving
can't.
Amanda her props. I was
He
anyway.
was right,
I
though.
was actually
He was
giving
right,
her
though.
props. See,
He was right,
I was
though.
giving her props. I was. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What did I say bad about Amanda before you came? And then you just said, "Well, y'all hating on Amanda." Okay, well then let me
What
just go on and do it.
happened?
I'm just gonna hate
Everything
on
was so
Amanda.
calm and cool. What the hell
I'm just gonna
happened?
Daddy,
hate on
yes,
Amanda.
sir.
But I'm not gonna hate
Okay,
on you.
Okay, can I admit something? Okay, I did get a
What
little
happened?
triggered when Tay Tay said she
Mm-hmm.
didn't care about the 145 belt, even though it was the truth. I don't think she cares
She
about it as
doesn't.
much. I think she cares a little. I don't think she cares about it nowhere near as much she does that one. That 135 is her baby
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
because that was her
I think
claim.
we're
That was her
human.
claim to
She to
fame.
I
go.
agree. I
We're
agree.
human. We all get
I,
triggered sometimes. We're human. I mean, I'm very, and that's the whole
She is the
bias and
go.
balance thing. I don't like Yan Jacek, but she wins a fight. She won the fight.
you're
You
right.
know, and
I,
that's
I think
my
we can
thing.
all. I think we can all agree though when it comes to Amanda Nunes that she beats your favorite fighter, and I think that's something we can all agree on.
She to
That is
go.
true. I
She
definitely
did beat her.
agree.
She
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 to
beat
will
go.
beat
her.
your favorite fighter.
She
She to
beat
go.
her.
Yes, she's the
Okay.
go.
Double champ.
We got
Everybody
to,
Double
gonna
champ.
lose.
Coach.
Hey, by the way,
We
coach,
still got to
coach,
get the
coach,
Shevchenko though, Coach. We
Everybody
still
gonna
coach.
got
I
to get
want
the
to ask.
Shevchenko too.
Can I ask you a question, coach? I want to make sure to throw this out there to you because I think we talked about this before. Weren't we supposed to do something where we were going to look at Amanda's record, or did you already do that? Amanda's record and Nunez's, because the question was which one of them had the better resume
Oh,
as far as them
TJ,
being
come
the GOAT.
on,
Didn't we talk
man.
I
about that?
already said though. See, even before she beat Cyborg, I said that, and I did say this multiple times that I think Amanda Nunes may be the pound for pound best fighter in the world, based on strength of schedule. So I've been saying that.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
So see that
okay.
was
All
never
right,
an argument, because you
okay.
remember me and Wildest Moments was arguing about that, and
That's right. That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
because she was
Okay.
she was gonna disagree with me and say that it wasn't Amanda. I was like, I don't know. I think Amanda got the best pound for pound resume in the business.
Resume. Yeah.
This is before
Yeah.
she even fought Cyborg. And I thought
Right.
Cyborg's resume was okay, but I just thought Amanda been through a lot more people. And then and I started saying, well, we can't even count the people who wouldn't fight Cyborg because it was a bunch of people in
Right.
Strike Force
Yeah.
Right.
that refused to fight. But when we see what's on paper, the strength of schedule, to me it belongs to Amanda. And then you can put Joanna Bojanglecek in there somewhere. You can throw her in the top five. You can throw definitely Valentina in there. But actually, I just think that
Agreed.
I think
Yeah.
Amanda's resume, she had to fight. She fought a lot of those early veterans, and she fought all them people. She fought them all.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
so what else can you say about the resume? The resume
Would
is
you
there.
Hold on,
throw?
coach. You
I have
saying
a,
the Bojangles resume? You think it's
Yeah,
one of the, I gotta check that. I gotta look at it.
yeah, her
You
resume
can't
is
do it
pretty
like
decent, man. But Bojanglecek
yeah.
got a good
JJ has a
resume.
good resume. Yeah.
She sure do.
I gotta
Cause,
go
cause
back
she
over
she
it. I
Yeah.
fought
gotta go
everybody.
back over
Anybody
Absolutely.
they put
yeah.
there, she fought them. She
Hmm.
ain't shy away. She
Yeah.
defended that belt
Absolutely.
often. We can't even find
Hmm.
champions now who defend the belt. Joanna always defended that belt, so that's the only thing I can like about her. Well, that's the only thing I like about her. if she
I'm
can
still
win that
leaning
belt.
towards Shevchenko. I think it's subjective whether it's strength of schedule or skill set, because it's really like it's an opinion list. But when you look at what Shevchenko did, being a smaller fighter and her skill set, I go with I have no problem people saying Amanda. I'm rolling. I'm kind of just slightly with Shevchenko.
On skill set or skill set or resume?
There go
Valentina
General
really
being a hater again.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, hold on,
Valentina
hold on,
really
General.
Oh
On
Holly Holmes.
skill
wow!
set?
She beat Holly
Wow!
Holmes, who beat
No, but General, I'm saying, are you going
lost
on
to me.
skill set or resume?
Well, that's the thing. I'm going on skill set, and then the weight advantage of Amanda. I just lean
I
towards
agree.
Shevchenko.
I agree with you on skill set because she's fighting people that was much larger. Yeah,
okay. But speaking
That's
of
the reason why I go to
Valentina,
Shevchenko. I give a nod to her.
I
speaking of
agree.
Valentina, Coach, did you already discuss? Because I came on late because I had went out earlier. But did you already discuss Valentina and like Jessica calling her out? Did you already discuss that?
No. We hadn't talked about that yet. We were kind of about to.
Okay.
I don't think
Uh,
you might take that one seriously.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, Jessica got so many issues and problems she needs to resolve before she even thinks about getting in the octagon with such a legend. That I mean, I felt disrespected that she even called Valentina out. Like, you think like
But
like the
She
way you're not gonna beat Valentina bulldozing and bum rushing like she does. Like Valentina not gonna go for that. Like you can't beat
well, you
her like that.
she
well,
she
you
better
talking
worry
about
about
Valentina?
Whaley
You
Zane
might not
first.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You might not even get past her. How you talking about
Yeah.
Exactly.
Valentina?
You better
See,
think about Whaley Zane. I
Valentina.
seen the video. She really I mean she's tough. She beat Tisha really bad and some other opponents, but I don't I've seen that they show that when they had the face off premium. She's built like a truck. I know Jessica's built, but this girl she
If Jessica can't do her like she did Rose, she can't win. I don't think she can get past Willie Young. If she can't lift her ass up and knock her unconscious the same way, I don't think she gets past her.
Yeah.
no.
I
That girl,
mean, I
And I
mean
think
that's
Jessica.
her
that's
only
her thing too.
leverage, man.
exactly,
I think
Jessica.
exactly.
that's
That's
for
her
the
go-to.
longest.
It's the
Jessica got a
damn
lot of
slam.
weaknesses too. See Jessica, she got equalizer. She got power and she got strength. So that balances Jessica out in these fights that's tough. But see, when she's dealing with somebody who's like just skill levels above her in any area, then that's when she get exposed. Bojangles exposed
Hmm.
her, like completely
Yep.
exposed her, and she
Mhm.
showed that Jessica cannot take a jab. She can't. And if you keep a jab in Jessica's face, Jessica is gonna have to reset. She did it every time Joanna threw the jab in her face. She reset, and she tried to go for another takedown. She managed to get Joanna up and slammed her one time, but Joanna, her takedown defense and her ability to scramble and get back up, it was too much. So you can imagine with Valentina. So Valentina's a southpaw, okay? Jessica, she's not going to see the left hands coming. Valentina is
Nope.
going to keep the jab active. Jessica going to try to rush in. That's where Valentina thrives. Everybody that has tried to bulldoze Valentina, they get hurt because she's prepared for that. That's what she wants. She's a counter striker. That's where she thrives.
Mhm.
Yep.
So Jessica's gonna come in. She don't use the jab to set up her entry. She never do that. She don't feint. Jessica don't do anything. She come right in. And them overhand rights, they're not gonna work. Valentina's gonna step back. She's gonna make Jessica walk into a trap, and then she's gonna keep setting Jessica up all night long. And Valentina at 125 hits very hard. Jessica is not going to be able to absorb those blows for 5 rounds. It's just not going to happen. Okay, Jessica need to come at Valentina a whole different way. Okay, like going in there, yeah, you got to be rough and tough with Valentina, but you also got to apply some skill. Because everybody,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that bum rushed Valentina, they failed. Juliana Pena got submitted. Jessica I got, her soul left her body. She died for 5 minutes. Okay, Priscilla Cachueta, it turned into a damn bloodbath in there. Priscilla was bloody to
Oh
death.
yeah.
And then Bojangles, she just outpointed Bojangles, masterfully. So these people, they
Don't
all
forget
tried
Holly.
to rush. They tried to rush Valentina. It doesn't work. And
It
Jessica,
Mhm.
that's her
doesn't.
style. It's constant forward pressure. Valentina gonna eat
Yeah.
that up. She gonna end up. Jessica probably might get knocked out for the first time in her career, like easily.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
I'll tell you
I
what
agree.
though.
I
I'll tell
agree.
you what though. Listen, these are my conditions. Andrade beats Zhang, the Wheelie. She beats her. She has to fight Tatiana Suarez. I'm fine with this. You know why? Because that's what a lot of people, and I understand it. She's a tweener. A lot of people have been looking for go up, go up. Okay, well this is it. She's talking about it. I think it'll end bad for her. But guess what? Valentina is so hard for her to get fights. I'm not upset with it. You got to fight. You got to get past Wheelie. You got to fight
Tatiana Suarez, the hell with Bojangle check. You get past Wheelie, you give Tatiana Suarez a shot. Hey,
But
I'm
wait a
cool with
minute.
this. I'm cool with this.
What if Rose comes back? Rose
Well,
might come back.
if Rose comes back, then okay,
Yeah.
then we can discuss it. But you
Rose
know,
might just come back, you know.
Yeah.
but listen, guys, Valentina, it's hard for her to get fights. If she want this smoke, I'm celebrating it. You got to
It's not
get
gonna
past
happen, General. It ain't happening.
Well, why
You just threw out two names there, right? They're both 50-50 fights. I'm telling you right now, she ain't. If she gets past Zhang, and I mean, we sit up here talking about her fighting Valentina. I don't know that she gets past Zhang. Number one, and then you got Tatiana Suarez right after that. So again,
I'm just saying if. I'm not upset with it.
But hey, look, if she get past both of them, yeah, she deserves credit. But I'm saying, I think she's gonna take some lumps on the way there.
Well, I think she'll
then,
Suarez.
and then you got to think about Valentina. She got Liz in front of her, and after she beats Liz, who's there left? Really?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She has
that's true.
I think Suarez beats her. I'm not. I need to look at more footage of Wheelie. But I really believe Suarez is gonna beat her. But if she gets past those two, come on, come get it.
To me, Valentina is like the Cyborg of 125. Just don't nobody want to fight her because she's just that good. You know what I mean? Like the skill set is there. You know, don't nobody want to fight her. I'm just curious does everybody think that the fight between Jessica and Zhang, like, do y'all think that's 50-50 or do y'all have a pick yet?
I have been telling people for the longest.
I think Jessica wins.
I think Jessica will beat her.
I think Jessica wins.
Valentina is the daughter of Ivan Drago.
But see, with Jessica, man, she just, she don't move her head. I love Jessica. I'm a Jessica fan, but she just don't cut off the octagon and she just don't move her head. She just straightforward. And Valentina is going to see that.
I'm going with Brittany because Brittany undefeated in picks. So, yeah, I'm going Brittany.
If you watch Weili Zhang fight, though, if you watch her fight, though, I'm saying she ain't nobody that she ain't no walkthrough. I'm just saying.
How's her jab? How's her jab?
No, I'm talking about with Valentina. I don't see Jessica beating Valentina, but But I mean, Jessica doesn't make any adjustments when she fights.
She doesn't.
She's just straight ahead.
And by the way, General, yeah, she got hands. She got hands.
She you know what? Is she an outside fighter? Can she fight from the outside? If she's just gonna go in there and it's gonna be like kind of just like slug them, whatever. They both have skills. I think Andrade wins.
No, Weili Zhang, she can shoot from the outside.
Yeah, she can bang.
And if Jessica keep doing that coming forward thing constantly, I mean, she just gonna get lumped up.
But I'm just saying, TJ, it only takes one right hand.
True.
One right hand. That's it, and it's it. She got a one-hitter quitter. I know she can fight.
But who has Zhang fought? Who has she fought? Who has she fought that like what is she gonna bring to the table that Andrade hasn't seen?
Hey, let Genesis cook on this, y'all.
I mean, sometimes that who they fought shit don't matter. It really don't. I mean, just because they beat lower tier opponents or higher tier opponents, sometimes it just don't work out. So we got to stop going by who have they really fought, because that shit go out the window.
Genesis,
you know what I'm saying?
Genesis, she on a 19 fight win streak, isn't she? Something like that.
Yeah,
some shit.
Yeah, she is. I think it's 20.
Something like that. Something like, come on now. She done whoop people's ass just coming in.
Well, didn't she beat Tisha Torres?
Yeah, she did. Beat the brakes off her.
That girl.
And don't forget. And here's another thing. While you're talking, don't forget. Joanna Jędrzejczyk said, "Who is Weili Zhang?" While she was sitting there, 2 spots under her? She knew damn well who she was. She ain't want no part to that. So I'm saying,
she did duck that fight.
People are overlooking her. People are overlooking her.
And she fighting Michelle Waterhead, and that's not really much of a fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at more footage. Actually, I'm rescinding it. I'm gonna look at more footage and really so I can give her a fair, whatever. And
I was telling y'all that she could fight. I said that.
Yeah,
remember
she could fight.
You were talking about
it was Genesis Green. I promise you it was.
Yeah, because I was watching her when she was in some organization in China, and I was like, "What in the hell is big ass Chinese girl beating the shit out these people?"
Yeah, the first time I heard about her was through Genesis when she brought her up on one of the lives. Like, I think we were just randomly talking about something. You brought her up, so you were to me the first person on the channel to kind of introduce her, bring her name up, and because I remember you saying, "Hey, look out for her, she can fight."
Yeah, I mean,
Well, well,
I can see why y'all saying y'all see Jessica winning. I mean, there is a chance Jessica could win, but if she keep that come forward shit, she gonna get jabbed all night. I'm
but
sorry.
Genesis, you know what? The only reason I think a lot of people are saying that is because they don't know they don't know who Whaley Zhang is. Still, a lot of people don't.
It's okay because they look at a resume and they be like, "Oh well, who is she really for?" Well,
Right.
damn, who have
Well,
you
that's
been
not
for?
why I picked Jessica to win.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
pick Jessica.
That's not why I picked Jessica to win because I don't
No,
know Willing. Like I
not
know who
you,
she is. Yeah,
Here go the
not
No, but
thing.
you.
I'm just saying. But they're fighting in China, right? So she's
Yeah,
fighting at
they
home.
are.
hell yeah, they
Mm.
fighting in
I
time.
mean,
Ooh, that's
Masvidal
gonna be rough.
fought. Masvidal fought. What you calling? What's his name? Till. Till in the
Yeah.
UK. And did he knock Till ass out in the UK?
Uh-huh.
Sure did.
Yep,
Knocked Till into
Th-
another
That
dimension.
home, that home field advantage crap does not matter.
yep.
Oh, I'm
It
not
does
worried about
not
that.
matter.
I'm looking at Zhang's skills. I'm talking about her skills are a
Oh,
problem.
okay,
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you,
Yeah.
man,
'Cause
it don't matter.
on the outside, not as much, but in that mid range, she's pretty dangerous. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I see. I can see Jessica. I can see Jessica countering and either waiting, eating a couple of punches, and then landing her own overhand right. I can see Jessica doing that, and Wheelie actually being there to be hit. So
I don't know.
it just kind of depends. And then if Wheelie try to take the fight to the ground, Jessica, her ground game it really is underrated. Like she's actually good on the ground. She just preferred
She
to
ain't gonna
maul you
get
to
the
Hmm.
death.
ground.
And see, and
Yeah,
that's how.
I don't know. Cause Jessica dominated Claudia Gadelha on the ground,
Yeah, because
and well, no, and I'm not being funny because
hurricane fans.
Go
I
girl,
don't. I
TJ
don't recall.
Claudia.
Claudia
I don't recall
Gadelha
that.
is legit.
Yeah,
Like she's
yeah.
legit
Man,
on the
I
she
ground.
don't
had she
remember that.
had Claudia Gadelha looking like
Claudia is
What
Carrie.
fight was
legit.
that? I didn't see it.
Oh.
But I'm 2-1 going for Andrade, so I kind of just want to keep on going for
Yeah,
her,
I
man.
can't pick against her no more, man. Unless now, if the Rose rematch happened, I'm gonna still go with Rose.
I'm
But
going with Rose.
yeah,
Absolutely,
Nope.
absolutely.
Nope.
Rose,
Andrade
Rose
got
still
that.
doesn't think
Rose
so,
will
but
tear
she
that
has that
ass
Muay
up.
Thai, and that's the thing is, Jessica has problems with Muay Thai fighters. You remember how?
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Just this may be me, man. I just think the style that Jessica present, I think is bad for Willie Jean because I don't think she can deal with the pressure that much. I think if she's allowed to stay in that mid range, I think she'll win. But I don't think the girl can handle that pressure, man. I think Jessica gonna end up mauling her ass to death,
We'll
man.
see. We'll see.
It's gonna be like a bullfight in the chat in a china shop.
And
What?
Young is
What?
strong, but I mean, look, man, Gadella is strong. People like Gadella is strong, man.
Mhm.
But it's styles make fights,
Mm.
though. Styles make
She
fights.
damn sure
I
Baby,
got,
do.
Gadella was
Della got her ass slaughtered.
yeah, she did.
when
It's
was
just
this?
that cardio of hers, man.
Cadella
What's
was
wrong with
winning
her?
the fight,
don't
man.
know.
She was winning the fight
Yeah,
standing.
but then when she started standing up and trading with Jessica, that's when everything went to shit.
No, no. What happened was, George, she kept trying to take the fight to the ground, and she wanted to see, she tried to be machismo on the ground, and Jessica was winning that ground. Claudia was winning that stand-up battle. She was catching Jessica, man. She was hitting Jessica with some clean, really clean strikes, but she kept wanting to go to the ground, and Claudia could have won that fight if she'd just kept it standing, cause Jessica couldn't
She
even
got
deal with it.
robbed.
Jessica couldn't deal with it.
She need to work on her cardio though.
She
That
got robbed.
cardio, it sucks.
That's the
Who's
thing is
cardio?
she's
Who's cardio?
she's
Cadelia's
Okay,
cardio, man.
she
She
spent too
okay.
much
she
time partying with
I
Mrs.
but she
Jones
probably
Not
she
because
couldn't climb that
Jessica,
mountain. She couldn't climb the
Jessica
mountain.
never gets
chasing after
tired.
Brian Ortega. She ain't spending the time working on cardio. You
Man,
know,
you keep talking about Brian Ortega. You know they're not really a couple, right? I mean, you say that all the time, and I'm just
What
like,
the hell?
so
God damn, man.
didn't think it wasn't.
I mean, oh man,
TJ,
come
be
on.
nice.
Get
Be
it,
No, I
get
mean,
him,
nice.
TJ. Get him, TJ. Get on that ass.
he's going
No,
by
he
the
was
comments.
about Brian
But I mean,
Ortega. That's what it
they're
is.
not a couple. They. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
I'm the only one who could be mean to George.
I ain't being
Girl,
mean to George. I'm just like that ain't
Mhm.
even a.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I got.
but TJ can't say it's not.
I mean, Claudia is good. It's just her cardio. I mean, the first round she looks good, but when she gets to the second round, it's like, oh, I'm gassed out.
Man,
I,
look, we
I, I
give
just
her
I, I just wish my girl.
You
It's
know what the
Nunez
problem
Jr.
is.
we call cardio.
No, what the problem is with Claudia is, in all truth, is that she don't have the hunger anymore. Like that's what I see. She does not have the hunger
well,
she
you
had.
know what? Well, she just needs to be done. Shit.
Exactly. She
Fine.
does. She does.
And
You're right.
listen, guys, she was throwing shade at Andrade. She was being bogus to Andrade, man.
No,
She said
She
the thing
was.
needed to be
On stage.
overturned and talking was an animal movement. I'm like, damn, Vanilla, why you treated Andrade like this? You mad?
No. Claudia said that she don't belong in strawweight. That's what Claudia Cadell
No,
said.
that's what she said at first, and then she kept on
Mhm.
going. Then she said that it should be no contact. It's not a legal move. I'm like, well, it is legal. She
I said,
was
well,
trying to
hell,
hit
you
her.
don't belong there either because you big for strawweight too.
Claudia take a page from JJ, when she said that Rose was had extra oil on her or whatever.
And look, I'm a Rose fan, but Rose was trying to submit her, and look, it hurt seeing it. Her head was all sideways on the thing. I'm like,
Oh,
Rose
don't
was
talk
just
about
but
that.
it was legal.
Hold on though. Didn't Joanne Calderwood say something similar about Andrade though?
Oh, she might have. I missed it.
Well,
Coach, matter of fact, Coach. He was the one that
she
said
put
that
up
she
a
was on
picture of
steroids,
her.
right?
Who said that?
Wow, she put that jacket on her, huh?
Calderwood was saying something like, you can't be that strong naturally or some shit she said. And I was like, you just mad because you got your ass whooped. I mean, look.
Yeah, for real.
I mean,
Who said that?
Calderwood, she had made a comment about Andrade being like unnaturally big or some shit like that, insinuating.
You know what? Calderwood
Oh,
looked like a damn witch.
Now,
She looked like
Genesis,
a
you
witch.
know. That's how she talks.
Joanne Calderwood looked like an old ass witch in the face. Like,
That was go back to Batman and said, "Freedom, we
Wow.
wow.
Oh, she did. Joanne Calderwood accuses number contender Andrade of PEDs. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
But the thing is,
Here we go with the steroid
Look,
thing.
Andrade gets the short end of the stick a lot, man. Like
for real.
I'm not even like a huge Andrade fan, but she gets the short end of the stick a lot, man.
because she was fighting bantamweight for a long time. That's and how she survived that division, then come back down and fight maybe 2 divisions below than she was before.
And let's keep it real. She beat Torres. Andrade beat Torres before.
Yeah.
I don't take away from Zhang, but it does have an effect. I mean, she beat Zhang. She beat Torres before Zhang even fought her. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, all these answers will come to light. But
Joanne Calderwood talks a lot of junk for somebody whose style is just to come forward and swing. Like you're not going to go far with that.
But wait, she's like 43 years old.
But I'm saying, but when you lose and you like, oh well, that she's on steroids, it's like no, your style is whack. Like that old 1898 boxing shit, that ain't gonna work.
You know what? I'm so glad you said that. And I get tired of like female fighters being like, oh, well, they too strong. The thing is, if somebody else is in the gym building themselves up to be strong and you're a weak ass fighter, you can't be mad at them.
Genesis, the girl blocks punches with her face and then wonder why she loses.
I seen it. She fight like an old ass woman.
You can't fight with
like an old ass woman.
You can't fight with Marcus Queensberry.
You know who she remind me of? She remind me of Moolah and Mae Young from the fucking WWE.
Oh my God.
Genesis, you know what? When I watched her, I was thinking, now George, you want to appreciate this. She remind me of Rocky. Like her limited defensive ability, block punches with your face. Lose and then say somebody was on steroids. It's like, no, you just don't have defense. And that's her biggest problem.
Want to be done.
She should be done. And that's the thing about the UFC as far as like the women's division that bothers me is that the big difference in skill levels from fighter to fighter. That shit is crazy to me. You got people like Calderwood, and I think, George, you said something about this before. I don't give a shit if you are ranked number 8. The difference between you and Valentina is light years. So that scale is it does not represent your skill levels. And you got people like Calderwood still out there with that, like I said, that old 1898 boxing shit, versus somebody. And I'm saying you can't win. It's kind of like when somebody was talking the other day about was it Sarah McMahon? I'm like, please, man, she's like first generation fighting. She's done. I don't give a shit if she's ranked number 4. She's finished. That style does not work anymore.
Nope, me and one dimensional. Nope.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Coach, they're still in the ranking is my thing, and people bring them up like like they're going to do something. I'm like, their best days are behind them.
Well, that's just the way it feels like that because there's the ones that the fanboys want to see.
Ain't no fanboys trying to see Sarah McMahon. Ain't no fanboys trying to see Sarah McMahon.
Oh God.
No. Ain't no fanboys trying to see that.
They
Stop.
are. If she's still in the ranking like this, not dropped down to maybe 10 or 8, and and she's still above Mario Renault. I just
the guys that like the muscle, they'll
So,
I don't know.
but who is the most?
Oh,
the muscle
yeah.
girls.
Hey,
What
Paloma.
muscle girl?
yeah, we call them clothes.
You talking about Sarah
Vivian,
McMahon?
Vivian
He
Arojo.
trying to pretend she got fans.
Like Sherman Man and Kayla Harrison.
Man, hey,
Oh
don't bring her
God!
up. We're not.
Come on, don't bring up her.
George creating fan bases for
Man,
narratives.
George, why you say that,
Hey,
man?
y'all.
like it's a pantheon.
Hey, General,
Hey,
he
y'all.
talking about Sarah McMahon got a fan base. She out there, she couldn't sell 10 pay-per-views. Get the hell out of here.
She does have a fan base. And y'all follow her on Twitter. She's following Twitter too.
That's
Yeah,
the,
hey.
what's up, Coach?
Hey,
Yeah.
Paloma, he said, "What are we thinking about Vivian Arojo?" I'm gonna tell you, that's the next big thing. That's the next big thing. Vivian Arojo is a damn beast. Okay, this
I
mug,
like Vivian.
this mug can fight. I mean, she know how to box. Her takedown defense is pretty much on point. Only thing is she got a stamina issue. She addressed her stamina issue. Hey, they better look out. They better look out for
Oh, Coach,
Vivian Arojo. They better look out for her.
Coach, you made a video earlier. I forget the girl's name, but you said she had like a spinal fracture. She's something to watch too. I mean,
Yeah,
depending
man.
how
Luana Dread Carolina. Man,
spinal fracture.
I'm high on her prospect, man. Hey, that right there, she can go. Man, Dread Carolina is a damn beast, straight up. That's legit. But
Now
she got
Vivian
to.
was the one that was turning Alexa Davis face into Beat Meat, wasn't it?
She beat the hell out of Alexis Davis. I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
she was
man.
saying that. That was a bad night for Canadians on that card.
Man,
This
all
Brazilian.
them Canadians got their ass whooped that night.
Yeah.
That whole 240.
Hey, you know what? She another one old as hell.
She what?
Who?
I think she another one old as hell. Look like she's 60 years old in that fighting.
Alexis, I
Alexis
think
Yeah,
she
she got.
30. I
Davis,
think
she
she's
looked
33.
horrible in that last fight.
Hey,
34.
Genesis, you can see the miles on her face, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God!
She need an oil change and a new transmission.
Oh no,
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 the poor girl. I was like, the
No,
poor
man.
girl. She's
Remember,
just her scar tissue just immediately. I'm like, man, like I'm
remember,
not even trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like the poor girl scarred up so fast.
you remember her second fight with Liz Carmouche? Yeah, second fight. Liz looked like she barely had any kind of damage. She had practically a knot as big as a seam rockman inside of her head.
Nah, but Alexis, man, she remind me of Charmaine Tweet. She looked like she fought too many wars.
She has. She has. She
Ooh.
has.
So
Somebody. So, I mean, she got what she got coached like a 2-year-old or something. It's like, yeah, you need to sit your ass.
Like this, she beat Amanda Nunes.
That was back in 2011, 2012.
That was
But I
years
think,
ago. She's not gonna beat
Yeah.
no Amanda Nunes.
right,
It's
but
still
I
good
think
now, but
even if
what's up with Cynthia Calvillo?
if she's not being high, I don't know.
Cynthia
Her and
Calvillo-
Paige
Cynthia Calvillo
together.
been doing
What's
some
up with
work,
Cynthia Calvillo, man? She showed so much promise.
smoking weed somewhere.
Yes.
She's with the California kid in California right now. Puff, puff, pass, pass.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
damn, Cynthia Calvillo been doing some fucking up, man. That's what she been doing.
Yeah, because if you lose to Carla Esparza like she did, and Carla, she got ragdolled by Tatiana and beat up by JJ. I mean,
Yeah, Carla Esparza, she's gonna whoop up on Grasso. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
She's
I
gonna
don't know about that. I don't know.
her striking. I think she's gonna whoop up on her, man.
I don't know.
Man,
I mean, Alexis
she's
really,
not a better.
she really
Nah, she
cover after
definitely the better striker than Alexa
Tatiana.
Grasso.
Hold on, you saying Carla Esparza has better striking than Lexa Grasso?
I think she's gonna give her a run for money. I don't know if it's better, but I think she's gonna do better against her.
I think
like
Carla,
Alexa
I
Grasso.
think the Cookie
General,
Monster's
General.
gonna lose this fight.
yeah, I
General,
think
General, that's too potent what you're smoking over there now.
Carla should have fought Michelle Watterson, and Alexa should have fought maybe Cynthia Calvillo. That been probably been a better match.
You know why I think Esparza's gonna win? Because I really like Grasso, but the big fights, it just does. I have to see it to believe it, and I think Esparza shows up in the big fights, and that's really. And I really got love for Grasso. I don't know her, I got love for her, but it's kind of like the thing with Randa. Hughes Randa, fan, but sometimes in the big fights, the anxiety or whatever it is, and I'm not gonna say, oh, leave Lobo Jim. No, this is the people that got you here. But I gotta see it to believe it.
Her last fight. If you saw her last fight, I think I think she got over that hump. I think she's
Okay.
over that hump, man.
I think Alexa can meet Carla Esparza, man.
Yeah.
She looked good
Yeah, that
against
nervousness wasn't
Kovacevic.
there.
But now
That
I
nervousness
gotta,
was not there.
but I do gotta say though, Kovacevic, Jessica Andrade
Mm,
helped Alexa Grasso because
Yeah, she broken.
man, Jessica
yeah.
broke her down, makeup,
Yeah.
eyelashes, and all, man. God, dog.
Well, I'm gonna go on the record
She
for
was
this
holding,
one. I'm gonna go on the record
she
for
was
this one.
holding,
I'm confident
yeah.
going on the record on this one.
KK was holding hands with Overeem and Brent Aspen in the same.
Wait,
What?
what?
I missed that one, George.
They
What'd
were
you say?
holding
I
hands.
missed it
Overeem
too.
and KK were holding hands together in the same dream state.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
You said they was
okay. I
holding
get it.
hands after the fight.
No, when they went to sleep together. When he got knocked out by
Okay.
Ngannou,
I see
and
what you're
she
saying.
got knocked out by Claudia, they somehow in the time spirits they got to hold their hands together.
Look, Andrade took a lot of miles out of Kovacevic, man.
Yeah,
If you gotta explain the joke, it didn't work.
Kovacevic got
But
all man.
Kovacevic knew she was gonna lose. She came in there with her fucking makeup done.
Yeah.
And them
Hey, what you say,
eyelashes.
Genesis? Coughing ready, right?
Hell yes, she was fucking ready.
Well,
One look good for the paramedics.
I
it's
think her
it's
eyelashes fell off.
She was
No,
hoping. She was.
they was individuals. They wasn't going nowhere.
She was
it's
hoping.
it's, it's
Hey,
so
Genesis.
hard to get into contact. It's so hard to get into contact with Esparza's team. I'm kind of the biased part of me is kind of rooting for Grasso. No, I'm just playing.
You know what?
I mean, they go through all these.
You get
The
on my
manager of the
nerves.
manager of the PR guy of the HR guy, and
Well, what should have basically Carla, if they should finally adequate division together, Carla, Tisha, and Michelle should go down because the strawweight division is a murder rose gallery now.
Man, first of all, I gotta disagree with you because you look at a couple of the fighters you just mentioned. Look at their age, man. Like, I mean, Michelle, how much longer do you think these people are fighting? No, seriously. I mean, you're talking about people in some cases have been fighting for 15 years. It's like Michelle Waterson has no business going to atom weight. She needs maybe 2 fights and she's done. She's getting her ass whooped and stuff like that. I mean, her best days is behind her. I mean, I'm just being serious. People got to remember that these people have been around for a long time. And the sad thing is, unfortunately, a lot of them don't know when to stop, like Alexis Davis, like Kat Zingano. I mean, they don't realize their best days is far behind them. Alexis ain't got no more wins coming.
Let's think with a fighter. Somebody don't want to leave. Look what happened to Barton. Now Hopkins got knocked out of the ring. Look at guys like
Yeah, deadly,
the long list of boxers and fighters who just don't want to give up because that's all they really know.
They got
Like Rocky said,
that
I'm a
Roy
fighter.
Jones
That's all I
disease.
know.
Chuck Liddell.
Roy
Right,
Jones disease.
but to be fair about Kat Zingano, remember she was talking about money, and I think that's what her issue is. I think it's a money thing.
She got to steal her son. I think he's a teenager now, and she probably want to go to college, and that's other than fighting, that's not much she can do. If she can maybe get a job as a trainer or something like that, but that's not
What?
like
Yeah, I think she could be an announcer. I mean, but I just don't think she should fight anymore. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know. The death of her husband really messed her up too.
But you're right about that. But what I don't understand is because you got to get medically cleared. I don't understand how you medically clear somebody that is on record as having brain damage. I don't understand how you do that. I mean, people get disqualified for less. So how the hell how is she getting cleared to fight? That's the part I don't get.
Most time we do these things, they give you the bare minimum. If you pass the bare minimum, that's it.
well, because TJ, I can answer that because if they're gonna be that stringent when it comes to that, there's gonna be a lot of these fighters that they gonna. Man, I'm not even gonna name names.
Yeah, I got you. You're right. But I'm saying it's just sad because they're out there putting their life on the line, and the people making money is the organization.
Sure is.
I mean, look, they're about to have BJ Penn fight, dude.
Yeah, and BJ Penn way past the prime.
Man, they done resurrected the dead, killed his ass again, and brought him back. Man, come on, man.
Look at Andre Orlovsky.
Yeah.
And you can't forget They're fighting over there. Bellator, Frank Mir, Big Country, Roy Nelson. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's just that it's just hard for these guys just to walk away. Most of them don't have the skill set, or maybe that's all they know. And then if they do try to find something else in another reign, it's just that they just don't feel like look how long Ken Shamrock kept on fighting.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't
Coach, I
have.
know I know we've been on here for a little bit. If I can ask you a question, what's been going on with Violence Queen? What's it seemed like she's had a little bit of a rough patch. She looked
He was overhyped. Sound like for real.
Man, there's levels to it. Is KSW, good organization, but nah, man, they are about 5 levels down from the UFC. And she can go to KSW and beat them people down, man. But she reluctant, man. She just don't want to, she don't want to commit to throwing her strikes. She just, I don't know. She looked like she lost in there, man. Like her last fight, she ain't want to throw no damn punches. Like, what the hell? How you think you gonna win the fight? How you think you gonna win if you don't throw strikes? Like it just, she was just trying to survive. I'm like, what the hell, Violence Queen? No, no, they need to take that name from you. They need to take that name from
Coach,
you. Need to
Cause
come.
coach,
Meatball beat that ass.
Yeah, man. She was supposed to whoop Meatball's ass. And Meatball, of course, she be bragging. She be
yeah.
bragging. Cause you remember she called out Valentina, and then she got her ass whooped by hey, who was that? Who's that whooped Meatball ass? I was laughing at her. I think it was Caitlin Chikugian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
She was talking all kind of gang of shit. Caitlin Chikugian whooped that ass, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna, you know, um,
But
go
then
back in my
Jacoby
team.
she beat up on Calderwood too, didn't she? And Calderwood talking about I was expecting a fight and all she did was run the whole time.
Yep, or wrestle. Ain't gonna even lie though. I don't like them wrestlers, man. I can't. I
Yeah.
can understand the art, but I don't like the ones that like Chael Sonnen that they ain't gonna even try to make it on. They just gonna take you down and
Yep.
hold you on the ground. At least if
The
you're gonna
whole
hold them on
round.
the ground, do some damage, do something, man. Nah, they just throw you on the ground and hold you there, man. I don't like them.
Oh,
I,
coach, I just wanted to remind you real quick because I know you keep up with it. Isn't Jarena Bars scheduled to fight Anissa Hidawi again at some point? I know they rescheduled the fight or canceled it or something,
yeah, they
but they had a
canceled that
reason.
fight, man. But I don't know when they gonna fight now.
Okay, I gotta check.
I had to make sure I cover that fight because hell, I interviewed both of them. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That was one of the first interviews I did, man. Jarena Bars.
Hmm.
She didn't know that though. I just told a girl, "Hey, yeah, I've been interviewing people my whole life." That's what I told her.
Here's
I
another question.
lied like
We
hell.
talked about a while back about Cyborg doing boxing. You think now that she no longer has that contract with Bellator, will she focus on that? I mean, with UFC, will she focus on boxing, maybe going after City Brackets or whatever who's in that weight class that might fit for her?
Baby, if she go to boxing, she not gonna be boxing at 147. She gonna have to come up with the big dog. She gonna have to fight at
Yeah.
middleweight.
Well,
She gonna have to fight at middleweight.
Mhm.
You know what else? The first, if she loses this fight, it's a wrap. Boxing's done. Uh oh,
And then
somebody
and,
calling my phone.
Wait, what
there's
is
some fears
that?
already calling out Amanda Nunes. They want to be like a Floyd and
Sound like somebody
Connor.
air conditioning on.
who was in the Death Star or whatever? What the
God
What
damn.
is it?
What?
But I mean,
What
Chris,
is
as
that?
far as boxing,
BS.
she get one loss, it's a wrap.
What's what?
Oh no, that damn. Sound like somebody on the Star Trek Enterprise or some shit.
Yeah, for
I'm sorry. It might be my AC. I'm sorry. Do y'all hear it?
it's
God
okay.
dog.
Come
You
on.
didn't
girl,
take it
are you
back.
on the
It's
ship
okay.
with Palpatine?
It's
What the
getting hot in
hell?
here.
Tell,
Just take
tell
off all
Captain
your
Picard he likes
clothes.
his Earl Grey hot.
What?
Well, it is hot in New
What are you
York.
talking about?
Listen. What the hell?
What the hell is you talking about, son?
He's on Star Trek Enterprise, right? So with Captain Picard, he likes his Earl Grey hot.
No.
What?
He's still
What the
Captain.
hell? What y'all
No, just
trying
no.
for?
Earl Grey tea.
See,
What
I'm
hurt?
going into the living
She's not
room.
going to stand. So never
Y'all
mind.
making me feel bad. I'm going right into the living room to get be hot.
No,
Oh
wait,
damn.
just
No, don't go, don't
What the
go.
hell?
I was just trying to figure out what it was. I was
See,
like, who
Tay
who is
Tay Brown.
Queen?
Tay Tay
Yeah.
Brown got asthma. I can't sit out in this hot ass living room.
Oh, you
But
got
I'm going to
asthma?
the living room. So,
Oh, we
yep.
started having.
I'm gonna sit in my hot ass living room, so y'all won't hear my AC.
What is
Okay.
Okay, girl.
There, I'm in the living room. Y'all can't hear it.
Huh?
Oh God.
I didn't know you had
Oh,
asthma.
Yeah, you could have told us that.
Well, it's more
George,
like an asthma.
Hey George, man, listen. Your
Yeah,
analogies, man. I
yeah.
mean, you were killing people. with Shit.
Yeah, we need to
I'm
cure
just
that asthma.
Stop.
Well, like I
certain.
said, I was
We need to
a
cure that
I, grew,
asthma, girl.
I was an '80s baby. TV was best. TV was
Listen.
best
That's
80s. Now it's
that's
not.
why when I box, I gotta take it easy. When I box with my boxing coach, I gotta take it easy.
Oh, we can cure that asthma. We can definitely cure that.
Yeah, for
What you need,
real.
I'm
coach?
a I'm a
Ginger root.
I'm a go on an all liquid diet for a week.
Ain't
You
take
know,
that
let
much.
Mm.
your black
I
ass.
can't
Oh,
do
you
it.
can't.
God
I need
I'm
to
for
damn.
do
real.
that.
I'm gonna get my essential. I'm dead ass. I'm gonna get my
General
herbs.
Africa.
I'm gonna get my herbs.
I
By
watch
the way,
those videos, and those guys, they really put some work out in. I just,
coach,
yeah.
shout out to you, coach. You were right. I tried that ginger root for the headache, man. You were right.
It's gone.
You were right. Yep.
Mm.
That's God's asthma, man.
Oh, coach, TJ said you were right.
Oh God, dog,
Yeah,
TJ.
you
The
were right.
human body can heal itself. It's just you have to. It's deep, man. But it has the qualities to do it, man. But they don't want us to believe that. But that's a whole nother video
That's
that
why.
I'm not capable of doing.
That's why big pharma's try to outlaw weed because there's more medical uses to it than regular drugs. Yeah.
Get on this.
Eh,
I,
Now,
You know what?
not just any weed though. Not just any
Mhm.
weed.
Yeah.
actual.
You gotta decipher which one, cause
Yeah.
street weed,
What?
no, probably not. But
Yeah.
hemp weed, like that,
Right.
that grow,
Right.
that's a medicine. You can make
Yeah.
oil. You can cure yourself. Tell you, man, I keep plenty of that in my house, man. I don't even lie to you. Keep plenty of that.
Well, I don't know. Cancer patients use
CBD
that.
oil. Yeah.
Yep.
To age patients, people with anxiety, it's more medicinal use to it than most other drugs. The other drugs they try to push is just about money. Like my mother, she's on insulin. Plus, she takes other medication. She has seizures and she has strokes,
Mm.
and there's a lot of difficulties with that. And some nights it's just you try to keep her calm and try to make sure she's all right and everything else. I come out here because it really takes some of the stress off of me. You know.
Well, stress is the biggest killer out of all of it. Stress will break you.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't know.
suggest if you smoke a doobie, you be better than I don't know. It's not me.
I
Yo,
don't smoke, honey.
You
I
can't.
mean,
I
You can't get the
Look,
medicinal use out of
My
smoke.
my
yeah,
lungs can't my lungs can't handle that.
yeah.
no,
Uh,
It's George just wants the doobie thing.
I'm so sick of George.
no,
No, I'm not mad at you, brother.
mhm.
I had my days, man. I've smoked
I
more than
understand.
enough, bro. I've
Yeah, I
had
You,
my
understand.
days, man. When I was at Purdue, that's all we did. I wasn't even going to class, man.
God
Like
damn.
Lord have
and I,
mercy. He
I've
sound
had
like
my
my
days.
dad.
God
I
damn.
keep it real. I keep it fucking
Congratulations.
100.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm back in school. I'm
Wow, man.
saying,
But
man.
but but weed but weed is natural anyway. It's
Yeah.
from the it's from the earth anyways.
Well, this is the
Weed
thing.
Nobody
Like
has
people,
ever
weed
died
is natural.
smoking
people,
weed. Nobody.
Here, let me look
people
here.
talk. People
George,
talk like, oh, weed is like this and that. Like anything can be abused, man.
yeah,
Like people, like you could make, like don't. Let's
Unless you
not act like.
plan unless you plan on lacing it, that's something
yeah.
different. But
Like people forget this. George Washington, he grew weed.
oh Lord have
He
mercy.
You
did,
know
and
what?
plus,
Let me tell you
and the reason why
something.
they
TJ.
outlawed weed because
George,
the fact marijuana
stop.
was stronger
George, Chris,
than paper and wood. It's true.
George,
It's
Chris,
Why did I
yeah,
say something about weed?
Chris.
Oh Lord.
Now,
yeah,
what's the
yeah,
hashish?
Hey,
What's
hold
the
on.
yeah,
difference between the hemp
yeah.
and the hashish? The
The
Weed is
hashish
from
hemp
the
from
is
earth.
stronger
Afghanistan.
than paper
He
and
said
better
weed
than
is from
cloth.
the earth. So is tobacco. So what do we?
Well,
Oh.
no, no, tobacco actually not. It's not. It's
It's from
Not
the earth.
tobacco.
no.
Mhm.
What tobacco is
Tobacco is
man?
from the earth.
No, it's not. It's man-made. See, what
Yeah,
they did, they
No.
took tobacco and they combined it with a starch, and that's why it's not. What Dr. Saber broke it down for us, and it was combined with a starch. So when you combine stuff with a starch, then
mhm.
it's no longer man-made, and the
No,
properties with it go away. See, weed, and I'm talking about hemp weed that grew out of the ground.
mhm.
That's natural,
Yeah,
and you can actually,
That's natural.
you can heat that up. And what I'm telling you, I've done it. You can heat it up, and you can pull the oil out of the leaves using ethyl alcohol, and you make medicine, and that medicine will cure a whole myriad of things. Like I said, I gave some to my neighbor. I watched one of his tumors shrink. I mean, so it's truth to it. You just
Yeah.
can't
And,
believe.
and
Hold on, man. You can't believe everything that that people tell you. Like people tell you, well, hey, always listen to your doctor. Well, to an extent, but they can't cure you. What they're gonna do? These are more and I figured this out dealing with the hospital systems. Either if they can't give you a drug to make you forget about it, then they'll cut it out of you. And if they can't cut it out and be effective, then they're gonna radiate it out of you. And if they can't radiate it, they're gonna send you home to die. That's what they do. And if they can't find it, they're gonna say it's in your head. So I've just learned how to not depend on them because I didn't get in the situation, you know, I didn't get in this situation, like unannounced. I got in the situation by my own fault. So how can I expect somebody who don't really know me or know my own body to cure me? Using a drug. Drugs can't cure you. People got to be smart. You got to go out there and you got to go straight back to the earth from where we came from. Go back to nature. That's how you kill. That's how you cure yourself. When you're violating nature, must be sitting around here and I'm like, Shh, man, I'm shaking my head. They eating all this fried food, the breaded stuff on it. Hell, that's a carcinogen. You drinking all these loads of milk. That stuff's just carcinogenic and give you heart attacks and stuff. Yeah, milk bad for you, but people would never listen to that. Milk is bad. A lot of stuff bad for you. Table sugar. That's like putting glass in your system, man. That's the worst thing you can do. Eat table sugar. Like
Oh boy.
people don't get it, man. White
You know
flour.
what I realized, Coach?
People eat white flour, which I don't know why you eat that. If you eat white flour, you definitely asking to die. That's what you're asking for.
Mm.
Death.
when I was coming up, a lot of it was that when you couldn't afford good meat and stuff like that, you got especially like working in the fields, you got what leftovers was. You got the hog, you got the what's left over from the chicken, whatever else, and that's how it is. It's hard to get away from that.
No, it ain't
I
hard. It ain't hard to get away. See, here it is, man. You have a choice. Okay, you
yeah, it's how
got
you,
life
do it.
or you got death. And see, let me tell you, man, I used to see so many people in hospitals and that shouldn't be there. And I'm looking at these people. Look, you ate yourself into this. You smoked yourself here. Okay, you ate yourself here. You got a choice. You have life or death. And I tell people, I don't feel sorry for you because that was me laying down there. I was there. And somebody told me, "Hey, listen, coach, you got a choice, life or death. You can continue to keep eating man's food and doing what man do, or you can go back to nature. And if you go back to nature, then your problems will be solved." So I decided to make a choice. Okay, and people have a choice. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
right.
You can get away from anything. You just got to do it. When I tell
Yeah,
people I juice fast 60 days and I do it once a year, man, I don't know. I got to have my breakfast. But that's the problem. You eat too fucking much. Look, stop eating breakfast. I
Well,
mean, your
damn.
body not supposed. You're not supposed to be. You're not designed to eat breakfast. Okay, your body's not designed for that. You're not supposed to eat breakfast. Isn't important. See, this is what they tell you. It's unhealthy to eat a breakfast in the morning. You're not supposed to. Your body's trying to cleanse all the stuff that you put in, the junk that you keep putting in from day to day. So your body got to cleanse that morning. You're not supposed to eat anything till afternoon. Okay, you drink, you sip, because that's what the body wants to do. It's designed to do that. You got to understand about simple harmonic motions. You got to understand wavelengths with the sun. You got to understand all of that to understand how the biology of your body works. And people are naive to that. And then they wonder why they get sick. Hey, coach, you don't ever get sick. Oh, well, I mean, I don't get sick, but look at what you eat. I mean, why you think you sick? I mean, you think your body just
Coach,
naturally got sick? You
I
sick.
feel bad. I ain't
I've been
You,
listening.
gonna
I
tell
just
you what
wanted
I
to
ate this
bring
morning.
up
no,
like one thing
I just,
that
I
I,
was
I just,
Now
I
you know you the ass whipping.
well.
I
Look,
just,
but
but
they
see,
the,
here
the
go the thing. Here go the thing. And guys, this is
hold on.
why I'm passionate about this. And now this really triggers me because I see people, and I used to do these things with diabetics, and they say, look, you can cure your diabetes if it's if it's adult onset diabetes. You can cure that. Okay, you can
Mm-hmm.
cure yourself. It's this one of the easiest things. That and heart disease are the easiest things to cure. Okay, because they shouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
exist anyway. And you tell people this, well, my doctor said, I gotta stay, I gotta take this insulin. And I said, well, I'm not telling you not listen to your doctor, but you gotta take care of yourself. And them insulin
Mm-hmm.
pills, that's not the solution to your answer. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
stop. And I told this one guy, and I tell this story all the time. He came in, beautiful family, beautiful wife, two beautiful kids, and I looked at him in his face and I pulled him by his shirt and I said, you know what? You gonna fuck up. And I said, you gonna leave this pretty wife and somebody gonna get a piece of that. I told him somebody gonna get them a piece
Well,
of that.
damn.
But you got to tell people the truth. I said, look, man, somebody
You
gonna
gotta
get a
hit him
piece of that,
hard, man.
and you're not gonna be around to enjoy the fruits of all your hard work. I said because you're gonna be dead. I said, homie, you're gonna be dead because you don't want to stop eating. What your kids and your wife ain't important enough for you to change what I'm telling you? But see, me being a black guy, they don't be believing me. See, they don't believe me when I try to tell them. So, about what 3 weeks later, he died. He died of something that shouldn't have killed him. He died of diabetes. Diabetes ain't supposed to kill you. It's not. It can't. If you eat right and go back to nature and stop doing what caused it in the first place, then your body can reverse the situation. And I know people tell you that that's not true, but see, these people they ain't experienced self healing. They ain't experienced that. They've never have. So you can't say that. It's diet. These are most of the diseases we have are diet related. Everything that people get today are diet related. Even on down to when people get headaches, it's from stuff that they ate, like weeks ago. It's from stuff you ate weeks ago that's manifesting in your cells, and then they actually come to fruition, and so it manifests as a headache or an earache or ear infection. It's all pinging and knocking. And your body telling you, look, man, you need to make some dietary changes because if you don't, the pinging and knocking gonna get louder, and then when it get louder, you gonna be broke down, and that's what happened to people. I tell you, man. I told dude, but
No, but
and I hate to say I told him so, but he did. Now that and of course, guess what? And I seen her a year ago,
oh shit.
and she got another man. She got
What
another
the
man,
hell?
and I told him that somebody gonna get them a piece of that. I
What
told
is
him
Well,
that,
coach,
that?
what you
Yeah,
expect?
God.
but
She
coach,
she waiting. I mean, he gone.
Thing like this,
huh?
coach. People live for
I
But
indulgence.
said
no,
When
women
you
have
have,
needs, so
it's
she
about
gone. So you gotta move
you know.
on.
but yeah, I was telling him before he died that the brutal truth, the honest truth
You're
that
trying to shock
is
them.
is,
You're
is
trying to
doctor
shock them the truth,
is the
man. That's
doctors
what
they're
it
You
not
know,
is.
gonna
you
tell
know
you
what
this.
scared me of that.
They're not gonna tell you. They're gonna feed you a drug and tell you to take their $100 a month drug. They're gonna tell you to take that, and that ain't gonna do nothing for you. That's just gonna mask the problem that you still got. The problem's still
Yeah,
there.
I agree.
Doesn't go away. You
And you
feel
know how I
better,
know coach is right?
but
You know how I
damn.
know coach is right? Because I was on the psychotropic for the anxiety and this and that. I was on that Cymbalta and all that stuff for 7 years. And then I realized I'm like, all this stuff is doing is dulling my emotions, man. That's all it's doing. It's just dulling me. It's making me weak. I read the Brave New World. And that scared me. That made me so afraid of like, okay, this is just okay. Just take a pill. Just take a pill. Just take a pill.
Hell no.
And I never do this, right? This is obvious. But I started because I like researching stuff. I started researching all those school shooters. They're all on that stuff. And I'm not saying that's the cause, like it's the direct causal factor. But I'm like, so all these dudes are on this stuff. I'm like, I ain't gonna be on this, man. And I one day I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I poured it down the drain. Now I still have certain I know the tobacco and stuff. I got to get off that. I'm gonna get off of it. But you know,
Hold on, you
I
get on what?
haven't
You get on
persisted in
what?
I haven't persisted in my folly to become wise yet. I guess I gotta fall down and I don't know. Whatever. But I realized I broke that. I realized, okay, if I can break that habit, I can break anyone. One day I just said, I'm like, dude, this shit ain't working. You have to realize this shit ain't working. And that's why I'm not judging, but when like when you confront it like coach was confronted, like that wasn't enough.
I
Like
think what
that
But
wasn't enough
General,
to break you down. Go ahead.
General, what I don't understand, you know that show where the people be like 600 pounds, I think it's on TLC or some shit like that.
They're comfortable. They're still
Oh
comfortable,
my
buddy.
God.
And
This is America. They're still
but my
comfortable.
thing is, General. Okay, you didn't start off at 600 pounds. So how did you, on your process there, not be like, oh, something's fucked up. I got to catch myself at 250. Now you're immobile and shit at 700 pounds, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. It's like you you
Ew.
you saw you saw yourself coming there, and you didn't do anything. And now they want to do surgery and all this other shit, and the doctors up there pretending they're gonna do exercise and work it off. You ain't working shit off at 700 pounds. Fuck
Real,
that.
real,
that's why
real quick.
that's why the biggest loser got
Wait
canceled.
a minute, real
Because
quick.
when you
Shout
birth,
hold on, real quick. Shout out to Big Joe Johnson in that super chat. Definitely going toward the book bag
Big
drive
Joe,
that's going up in the building. All of this going. I decided not to do a fighter for the month of August. I decided to do a back to school book bag drive. So shout out to Big Joe Johnson in the
Big
building.
Joe,
Hey, coach,
Oh.
can I just say something real quick? I just wanted to say, just so people know, I'm the trucking industry is kind of slow for me right now, coach. That's why I haven't been giving you any donations and stuff. Stuff is kind of slow right now. Um, I just wanted to let you know what's going on here.
Brother,
But
you know it's
Don't
right.
worry about it, man. It's
But
like
huh?
you better tell BJ Johnson to hook you back up, though, man. That's what it is.
Well,
it's,
that's why I've been on BJ. He still ain't gave me that $50. You know,
You know what? We ought to beat BJ ass.
oh God, violence.
But TJ, I think they haven't hit rock bottom yet, and you know, and in the perfect world, you wouldn't want to hit rock bottom, but a lot of times that like listen, I mean, and that's I didn't invent this, but one of the ways you find a purpose in life is like you either I read this right, it's either okay you
uh,
create something or you find a reason you find something through your suffering, like your suffering is suffering that's unavoidable and you're able to push through it, like what coach is doing. Coach does, like coach works hard, but man, coach has what coach is doing is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like he's able to push through all the bullshit. You know what I mean? He's building a legacy. But I guess if I had to guess, like some people with the 600, like, this country's a lot of fucked up stuff in it, but only in America is racism and all that. Look, that goes without being said, but only in America can you be 600 pounds and like not work and still like, well, how do you function? They just haven't hit rock bottom. That's the only thing.
yeah, but general, how are you not at rock bottom and you're fucking immobile?
I don't know.
I mean, general, how much further are you going? You know what I mean?
Well, sad to say, and I'm just keeping it real, and I know people don't want to. Some people like the cold hard truth, but some people aren't going to get it. Some people are going to eat themselves to death or smoke themselves to death, and it's just the way it's going to be.
There's an old.
What I want to say something like there's a lot of like healthy alternatives. Like for instance, I know a lot of people like milk, but they have like macadamia milk. They have like so many milk.
Almond milk,
I personally
cashew milk, yeah.
Cashew milk. Yeah, I personally prefer macadamia. Macadamia milk is the one I use.
and then
It's so good.
So I always tell people that, like milk, when you think about milk, because, somebody they argue me to death over this. Man, how can milk got vitamin D? I said, okay. I said, so let's think about all the species of animals that drink milk. I said, now, cow's milk is for baby cows. Dog
Right.
milk is for baby dogs. Rat
Right.
milk, that's for
Mhm.
baby rats. I said, okay,
The
how about this?
hell?
I said, yeah, how about this?
That's right.
How
Rat
come?
milk.
How come we ain't choose to drink rat milk? Like, I mean, shoot. I mean, it's from an animal. How come we ain't choose rat milk? Okay, it's
You ain't
because
like,
humans are not. They're not designed to drink cow milk. It's for cows.
Exactly.
but
what,
coach,
what,
coach, hey coach, I'm gonna tell you something real quick, and I know George Page, you're gonna like this. Did you see the thing about these guys who's out there buying breast milk from women?
in breast milk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, guys.
Let me tell you something. Don't even start.
But
I mean,
That's not funny.
Breast milk. What's
some
going
doctors
on?
said that you should breastfeed your child up to at least 4 to 5 years old.
Okay, y'all need to. Yeah.
Well, listen, those are the
that's-
same guys. Those are the same guys trying to buy Justin Kish's uniform and stuff.
The thing is like this: there's big money in finding a cure than actually having a cure, and that's what it is all about. It's about
Well,
big
I
money.
work in the maternity ward, and breast milk is the best milk for your baby. But I don't know about
Mhm.
right now.
The cures are right here on Earth already. They're already here. People just not wise enough. Dr. Sabi done taught you. Dr. Africa Laika, he done told you. The late great Dr. Dick Gregory, he done told you. Like, the information is out here, man. But in our culture, I know
What
we
about
just
Dr. Sabi?
what we do. We just tend, yeah, Sabi. We just tend to wait till stuff happen instead of being preventative. And I go to family functions and they be like, "Oh man, you don't eat this, you don't eat this, boy. You need to eat all this. You need to eat this." I'm like, "Nah, that's the reason why I ain't
Yeah.
taking $500 worth of medication. That hell, that's you. Look at all
My
this
mother
damn
told me not to give
all these damn medications y'all take. Y'all talking about me? I don't take no
But it's like,
meds. I ain't took no
but
meds
like
in
George
15 years.
Damn.
George
I
was
don't take
saying,
no
and it's
meds.
true. The money is in maintaining your illness, not curing it.
No,
You know,
it's
it's
more
gonna
money.
keep you going. That's
Yeah,
why we got a medical industry. And I'm saying I don't think you should be profiting off of shit when it's like people's life is at stake.
And
Yeah.
it's,
You know,
and
you,
it's
you
curable.
can't you can't afford to buy this thing to keep living. I don't agree with that type of shit.
that's why you hear stories of people going to Canada to get insulin,
Right.
or trying to find other ways to substitute for certain drugs. But it's just the system was not was rigged against not just
But
people who are sick, but people who are healthy.
But George, like Coach was saying though, if you go back, decades like during the Great Depression and stuff, when a lot of people still grew their own food, they didn't have all the
Mhm.
problems we have now with
Yeah,
all this processed shit. You know,
yeah, that's before then. But then, like I
I
said,
mean,
Well, and
that's
they
that's why
start
you
big
talk
money
about
in it.
people where you look at like people like your grandparents, perhaps not necessarily,
Mhm.
but like my grandfather. I mean, he smoked cigarettes from the time he was 6 years old. I mean, he died in his late 80s. I mean,
Mhm.
but they weren't the same cigarettes of today with all the additives and shit. I mean, everything now has you got food that has non-food items in it and shit like that. You
This stuff,
know,
this stuff,
yep,
like they would tell you, there's more insect and uh vermin droppings in the food, but they just don't count it. You have to get so much a guideline to let go by.
right?
I read this book on the guy that he was in Auschwitz. He was a psychiatrist, and he said like they were so shocked even as prisoners. They were like, and I'm sure this was the same thing with the slaves, man. Like you would think that they're asleep, working. You have these sores. The sores would heal like that. They didn't have proper toothbrushes and toothpaste. Gums cleaner than ever. The human body is capable of healing itself, man. The human body is so much more capable of withstanding things but it's a mental thing. I mean, they're working and getting dirt and stuff in their sword. The thing's still healing.
But general, like I know, Coach, you might know about this. There's some kind of root or something they used to use to brush their teeth, like before there was toothbrushes and shit like that. There's some kind of root, like it's like a Coach. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
It's supposed to
I
have
can't remember the
antiseptic
name.
properties and shit like that. And this is what they were supposedly were using.
I
And I
used
mean,
to,
clearly it worked.
I used
I
to remember
mean,
how somebody, like stump hope. When you have a cold, you a little bit of a little shot of liquor, some peppermint,
Mm.
Uh
some
oh.
Some of my
lemon,
coworkers they need
and
that
some
for their
ginger,
Uh oh.
they
and that just cleared the cold out.
oh
hey George, you never lie, George. That time I
nasty
had the flu,
nasty.
my grandma had
Mhm.
me a bottle of ginger
Yeah,
brandy and wrap up in a blanket.
yeah.
Man, I woke
You
up
got to
covered
sweat
in
it out.
sweat, but I was
That's
100%.
how I was raised. And I remember you go to a field, you can find certain plants. You just put them in your left, sit in the water, soak, you drink it. It's everything fine now. But problem is that we get away from that, and we have because a lot of those fields and stuff are gone. A lot of those plants are dead, and just that it's just pushing
But
the.
George,
Yeah.
at the same time, some of that stuff was crazy because I remember she wanted me to drink a spoonful of turpentine with some sugar in it for some shit, and I was like,
I,
nah, I
I,
ain't
I
doing
was
that.
I was I was given castor oil orange juice.
Oh yeah, I got that. I
Okay,
got that.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Well, alcohol used to be a performance enhancer in the Tour de France. I'm serious. At
Wine,
the
yeah, they
beginning
drunk
of
a
the
lot of
Tour de
wine.
France, they had these little carts on the side at different stops in the Tour de France. I'm thinking like in the 30s or 40s, and they'd run over, they'd be knocking stuff down, they take a few shots, and they back going.
Hey, General,
Cocaine,
and,
you know,
and, and cocaine and
yeah,
amphetamines, period.
cocaine was for teeth abscess.
Yeah, dog, they're in Tour de France. What are you
Yeah,
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
I think to it, for instance, they doing it right now. I don't
I
watch it.
don't think they use alcohol no more, but
Yeah,
maybe some of them do.
but
Maybe
like I said, this is
Lance, whatever.
anything that starts off as a drug for helping people. It can be abused. It's just that's how it is. And everything else can be addictive. Drinking, money, sex. I mean, everything's
Uh
addictive
oh.
nowadays.
yeah, I hear what you're saying,
Here we
George. I just
go.
want to say real
Watch your
quick,
language,
You
George.
know what?
man, the
Give me
Nunez
some
double champ,
more.
Come
double
on.
champ.
Coach, I gotta ask you, bro. I maybe put up on Patreon, but look, I know people are you're gonna have some stupid idiots coming through. But I gotta see that video on Dana White, man, because you used to do it. I know you got some stupid comments, but we'll block them. I gotta see that video on the book because I know he got a book with blood on it, man.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that video. I couldn't put it up on YouTube because either one or two things will happen. It'll get
They're gonna
removed.
copy.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll get
put
removed.
on
Yeah,
your
it just
Patreon.
Maybe you could do something with the title. I love your demon videos,
well,
man.
it's kind of you. I don't know. It's not like a fair. It's not fair tale. It's what he kind of had to do. It's yeah, man. See, YouTube. I put that stuff on there, and we just got a lot of brainless people on
Yeah,
YouTube that
they'll come through and let's
well they
report it.
no,
Here,
it's just they not people not
here,
really open minded. They brain not
here,
open. Like,
here,
see, hold on, man.
here.
Having an MMA talk, I can talk to people, but when it's a deep spiritual discussion, it's only a handful of people. See, I would probably even privatize them videos because I,
Yeah,
I, re-
privatizing something,
I
man.
don't want I wouldn't want everybody listening because it's not for everybody. Because
Yeah.
it's almost like this. It's like giving somebody a game, like the same game I was giving them about. Look, you can save your life if you follow X, Y, and Z. Well, you
Mhm.
got dumbasses. They too stupid. They too stupid to even follow good instructions
Yeah.
because they don't have no common sense. Okay, so if I tell somebody, listen, this is how you get rid of a demonic spirit, and if I tell you X, Y, Z, well, what the ignorant person to do, oh man, man, that ain't nothing but a fairy tale. But the open-minded person will be like, sure, I gotta get these demons up out of me. I gotta do something, and see that they're gonna be open-minded. Then I notice
Mhm.
too, the older generation, they're not open-minded. They
Yeah.
they still do the same thing. Cause every person with diabetes, I've had one, and it was the young 17-year-old girl who had that. She had diabetes, right? And I told her the diabetes protocol. She no longer have diabetes. I told I told a young 18-year-old girl the asthma protocol. She don't have asthma. Okay, I just noticed that people in their 30s and up, they tend not to listen because they don't really believe it or they stuck in their ways and they ain't gonna
Mhm.
do stuff anyway. They'll go to the doctor. They'll still be in bad health. They'll keep listening to the doctor. Ain't worked for them in 5 years. But when you tell them, hey, if you do this, you ain't got to go back to the doctor. Huh? You ain't gotta go back to the doctor. Oh Lord, oh Lord. And that's hold on, and that's why like with grown people, I don't advise them anymore. I stopped doing it because the grown people don't listen. They still do the same dumb shit, and then they wonder why they still sick or they wonder why they ain't getting it. They wonder why they not getting it. Like, how come you don't understand this? But the 15
Well,
year
coach,
old, you tell them they understand. When you tell them about weight loss, hey, listen, you tell a 15-year-old, listen, stop eating the starches. Okay, don't eat the starches. Let's let the starches go for 2 months and then go back to what you were doing. Because after you lose the weight, you're gonna be working out. You can do what you want to do. The 15, 16-year-old get that, but the 30 or 40-year-old, they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't understand it. Simple instructions. Hey, you know what? If you want to get rapid weight loss, hey, eat fruit, vegetables, and water. Oh, okay. Hey, so can I have some juice? What the fuck did I say? Juice,
Yeah.
vegetables, water. Okay, is juice in vegetables, fruit, and water? No.
Mhm.
Okay, then, but you know what? The 15, 16-year-old, they don't ask that question. They just say, oh, okay, I can do that. And that's why I stop advising the older people. I stopped doing it. I don't do it no more. I don't tell them because they don't listen anyway. It's a waste of damn
Yeah.
breath. It's a waste of
But,
fucking breath.
well, coach,
yeah. But that's the fact
coach,
is
can I say
that
something real quick?
wait,
No, I'm just
go
gonna
be
say
here.
real quick, Coach, because General said something that just reminded me. Coach, you've been saying for the longest time you gonna make a video exposing Joanna and Jacek and all this other stuff. When is that video coming out, man? I'm waiting for that.
I kind of want
I'm
to.
waiting.
Well,
I want
they
I
try to
want
put
to
a
do it, but
battery.
the thing of
They
it
try to
is,
put a
man.
battery in his back.
You
The
gotta
thing
get
of
more YouTube. We'll try to put
the,
against you because
well,
it's probably
see, I would kind of want to do it, but the thing of it is, man, is when the information was given to me, right? I kind of felt like that somebody was trying to get me to do their dirty work, and I'm not
Mm,
about to do that. So
got you.
if you give me the information, and see, I'm not stupid. This is stuff that you could have did, the person that gave it to me.
Right,
But
right,
y'all want me to do the dirty work, and y'all want me to take the heat for it, and then y'all
right.
want to like not get your hands dirty. No, 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 no. See, I'm not a puppet. If I like a fighter, I'm not gonna be. You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna put me up to doing some stuff that you ain't gonna do, okay? Or get me to say something that you ain't gonna say. That's just what it is. And I've had teams. I've had teams. They'll send me something, or say, hey, coach, this would be a good idea to talk about this. And I look at them and be like, wait a minute, there's some stuff you trying to get somebody, nah, and y'all don't want to do it. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, and then I say, hey, well, can I quote you and say that y'all said this? No, 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 no. We can't say that. Okay, then I ain't saying a damn thing about it then. So
But you know what, though, Coach? Even if you don't do it, the stuff that Joanna's already done is public is enough right there for me. I don't. I mean, even if you never do anything, I mean, the whole thing she did with the Asian eyes and the comment about the jungle. I mean, I already know what it is. I don't need any more. I just was wondering if there was anything else. I was like, man, what
uh-huh.
the coach
there.
at?
Yeah, it
But
is.
I already know
But
what it is. I
TJ,
already
in this
know what it is.
climate now, how things going,
Oh, it's
they're
something
gonna
else.
overlook that. They're gonna overlook it now.
Trust me, it's something else. It's
Yeah.
something else.
But
It's
like,
more.
like as you talk about Dana, the blood he did, Dana's like most of the richest families in America. They got their money through criminal enterprise.
No, man, I'm
But
talking about racism.
But
I'm
that's also criminal practice. Slavery. That's how a
talking about
lot of
Joanna got
Yeah,
these.
J stick, dude. What?
Oh,
What?
yeah, yeah. It's she got some other stuff going on. Trust me.
yeah.
And if I actually really expose her hard, it probably it would probably it'll do her in. It could. And
Yeah.
I actually want to do it, but see, the person who gave me the information, I still felt like that they're the ones like they want me to do something. Like they want to be anonymous about this, but you got the information, but you want to be anonymous about it. And I feel like, oh, okay, well, you want to put the black dude up to, no, nope.
So like, coach, you got a deep throat.
Huh?
Deep throat. You know the guy. You remember Richard Nixon, the guy
Oh
who
boy.
said
No,
Oh,
I don't understand. Listen,
can,
listen, listen.
can you
Hold on.
stop?
I don't understand. Listen. What I'm saying is, I don't want to be the guy. I would do it, but we see it'll make me look like okay. So if I put it out there, it'll make me look like I'm the fool. And
Mhm.
if
Right.
I can have a reputable source, oh, okay, yeah, this team said it. Okay, well, yeah, it's reputable. But see, they don't want to do that. They kind
But
of don't want no parts. They kind of want me to do it and not have any involvement. And nah, that's
Mhm.
not how it works. Nope.
They
but
want to put
even
it all on
even
you.
if you did do it, it's not going to hurt Joanna. Not as long as she in the UFC.
Shit.
I mean, she look at what Kobe Covington's saying
Oh,
and
this
what
one.
happened to him.
Most definitely co-covering.
Oh,
That's a
this
good
one.
example of what is
Trust me.
going on in America. Like stuff like you heard about that stuff for the Trump rally, and I'm in North Carolina, and that's when they had a Trump rally talking about send them back, and we've seen pictures of Kobe Covington beside Trump in the White House, and it's just stuff is
Mm,
just getting stronger.
wait a minute.
It's
We
just
missing the point. Look, what
Yeah, for real.
this will hurt Joanna's brain. This will
so
definitely
we're
hurt.
talking about Kobe Covington
And
about the
you know
racism.
what? I was salivating. I was like, yeah. But then when I got thinking about it, wait a minute. I can't quote y'all, and y'all ain't gonna give me a quote. So this
Right.
gonna make it. This gonna make it seem like I'm the person
Mm,
that
yep.
starting rumors and see, and they ain't gonna have no involvement. And guess who's gonna come back on me? I said, nah, Jack ain't stupid. Nah, Jack ain't stupid. Nah, nope.
They try to make you the fall guy.
Yep. And nope. Coach Sheldon Harrison can't do that. Uh-uh.
Because if they had all the mission, why didn't they put out themselves?
Well, maybe they're in the UFC, George. They
Mm.
don't want that attention.
They're whistleblowers.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you ain't no such thing as a whistleblower in the UFC. You know that. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
what they did Leslie Smith when she tried to make that
Exactly.
movie.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna work. Private organization.
And
Mm-mm.
And,
this,
and look what happens to the guy that gets the information from the whistleblower. Look at Manning and the guy that
Oh
was in Russia. Look what happens.
yeah,
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 true,
see,
true.
we try to do the right thing. You just, it's just no good. You can't win for losing.
yeah. Especially as long as Dana White is in charge over there
Yeah,
or running the show anyway.
yeah, because as long as he could technically, Zuffa got bought out. UFC is a product of Zuffa, and as long as he's making money for his main bosses, they don't care what he do and how he does it.
Nope.
Until it comes to a point where it actually hurts them, then they'll step in. But right now, he's doing what he's doing. They're making their money, and they don't care.
Yeah, but when I had said before, I said that UFC will be fine without Chris Cyborg, and I think somebody was upset about it. But I'm like, dude, look at how much money they make.
Yeah,
Like I know Chris brought in money, but I'm saying they'll be all right. It ain't gonna be suddenly broke. They're
it's,
But
okay.
it is a
it's just
And
the
business.
co division is going to be who's going to really because Amanda got the title. She gonna barely fight maybe once a year, and everybody else right now they're like Megan and Felicia. They're not even worth two
They
nickels.
sure would be okay because look, Conor McGregor ain't fought in how long,
yep,
and they
In a
still having
year.
pay per views. Ronda Rousey left, they still having
yeah,
them damn pay per
Mhm.
views.
yeah. They're
Chris
making
Cyborg
money.
left. Guess what? They gonna still keep on. The wheels keep turning.
Hey,
So you
coach,
got John
and
Jones.
they're making money and they ain't even promoting stuff well anymore. I
Yeah.
mean, shit,
Yeah,
they
they
ain't even
suck.
trying to promote stuff.
You're getting money from the sponsors. Just
ESPN that deal, that
yeah.
ESPN
The
deal, man.
sponsor. Now, one thing that I will say about Chris Deal though, now this is what I can tell you. Cyborg probably though to fight Julia Budd, they're gonna give her a strong six figures, and also too,
Yeah,
she will get to wear sponsors. Now,
Mm-hmm.
to put sponsors on Chris Cyborg, it's gonna be expensive. Like to be honest,
yeah,
I definitely want to get a logo on Cyborg, but look, they'll probably cut a deal for me, but I probably won't even get a logo for less than 1,000. I can tell you that now.
yeah.
But for the big corporations and stuff like that. Chris, man, them logos they're gonna start out at 25 grand, and Chris
Wow.
she gonna have about 30 or 40 of them, man. I'm talking about they're gonna start out at 25 grand, so Chris would actually be able to make up the rest of the money with
And that's what.
sponsors and logos. So she
Yeah.
would actually stand to make a lot of money. It depends on what the base salary would be, but I think the base salary would probably be about $200,000 to $300,000 plus sponsorship money, and then plus back end money that you get.
Right.
So she could, fighting Julia Budd. She probably can make a. She literally can probably make over $1 million fighting Julia Budd.
And
What
that's
what
the
what
thing
she,
is with back
what she
back in
need to do though
UFC.
is make sure got a rematch clause. That's what she need to do.
Well, like I said, rematch. Now it's not ever going to happen. That's the sad part about it. But
No, I'm just saying, George, as a fighter like that, she needs to make sure she has a rematch clause.
mhm,
She should already had that in the
yeah.
contract, to be honest.
But
But,
but you're not there right. He
it is
picks
what
and
it is.
chooses. If anything,
But I got a question. Do they even do rematch clauses in the
Yes.
UFC? I know they
they're
do
supposed
it
to
in
because
in the
CP supposed to be
UFC.
fighting DC.
Yeah, they do. Cause they, yeah, they do. Cause they did it for
Eloise
Young.
said that they was going the Cyborg tried to get a rematch clause and it didn't happen in that contract.
I don't know
What
why.
happened?
Well, see, she was already under. It was already a contract. She was already under contract before
Yeah.
her and Amanda fought. So she
Mhm.
was just literally figuring out the terms of, finishing out the terms of this contract. And see, she not
Mhm.
Ronda or Connor, where they can go in and they can
Mm-hmm.
demand that the terms of their contract be changed. Like, because Conor McGregor
Mm,
told Dana White, "Look, I'll fight Khabib, but look, I ain't fighting for X amount of dollars." And man, they paid that fool $50 million to fight Khabib.
right.
They
And look
gave
at
him
Drake.
50.
Wow.
They gave him
She got her
50
rematch
mil,
with Rose, sneakily split.
and uh, yeah, they
Yeah,
gave
but
him.
at the
That's
same
why
time,
Cam. Do you know
coach.
what? That makes sense because that's why Connor wasn't even fucked up. That when he got choked out, that's why he wasn't even messed up because he had that
Yeah,
big
but
check coming.
you know as well as I do, it's nobody Cyborg's fighting and she making 20 million. I mean, nothing like that is going to happen. So
No,
I
the
mean,
most she could expect in Bellator is $1 million, and that's with base pay plus sponsorships. And again, them sponsorships, man, on Chris Cyborg, they're gonna be expensive. Like I'm talking about here, but with us, man, we lucky we can get a logo for $1,000, and that's like going under her asking price. Now, for people like Julia Budd and Arlene Blenko, man, we can get a logo for like $200-300, man. Shoot, that ain't nothing.
Mhm.
Man, Chris gonna be
right.
charged because Chris gonna have them big corporate sponsors, man, and
Yeah,
they gonna have to pay. Like they gonna have to pay out the wazoo to get a logo. So she'll make her money.
yeah,
You know.
because she like you watch her videos. She has a lot of sponsors. Like a car company, a couple of that. She just CBD oil and all the other stuff.
Yeah, but my whole point was just that she doesn't have to negotiate power with Ronda or Connor. She doesn't have to make a percentage.
Heck no.
I mean,
She
but then
sure
again,
don't.
don't forget. I mean, what was the coach WME buys the UFC, but they were also promoting Ronda, so that explains, why she was, all over TV and everything
Yep.
else.
Yeah,
Shoot,
Yep.
Ronda was over buses. I even got kids that I work with, middle school kid. Man, they know Ronda Rousey. They know Ronda
Yeah,
Rousey. They know
definitely.
Conor McGregor. Man, that's crazy.
Mhm.
but mostly now, like Ronda, she's sitting over W. She hadn't wrestled since she that previous fight we heard Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Who?
Wait a minute.
When Ronda had been wrestling, she over in WWE. She hadn't wrestled since the last fight with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Oh, my
Wait,
bad,
Mhm.
what
man.
what are you talking about?
I haven't
Ronda.
watched.
Oh shit.
I haven't watched wrestling
Oh
since 1989, dude.
God,
I don't know nothing about it.
please.
Yeah,
George,
XA.
shut
I
up.
call him XA.
That shit
You
is
be
make
quiet.
believe, George. I can't be watching it, George. George, I can't watch that make believe shit.
I grew up in the era of wrestling. Like Ric Flair and Wahoo McDaniel.
You
Those
know,
were real
hey,
wrestling. I
can
don't
we
even
vote
watch.
him out the room?
I don't even watch WWE anymore. After Stone
Oh
Cold and Rock
gosh.
left, I wasn't even watching anymore.
Oh gosh. I
But you keeping
can't.
up on it, George. I don't know nothing about it, dude. I grew up the same time period as you, and I don't know what the hell
You
that
just want to be done.
CJ.
is.
I don't know any of the Dixons or nothing like that. I don't know any of the wrestlers.
You know
I
what,
Dude,
wasn't
CJ? I
watching
guess he
after
gets
Stone
it.
Cold and Rock left. It just kind of fell off to me. I follow John
Josh,
Cena. He used to be cool.
stop.
The last wrestler I heard of was like CM Punk or something. I haven't watched wrestling since like '04.
What
I'm not
the
talking shit. I
heck?
just haven't watched it.
I'm
hey,
Yeah, I
only
Mm.
haven't
just
General.
watched it since
XA's
01 or
podcast. He always
02.
talks about it a lot.
Hey, General. Last time I watched wrestling, Hulk Hogan had a cartoon on TV. All right. I
Oh
don't
Oh
know.
my
yeah,
God, I remember that.
I actually overshot it.
Oh, wait. Okay,
It
wait.
was probably
I got a question for
2000
TJ. I
with
got
The
a question
Rock.
for TJ.
It was The
TJ, so
Rock
you
and
mean to
Stone
tell
Cold.
me,
Let you tell you something,
TJ,
brother.
did you miss
I can hear
TJ?
you.
Did you miss did you miss the best era? Because the Attitude Era is where I grew up on. That was like the best era ever. You
I don't
missed
even.
that?
Yeah, like 98,
Yeah,
98 to
98,
2000.
99 to
Yeah,
2000.
with Stone Cold and Rock and Triple H and them come on, that was pretty good.
That was like the best
NWO,
era.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right
NWO.
now. I got out when Ultimate Warrior was in. He beat Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
That was around the time I was
TJ,
going.
how old are you then? Like
Yeah,
this
you know
I'm,
he
year?
passed away.
I
He
am.
passed
I
away.
am 43.
I'm
Oh.
44.
You older than me then.
I'm older than TJ. I'm
Oh.
44. I'm almost 45.
You got a young spirit, George.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wait, George,
How old are
44?
you?
You know what? Good night, y'all. I'm sick of this.
How old is George?
Goodbye.
How old is George?
George got a young ass spirit,
Yeah.
boy.
Oh my
How old is
God.
George?
Yeah.
Well,
George
George,
is
how
coming
old are
I
to your
you?
house.
just turned 41. Me.
Oh,
You're
George, ain't
pretty
gonna answer my
41.
question.
You're like this old saying, a lady's fine, it's fine as time like wine.
Whatever.
What?
Oh
Mm.
my God.
What the
Everybody,
hell?
wait,
I don't know what we talking about.
Genesis, you in your 40s
You
too?
know what? Can't we just shut him up? He don't need to say nothing else for the rest of the night.
Okay.
If you guys listen to George though, George
Oh
be putting
God.
nuggets out there. When he's not
Just for
distracted,
Africa.
George actually be
Shut
having
up.
some nuggets,
Yeah.
in there, bro.
Yeah.
George
Don't worry
actually
about
has
I never worry about people don't like me. I've been hated by better.
George actually has.
Oh damn.
Wow,
Hey
he went
George,
there. He went there.
George, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that, George.
Ain't
Hey,
it?
George,
that climbs
Yeah,
hey
you
out
gotta
George,
be
of
people
his
that wit.
fucking
You got that.
closet
George.
every day.
I
What?
love it, George. I tell people all the time. I don't give a fuck what you think about me.
I like
Say what
Russell.
they want
People
to say
say,
to me.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
George, don't nobody
TJ, be
say
quiet. We know
anything.
you know I love you, TJ. Be
I
quiet,
know, but
please.
I'm just saying. You know, you gotta have some. I like what you're doing, George. That's self confidence.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Oh, even though
But
you
I
be
will
getting on my
say this,
nerves
George.
half of the
There's
time.
this old
George,
saying, TJ, like this.
oh
You just
no,
keep in
no more.
mind,
No more.
George don't be tripping.
Oh,
George like
Yeah.
the wrestlers and the muscle girls. He don't care what y'all think.
Yeah.
General,
I
George.
don't.
And don't nobody
If,
want
if
to
George,
I
stop
worry
what
about
George
you
be sending
how
me
you
the
thought
muscle
about me,
girls. I be like,
I
look
worry
at
about
George
what
sending me
you
these muscle
I gotta live
girls.
my life for
oh
me.
my
I can't live for
God.
nobody else.
Tay
Hey George,
Tay.
what
What's
you know
up?
about Gemma suicide?
Girl, you see
What?
this bullshit.
What happened?
I
Who?
said, girl, you listen to this ignorant
Is
shit.
George,
I
you in your
can't. I
George,
can't.
are you in your 40s too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 40. I'm 44. I'll be 45 in November.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Are you
George.
Oh
a
my
Scorpio?
goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a Leo, so
I'm a Scorpio.
oh
I like
Lord.
Scorpios.
It's old saying. It's from Aesop's story about the
Oh,
scorpion.
Oh
Oh
There
God.
was
my
a
God.
scorpion. He
No
was
more
trying to
Let
say,
no,
him tell a
no.
story.
listen,
Let him tell a
listen,
story.
listen,
Okay,
Hey
what did they
George,
say,
you
you
George?
want to listen for a minute. Okay, now listen for a minute.
Do
Quick.
not amp this man up,
There,
please.
there, there
No.
was
Okay.
a
Yeah. Don't.
he
Don't.
wanted
Don't
to
do
go
it.
across the river.
Come
All right.
Okay,
on.
sorry.
So he had first thing he had
See what you
is a
done
beaver.
started? Oh
Okay,
my
He
I'm
had a
sorry,
God.
beaver.
guys. I'm so sorry.
Said,
I
can I ride you
apologize.
back across the river? Beaver said no, because you're stinging me.
What?
He's a
Okay,
turtle.
okay, George. All right, thank
He
you
asked
for
the
calling me.
turtle,
Yeah,
That's
yes,
wild.
please,
can I cross
please,
the river
Okay.
please.
on your
All
back?
right.
Or,
Okay.
the turtle said no, he's stinging me.
Oh,
He let the
Coach,
Okay.
frog,
stop
the frog
insulting
George,
came
me.
shut
by.
All
the
right.
fuck up.
Let's listen.
So here we
The
go.
frog
Okay.
came by.
All right. So we're
And
gonna
he,
go ahead and we're gonna go ahead, guys, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna close it out. Okay. Let's go ahead and
you
close
gotta
this
finish the
on out.
story.
Nah, we're gonna close it out, guys.
Oh
We're
God,
gonna
I
close
can't
it out.
fake it.
Close it out. Oh man.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, General.
Good job.
This is too much. I just want to be done.
And he's still talking.
I'm infectious.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait a minute. Maybe okay. So he's about done. We'll get to the moral of the story.
Okay.
Yeah, so go for it.
Okay. The most okay.
Oh.
A frog came by. He got on the back of the scorpion asked him, "Can I ride you back?" The frog said, "No, I don't ride you back." And then he kept talking.
What the hell is this?
The frog said finally said yes. So as they crossed the river, across the river on the frog's back, scorpion stings the frog. As they were drowning, the frog asked the scorpion, Why'd you do this? Why you do this? And the frog told him, Scorpion told the frog, it's in my nature.
Oh, God.
I
Wow.
think I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
George,
I just
tell me
want
that
to know
story
everybody-
again later because I couldn't.
I'll probably post it on video.
The Peanut Gallery.
I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
Good analogy. People do things
Wait,
out of
Wait,
their
wait.
General
It was my
Africa,
fault,
what you mean
America, I'm
peanut
sorry.
gallery?
And like I said, the Peanut Gallery. I couldn't hear
You
George.
know what? I'm not scared of you. You've been talking a lot of shit tonight.
General, how you
I
talking
still
about
love you,
peanut
girl.
gallery? You stole peanut gallery from me, General.
I
gonna
know.
say-
I hate credit to you.
Man, y'all
But
folks is
You know what,
crazy.
though? This reminds me of a story, old saying.
Go ahead. You did tell your story.
It's
Nah,
past my
George,
bedtime. Good night.
I got my popcorn. I'm ready.
George, people ain't got 15
Really?
minutes to tell a 2-minute story, dude. I can't do it.
Brittany, are you listening to this foolishness?
Yep.
Man, do that double camp. Let's see that next fight.
Double count.
Oh Lord.
What the fuck?
I'm in the twilight zone, man.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Listen, I just want to know everybody's age, okay? Y'all been crazy.
Well, I'm 41 years old.
I'm 30.
I'm 41. That's still okay.
You do something. You definitely do.
I'm old enough to have a job.
I was old enough. I had 2 jobs.
Oh,
But you ain't sharing no money, coach.
He showed us.
That's not true. Yeah, that's not true.
And
Hey,
that's why me and Coach are divorced. That's it.
I
And
give
so
most
a
of
bunch
my
of diamond rings.
I give most of my money to these children running around here. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I do. I spend money on these children. I do that, but
You're a good neck coach. You're a good
my idle
soft
stuff,
coach.
nah, I ain't finna do that. Going out to eat, nah, I ain't
Oh,
gonna do that. Nah.
And y'all see how the coach treat me. I'm his third YouTube wife, and y'all see how he treat me. That's why he's on the couch tonight. You know how
I've been on the couch for about a week, I've been trying to, bow down, but hell.
Like you find out you're Burger King Junior.
I don't
Nah,
eat Burger
come
King.
on. Stop hating, bro. Stop hating.
I'm not hating. I don't have no respect for
Look,
him. That's
man,
it.
look, you've been I've been ignoring you, and it's been working too. Hey, I've done a good job of ignoring you because you've been trying to get a response. You don't get a response. You don't get a response. No,
You
you
see,
don't
you
get a
see my new
response.
video I put about him and a Nikki Bella, John Cena.
That's okay. I'm not worried about that. Hey,
Oh God.
I don't care about that. King Henry Cejudo, the man. Easy work.
Oh Lord. Oh y'all, please.
Easy
Please,
work.
don't.
Coach,
Easy.
when
Coach,
the
I
girl
was-
needs to fight,
Please, coach.
Coach, I
please.
know we're gonna get to the last thoughts, and I was dead, man. I was these guys really are just worried about you, man. Your video on the young lady that was in the Contender series, I don't even know if it was about Henry Cejudo. Here people come. And like that sucks. That your whole day is just like, let me see what coach is doing. Oh, he's spotlighting a young woman who had an opportunity. Let me just like
I got an 8,000 sub channel. That ain't a damn thing. So anybody
Right.
sitting here worried about what I'm doing, I know they ain't got no life. Cause hell,
I know you got Coach Junior.
I work all day, man. I work all day. I ain't worried about these dudes. Hey, I work 15. I put in 16 hours some days. I'm good. I ain't worried about these guys. They worried about what I'm doing. Hell, y'all go troll Chael Sonnen. Hell, Chael Sonnen finna be at 400,000 soon. Shoot, y'all will get more notoriety trolling his ass. Hell,
And that's the problem with haters, Coach. They be worried about you, but you have nothing to worry about them.
man, please, ain't got nothing going on here. All I got going on is running my mouth and working all day. That's it. People want to get triggered over that. Yeah, you can go on and come over here over an MMA video. I guarantee you, your ass disappearing. It ain't no coming back. You gonna disappear. I'm gonna make sure.
and I can vouch for that. Please don't come to any of us. Leave me alone.
Yeah, don't come down here. Yeah, you come. Hey, I want to meet up with you. Oh, okay, yeah, come on. Good. Yep.
Let's be like,
I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna set
like
you
a
up.
good-
You'll never be seen.
and-
Fool.
It'll be like Goodfellas. Has got
Shout out to the Nunez gang. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to the Nunez
Nunez gang. There it is.
gang.
Cyborg Nation, stand up, baby. Cyborg Nation.
Let's go.
I'm right here, baby.
Let's go,
right
baby.
Yeah,
You know we gotta get that in there.
We sit to this street out.
Hey, Nation for Live. That's my hashtag. Nation for Live.
Nico Montano,
Yeah.
just finished.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, TJ.
Alright, everybody. We're gonna sign off, everybody. Let's sign on off.
All right.
Yo.
Good night. Good luck, and God bless.
All right, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Signing
Peace.
off.
Good night. Good night. Love you guys.
All right.
Yeah, just hang out.
George,
Stay
thanks
on
for
my
the old
phone. I
thing.
gotta get this off. Sign on out, y'all.
All right.
Drop on out.
Good night. Come on to bed, coach. Come on to bed.
Yeah, I'm coming right now.
Go to bed.
TJ on